Wow.
We're up.
We're up.
Feels like everything's gonna go wrong tonight. Actually,
I think this is another week where it's just like, how did two men who sit in their houses and don't really do anything end up in so much trouble with so many individuals?
I do a lot, Vito. I don't sit
What
in
are you
my
doing?
house looking at
What are you
Best
doing?
Buy equipment that I need, console equipment that I need to buy.
That
Just like,
360 console looks. You saw that picture of it glowing in the dark?
do you want to live in a GameStop? Is this like Night at the Museum for you, but where you live with all the games and then
Well,
you get rid of your bed and just sleep on industrial carpeting?
I worked at a GameStop. Like, in a way, that's my, history. It's
Yeah?
like, that's my nostalgia.
In a way, your museum is.
I love that PS2
GameStop.
kiosk. Yeah.
Are you going to start dressing in a GameStop employee uniform? And
Look, I mean, people.
why does someone need two display stands for
I
different
don't,
consoles?
and I'm not going to get that one because I'm not a big Xbox guy. If it was a Dreamcast one or something like that, I would be in my car going there right now. All I'm saying is that guy, here's the thing. I had said I'm not going to get it. I don't need it. And then
You're going to get it.
out of nowhere, a week later, the guy goes, "Hey, buddy, check this out." And he starts sending me pictures of it lit up like a Christmas tree, glowing in the night. And I went, "Oh, that is pretty cool. Pretty. Show them the picture real quick."
Why?
Because
It
they
looks
got to
like
see.
crap.
It's enticing. It does not look like crap.
It looks like total shit.
No,
You
it
can't
looks
have
kind of
this in your.
cool.
No, you can't. One is too many. The one that
is,
you have
I
is
agree
too
the
many.
one is too many. This would go in the garage until I go maybe to a larger
You have
place.
a garage?
I have a garage space I'm allowed to use.
Oh, okay.
That's where a lot of my stuff is. Hit the media tab.
I would never have
And
done
you
that.
should see the glowing. Keep going down. There you go. Look at it glowing in the night there. That's beautiful.
Man, don't buy this.
Look at how the Xbox has its own white glowing light to illuminate the Xbox.
This is like evil.
It's look, I'm not gonna get it.
Promise.
If I was gonna get it, it would be to flip it.
I fucking knew it.
And then I never
Here we
flip
go.
things quick enough, so
I've
it'll
seen
just sit
enough
in my
Hoarders
garage.
episodes to know what's coming next.
That's a really good price for that thing.
You know they got a whole channel that just runs intervention all day.
Yeah.
They can't. It's like these streaming channels where they can't fill it with ads, right?
Right.
So instead, they have like tips on if you might be addicted to something, but it feels like, in video games are loading.
Yeah.
It feels like the loading screen where they give you those
Pro
really
tip.
but then they're all horrible.
Press A to escape your horrible,
Press A to
depressing
jump.
life.
Yeah, it's like
if you
starting
find
fights
yourself
with friends and
pinned under a
family.
stack of old magazines and newspapers, rotate the
Like,
R
who are these
stick
tips
to
for?
move.
People who are addicted are not watching this show to see if they're addicted. They're watching the show to prove themselves that they're not addicted.
Look, I would say I'm a hoarder, but I keep myself pretty well organized, and I'm not buried
So do
under
they.
it yet.
That's what they say.
Okay, right now it is hard to just get out of my house because the kiosk is still blocking the front door slightly, but I'll make better room for it at some point. It is a fire hazard, I'll say that.
Okay, fire hazard.
Bit of my house would
It's a
definitely
magic word that they
be
say.
condemned.
Don't buy that shit.
What else am I going to do with my life?
You might want to make a comic.
Speaking of that, guys, Superkiller ends on Monday. This will be the last
Get me out of this.
biggest problem.
Fucking
Superkiller Super Stream. Go to superkiller.org.
Turn up this volume,
Over
please.
$90,000 tonight. Biggest
Don't buy it.
problem
Under 90.
in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe, the only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from UFOs to robot hoes. That's not very good. Slur trolls what? Vito's undiagnosed ADHD to triangle investigator PhDs.
Did he rhyme D with D?
A total joke.
Fail.
Instant fail.
Absolute fail.
Embarrassing, Tall Goose.
Very
Your host,
bad.
Dick Master, and joining me as always is Vito Giswaldi.
Hi, Dick.
Very sick. A new sort of sickness you have this week.
This is
A medical sickness.
I think this is the first time I've done the show while being a little under the weather, huh?
Oh,
Well,
man.
I think I was a little sick one week.
It's rough listening to people on the radio who are sick.
Is
It's
it?
gross? Yeah.
I got a little.
Like,
Maybe I'm a little phlegmy or something.
I'd rather listen to nothing. You know.
All I can say is it shows my dedication to the fan base. That despite my debilitating illness, I am here. I am excited.
Yeah.
And Superkiller is
You have a
going
cold.
strong, going for over 90,000 here tonight, guys. We're going to be checking in live during the show.
That was an impressive figure when everyone assumed it would be like a 6-month turnaround.
It's gonna be
$90,000 for 6 months. That's impressive. 2 years? That's
not 2 years.
Minimum wage, bro.
It's
You're being paid less than minimum wage for just talking about Superkiller at this point.
Well, you know what? As I've said, we're wrapping up work on this one. It's looking great. And we're laying the groundwork for future issues, which I think, man, I'm making connections. I got like guys in the wings. I got distributors. I got distributors already.
Ideally, how many people do you need making a comic? Like as many as possible?
That's not what it is, but you need connections to get stuff printed, to get stuff made.
What? No, you don't.
Yeah,
you just
a little
email
bit.
China.
Nah, well, you want it printed good.
China.
I want good quality. We're going to have good paper stock. Okay?
That shit doesn't matter.
We're going to be like Eric July. We're going to be talking to Chinese shipping captains, apparently, to get some sort of discount or whatever the fuck he's talking about.
He's got customs by the balls.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
The way Eric July just... I mean, like,
Hibba.
it's one thing to stretch the truth about how business works, but to argue that you have somehow negotiated magic shipping rates with the post office...
Yeah, customs.
And you're like, there's like billions of small businesses in America, and none of them have the ability to strong arm the postal service into
He's making
giving them
shipping 500 comics internationally. That's got to be some big. He's drawing a lot of water.
The numbers he's putting out are not even comparable to like a lot of these businesses out here that are just selling normal shit.
What are you gonna say? Like, how many semiconductors do you think are shipped? Not probably those guys. I don't think 500, maybe 400 tops every year.
It's
Eric
insane.
is shipping 500 comic books. How many cars?
He's pretending like now we're considered a big player and we have all this. It's like, dude, these guys. The guy who runs the fucking boat from China is dealing with shipping containers full of shit. Okay, like. Companies moving tens of thousands of pieces of inventory. He doesn't care about your Yaira comic book.
I don't even care about it.
It's all. It's
duty free. Is that what he's bragging about?
Is that what he said? It's duty free.
There's this thing called a duty free. You may have heard of it from Seinfeld, or what it is, but in actuality, what it is a way for me to save you shipping.
All it means is that he's using the exact same shipping service as everyone. If anything, it means that like. He's discovered the same shipping workarounds that everybody else uses.
The workaround of not paying customs for books?
Maybe, I guess.
That you didn't put your wife's jewelry ad in?
Yeah, maybe.
You're having sex with your
Maybe you found a way to classify them as something else. I would imagine books probably have the lowest tariffs, right?
It's zero. It's duty-free.
Yeah, exactly. It's a book. So what is he talking about?
Jabba jabba.
It's not like electronics. It's not like highly regulated fucking goods or rare earth metals. It's a comic book.
Oh, Vito.
Well, I'm not.
You don't know. Once you get into shipping your comic book, you'll see how
all
much.
I'm saying is I am
is.
slowly becoming a captain of industry, like the great Eric July. And yeah, we got a lot of creators in the wings because we got a lot of things going on.
You're talking like you're a big shot too now.
I don't think I'm a big. Look.
Yeah, I know you're arguing with people on Twitter.
Who? Oh, well, that's true. Yeah.
Andy.
For some reason, I'm apparently now
from Bob's Burgers.
From Bob's Burgers,
the worst character on Bob's
Mortician.
Burgers.
Yeah, a character who they do not use anymore because he was
not
never
Jimmy
that
Pesto?
funny. No. For some reason, I'm now rivals with Andy Kindler, the voice of Mort the Mortician from Bob's Burgers. Also, for those of you who maybe have a more beloved...
Dr. Katz.
Well, yeah, I was going to say a love of legacy cartoons, also home movies. Arnold Lindenson, Paula's boss.
Oh, he sucked.
He was not a great character.
Sucked. Only McGurk.
Only McGurk.
Only McGurk.
So Andy Kindler's been everyone, all these people right now.
They're picking on you. Now you know what it's like for me.
They're picking on Seinfeld because Seinfeld did an interview where, God forbid... Anytime somebody does an interview, I don't know how it becomes. Some stupid thing they say will become like an entire news cycle.
Yeah.
And basically, Seinfeld said, I don't think we could do Seinfeld today because some of the things we want to do, the liberals would be like offended by it. And they wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah, like the blackface one when Kramer suntanned himself too much.
That episode where Kramer had like a big crowd of guys and he went, 100 years ago, they'd have you upside down with a fork up your ass.
Yeah, I remember that.
I love that episode. So he posted an article that basically said, Seinfeld.
50 or 100?
I think it was 100. Was it 50 years ago?
Kramer, 100 years ago? Oof.
50 years ago, they'd have you upside down with a fork up your ass.
Look it up.
Yelling.
Yeah. Kramer.
Ninja. He's a ninja. Get him. Yeah.
Fork up your ass quote.
Yeah, let's get the actual quote. I actually got a Twitter, back when Twitter was run by the evil people.
50, I was right.
I quote.
Look, I know my racist
Fair
quotes,
enough.
okay?
You know what? Maybe I've
I say them every day.
Screwed it up because somebody posted actually it was Stone Toss posted a Kramer comic, and I just responded to it saying 50 years ago they'd have you upside down with a fork up your ass.
Yeah.
And I got a Twitter suspension for violent speech. That they thought I was threatening to put a fork up Stone Toss's ass. And I tried to explain, of course, to the Indian self-help people
Vito.
what a reference is.
Who's back?
Oh, man.
Who's coming back? Your worst nightmare. The guy you tried to destroy.
I did not try to destroy.
The guy you tried to personally destroy.
Whoa.
Nick Fuentes. A young man you tried to...
You could make the argument that I helped him by bringing him to Elon Musk's attention. And Elon Musk becoming aware of... the things this man is saying and saying, well, this is the ultimate test of free speech. I must unban Nick Fuentes.
Only he can protect
Twitter.
the Bible from the U.S. government.
Well.
Only Nick Fuentes can be, he's like Rita Repulsa coming out of a Happy Meal. After 7 years, I'm free.
So I've
now
heard,
to conquer Israel.
I've heard Maddox is not happy about this. Is that true?
He's spurging out, of course.
What did he say exactly? Like how he does... I know in his video, doesn't he mention Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, and white
he tries to connect you to him, right?
Yeah, we're connected, baby.
And he's saying, you should lose your Patreon.
I bought him lunch, I think.
You should lose your Patreon because of that. I think he makes the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That video didn't go very well.
That video is no longer available, and Maddox has not said why.
Because it's a stalker video, as it turns out.
I mean... what's going on? You think at least by this point he would have said... Hey, it's coming back with this part edited out.
I got in trouble for stalking, as it turns out.
I think he might have got caught like an actual legal threat. Like, I think somebody might be like, hey,
because it's a
you put my name...
stalker video
is
what it is. That's why.
You made a website that this video links to that says that I'm in league with Nazis or whatever else. I'm suing you for loss of reputation and character.
Oh, well.
I think it's possible there's
They're
a
going to
legal
take his
thing.
bike. 5,000 people are going to cut his bike up into 5,000 pieces and split it up.
I'd pay $10 for that.
Nick Fuentes is back.
Nick Fuentes is back. Andy Kindler and me are feuding. I thought it was over, but then today he's still tweeting about me and my comedy career, and I'm like, don't worry, Andy Kindler. I just have a fun podcast. He did that.
We're coming for Andy now.
We are coming for Andy. I want him to call in.
Full bore.
I'm going to see if he.
We're giving him the red bar treatment. He's not safe nowhere.
He's
I almost said the N-word.
We are putting, guys, tell Andy Kindler on Twitter that he has been put on problem notice.
We're putting you on red bar notice.
Putting you on red bar notice.
Which is our version of that, of red bars notice.
It doesn't make sense if we call it. We're red barring Andy Kindler. Well, I invited him to call into the show. I wanted to see if he responded.
You think he's gonna call? You think he's gonna call?
I want to see if he reacted and said like, "Oh, I'm not coming on." I mean, he's still tweeting about me 4 days later. Supposedly,
right when he calls in, hey, why don't you go fuck yourself, Andy? Is it Kimmler or
Kindler? Like kindling,
like a kindling? Okay.
Yeah.
We're sure it's not Kindle Steam.
1 hour ago, go to his Twitter real quick. Look at this. This is from. Just come on. This is our feud.
Come on. What? Go to his Twitter real quick.
Go to his Twitter for 2 seconds.
You're reading it. Why? What is it?
Okay, well, because he has
I don't even know how to spell it. Andy Kindlestein?
Kindler. Kindler.
Kindler Gold?
You got it. You figured it out.
You're
blocked. Why are you blocked? I'm not blocked. How'd you get blocked? Because
he's an anti-Semite. Because he's a sex pest and an anti-Semite. He couldn't have my hot body.
All right, well, Andy Kindler, who has 135,000 followers, is on the...
More anti-Semites?
Television show Bob's Burgers.
Well, that show's chock full of anti-Semites.
1 hour ago, he said, I'm sure every time Vito hits the stage, he kills comedy, and not in a good way.
He kills the stage, Andy.
That's the worst burn ever. There's got to be something else.
You can hear it creaking like a pirate ship.
Oh, wait, he did respond. I said, do you want to call into the show tonight, Andy? We have live viewers want to hear from you.
Yeah.
That sounds great. I find you miserable here. Let's do some talk radio. DM me. And we will patch you in. Okay, well, we are waiting to see if the great Andy Kindler wants to come on.
King Europe says, oh, yeah, I forgot to do the, Vito's
we might get Andy
texting.
Kindler on the show, maybe next week.
Who gives a shit? What's he gonna call in and cry about? Comedy?
I mean, I'm not saying I give a shit. I'm saying it would be kind of funny to
it
have
would be
him
funny.
call
I'm
me a
just
bigot
busting
on the air.
balls.
He did call me a bigot as well.
Women's stories, number 1. Content ratings boards. Alexa being retarded. UFO conspiracies.
Wait, who won?
Women's stories did.
Yeah, of course, a women problem.
Cheap. Yeah.
Easy money.
Easy money. King, you're up. This is definitely my favorite weight loss podcast, he says. This is a good weight loss podcast.
We're doing real good.
816 says, Dick coping about the criminal background checks and Vito coping for an hour about pretending he doesn't care about being fat. Perfect and balanced. Great show, boys.
It's not that I don't care about being fat. It's that it's my job to care about it. It's not your job to care about it. That's the point.
What do you mean job?
That anyone is in the comments going, I'm really worried about Vito's weight. You don't have to be. It's
Why?
not your cross to bear.
Well,
if I drop dead tomorrow,
how
how is it any different than me dropping
it's got to
dead
be more
20
than
years
one
from
guy
now?
bearing that cross. It's too much.
All right,
for
I'll
one
tell you this,
man.
guys. I won't. How about this? I promise not to die of obesity. I'll just shoot myself in the head, and then you don't have to worry about it.
You're real
okay?
fickle about your support. Like, you want people to buy your comic, but then they can't comment about your lifestyle choices.
Well, why don't you comment on me being like a hideous psychopath, huh? Like, I really hope Vito learns
You
to
wish.
dress like an adult human being and stop
That's a
dressing
great
like
shirt.
a fucking toddler. Wait, what shirt am I wearing? This is a good shirt. I really like
Nice,
this
it's
one.
crisp, it's new.
It's about health.
It's about health.
There's other unhealthy stuff I do. And there's not
It's
a
not as
million.
funny,
there's
though.
not a million comments going, I hope Dick conquers his alcoholism. So
They
don't
don't.
tell me it's about health, okay?
You could conquer yours, though. I'm too old. I'm much older than you. I can't fix my alcoholism.
Look,
it's gone too far.
If you want to be invested
too
in my
successful.
health, go to superkiller.org. Guys, we're going for 90,000 tonight.
When is the last one?
Monday's the end of it.
No, but on the show, can you please tell me that was the last one?
This is the last one.
No.
Tonight?
Tell me when the last time you shill this fucking campaign on the show, say that was the last one.
Okay.
So I know, and I can close that off in my mind.
Sure. I'll let you know when the superkiller.org campaign is done shilling tonight. Your last chance to get in. So don't forget about that.
Wouldn't it have been amazing if you hit 100,000?
Well,
But you didn't.
Well, here's what I'm going to argue is most of the campaigns you see...
So you already thought about this and you have a rationalization prepared.
Most of the campaigns you see that have hit 100,000,
Yeah.
the shipping cost is included in the total. So if everyone had paid for shipping already, that's 1,600 people times $5.
Fuck off.
If not $10. So we'd actually already be over
We got
100,000.
special Superkiller packing tape. That's going to be extra.
I mean, I could get the special packing tape. I've seen that. Maybe I will get that. You can get
William
the printed,
Davis says,
printed
I'm not
packing
ready
tape.
for Superkiller, but my grandkids are going to love it. You're right. Fadix the Great says, don't try to hurt me with words, Vito. You and I both know we're friends. Best friends, even.
I love you guys.
Tony says, Vito, Dick, you're terrible at branding. Vito, let's go to Skankfest. Dick, staying on brand completely. You can go. I don't know quite what he meant by that.
It means that, were you accusing me of being bad at branding?
No, you said,
I
Dick,
said you're bad at
terrible
branding. Yeah.
And then you said,
We
let's
should
go to Skankfest.
I guess he's saying he agrees with me.
Huh.
I got to post that Skankfest clip because I listened to it a couple times, and man, it is just.
You're just so
if we're
out
talking
of
about
control.
cope, okay, maybe I'm coping with weight loss, but your cope of I don't know. I just think it's gay to hang out with a bunch of people in the same industry as you.
We're not hanging out. We didn't get invited. That's like. It's like just showing up at a Rolling Stones concert. Hey, guys, yeah, I'm in a band, too. Yeah, what's up? So we're hanging out, right? Like, oh, man, somebody gave him a free ticket? Oh, that was a mistake.
Well, I do need to announce that I will be at Hackamania, and that'll be... Why are you smiling like... What is that?
You got to fucking announce
What the fuck is that? Again with this shit. Like, people we hang out with and interact with constantly, and we go on each of the shows. Carl from WATP is doing a cool show in Vegas, and I go, hey, I'm going to go to this cool show in Vegas. And you go...
Well, it's like, I have to announce. Like, you're making this big announcement.
I'm sorry I'm doing...
sound funny to
I'm
you?
doing the, like, most, like, bare minimum, like, amount of promotion and, like, trying to
Carl.
help. Yeah, I'm boosting Carl. We're friends with Carl. He's doing a big comedy show. Okay?
When is it?
I believe it is May 3rd. It's the beginning of...
You don't find
wait,
anything about that
April,
funny?
April, May. No, June. Beginning of June. Yeah.
Beginning of
June. I believe it's the beginning of June. But you guys, I mean, I was going to tell people.
Shouldn't you have the dates if you're going to do a big fucking announcement?
Whatever. You're right. Forget it. I was going to tell people, if you get tickets, I'll be there. It's going to be a night of fun and comedy. But you're right. It's gay and pathetic, and no one should go. So don't. There you go. That's the promo.
It's just the way you said it. I have a big
promo.
Announcement to make. Like, is it?
Forget it. You're right. You know what? Everything, any amount of attempt to make comedy or have an event or do anything is just gay and cringe. So don't try.
It's just like I have a big announcement to make.
Whatever. Are you going to go?
I think so.
We should go to Hackamania.
I got to figure out when it is.
All right, well, we'll find out when it is. We should get a promo code for the show. We can sell tickets.
What do you mean? What do you mean promo code?
Okay, right now, well, I know if you're going to buy tickets now, you should use the Creep-Offs code or something, like search on Twitter.
Oh, are they splitting the money up that way?
I think it's that way they can track who sold which tickets. So I've been telling people to use promo code CREEP and you get like 20% off, I think. But we could probably
use the N-word.
Yeah, use the promo code
N-word. Then we get it.
I don't think they have that set up.
Yeah. Use that.
If we're gonna be there, I mean, we've got to talk about it, but maybe we could do we may do something. Whatever, or we might just be there. Why are you laughing? What is so funny about this?
Just like I don't know, man. All these fucking plans.
We haven't talked about it yet, but I think if we're going to a big comedy thing, maybe we could do. Carl said if we don't do our own thing, we could do something during the WATP set.
Okay, that would be cool.
We could have a little biggest problem segment. I don't know. All I know is I'm going to be there. You're going to be there, apparently. You might be there. I'm definitely going to be there.
I'll probably be there. I want to go.
I'm definitely going, and it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun guys are going to be there.
Don Hermit says,
but it's also gay and pathetic, so don't go.
I mean, I didn't say it was gay. I said it. I didn't say it was pathetic.
Use promo code. Use promo code.
Skankfest would be pathetic.
You know what?
I talked about that story on my show, and Sean instantly goes, "Oh, yeah, that's can't do that. That's rough."
I was
like, "Thank you."
Use promo code pathetic to get 20% off.
I didn't say Carl's was pathetic.
Yeah, get Hackamania tickets.
Skankfest is because we didn't get invited. Carl invited us. It's different.
I think there's probably people on Skankfest who said, "Hey, could I do a set or something?" I don't think everybody gets invited. We could ask, and if they say no, then we don't do a thing. I might just go to hang out and see comedy. I'd have fun.
Okay,
I would go to just have fun.
Don Herman says, just get a tapeworm, Vito. You can keep him inside you, and he'll help you lose weight. It's the perfect low-maintenance pet for you.
Might be fun.
Reckon says, Vito almost having a meltdown over being called fat after having an entire episode lashing out about Nerdrotic's fat land whale.
I made the point.
Will never not be hilarious.
Still call me fat. You can absolutely make fat jokes. I'm just asking that if you like the show, it's very nice. I know that we have this thing as men to go, I don't need any sort of positive support. Call me a piece of shit all day long. It's nice to know people like the show. That's it. It makes me feel nice when I see a comment and it says, hey, that was a really funny episode. That was a great joke.
Okay.
Also, Vito is a fat piece of shit. He should hang himself. And I go, okay, I'll take the good with the bad. That's fine.
Ninja Gene says, Vito going from shitting on Joe Rogan with Dick to trying to convince Dick to go to schmooze on Shane Gillis is another example of being a huge greaseball.
We don't have to smooze. It's not smoozing, okay?
Schmoozing.
Whatever. I just think it would be fun.
What is it then?
I don't know, man. It's just fun events happening. And it's in the same sphere of what I think we're attempting to do, which is make great comedy and comedy podcasts.
I'd rather go to a Taylor Swift movie.
Right.
Like the ones where all the little girls are fainting in the aisles and screaming.
Have to mention that part. Look, you don't have to go. I might go. And we'll
got a Null video where he's seething about us.
There's a lot of stuff. And Red Bar commented on us.
You were on Lil Cow Live?
I went on Lil Cow Live. That'll be airing on Sunday. Keemstar was not on that episode because apparently he refuses to appear with me. Keemstar hates me. And I was in their chat. He's real mad that we've been talking shit about the Lil Cow podcast.
It's so dumb, though.
I think that he should not be part of the show. I don't get it.
I mean, he's the Lil Cow.
He's the villain of the show, though, because he has all the money and all the power.
But he just edits the shit out of it.
And he edits the shit out, and he takes all the funny shit out of it.
Yeah. And
then he fires the editor without consulting anything. I was like, did he consult you guys about firing the editor? And they're like, no, he just fired him. I'm like, okay, so it's not the Lol Cow podcast. It's Keemstar's podcast featuring Keemstar and whoever else is currently in his good graces, and he can fire either of you at any time. And they're like, well, not exactly.
You do go hard on Keemstar.
Well, okay, I put it in terms of the WWF. Like, it works because Vince McMahon is the villain.
Right.
But Vince McMahon is not in the ring every match.
They don't cut out half the match.
And they also don't have Vince McMahon, who is the villain, like, bitch slap the shit out of Stone Cold. Like, the lolcows should be the heroes of the scenario.
I guess.
That Boogie and Wings are the downtrodden morons who are just trying to have fun, and Keem comes in all the time to be like, you guys are ruining my podcast. This is the worst thing ever. They go, but Keem, we're just trying.
You gotta air it, though.
It's supposed to be an underdog story. It's two retards trying to have a podcast.
Yeah.
And they're overbearing
Who may or may not be
boss.
pedophiles.
Who may or may not be pedophiles. There's a lot of intrigue there. And then Keemstar comes in to berate them and tell them they suck. Tell them to apologize to him for ruining the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good gimmick, but then he can't be on the show as like, hey, I'm just one of the guys. I'm like, no, you're the villain. You're Vince McMahon. It doesn't make sense to me.
I agree.
The dynamic is all screwed up. And then Keem only wants to talk. I brought up to them, Keem, I tune into the show, and they're talking about Discord drama or some shit. Oof. And I'm like, is this show always this shitty? I said in the chat, and Keem was like flipping out. He's like, you only come in when the show's bad at the end. Like, the front half of the show, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize the back part of the podcast is always bad. Thanks for letting me know there's a good part of the podcast. And then the ending is always bad. Thanks, Keem. That was a really good defense. You always come in at the end when it's bad, was like literally what he said.
You always come in when it sucks. This is a you problem. Just total narcissist.
Why don't you make the show good the whole time?
The show isn't. It's not. It's you. It's you deciding to come in when the show is bad. That's the only explanation that I can think of.
Every time I tune in, it sucks. And he's telling me, you're missing all this great content. I'm like, why don't you just make the whole show good? Why don't you?
Why has he fired so many good
If you need content for the show, don't tell the editor I need a list of topics for the show. He's the editor. You're in charge of coming up with topics for the show. That's the other thing, though. They got to stop with all this internet drama bullshit. I said to them, I'm like, Boogie.
Because they're not good at it.
I said, Boogie, explain what's going on in Palestine. Just tell me exactly what's going on.
Perfect.
That's the content I want.
Because you know fucking nothing about it.
Exactly.
And you're desperate. Boogie and Wings both are desperate to be liked.
Yeah.
So you ask them.
They'll try to come up with a very middle of the road answer.
Ask them things that are impossible to answer correctly.
They don't want to get into like weird.
Should you abort a rape baby?
Yeah, it's so. That's the obvious
people
way.
Don't understand that I'm a good person. I'm a good person.
If you're milking lolcows, you have to present them with uncomfortable real world issues, and here they're utterly retarded attempts to rationalize.
Yeah, what would you tell your girlfriend if you could talk to her when she was 14?
Exactly.
What would you say to her?
What do you think? What do you think the age of consent should be? If abroad, it's and let them talk about it.
Yeah.
I brought up Palestine, and Tommy C was kind of like, I don't know if we should talk about that. I'm like, no. I think we should. I think that's the show. That's the show.
Fucking Tommy C asked me to come on. It went to spam, so I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
He asked me to come on, and then I said, yeah, sure. Next week, today's fucked for me. And then I see bloop pops up, and it's a voice message. He goes, Tommy C has sent you a voice message. I'm like, what
He does that to me a lot.
I'm not listening to a voice
He's
message.
A voice
Are
message
you fucking
guy.
high?
I don't know why.
I read way faster than I listen to you talk.
Boogie's a time vampire, and Tommy C's learning
do it
from
again.
him. Yeah. I will listen to Tommy C's voice messages.
Talk into the transcription thing. Yeah. That's what it's for.
I am always like, Tommy, just
what are you doing?
Type it out. Come on. I mean, I like your voice a little bit, but I just want to type. Anyway, guys, LolCow Podcast, I believe that drops on Sunday, so you'll be able to hear me get Boogie and Wings to talk about the Gaza conflict.
Is he for it or anti Palestine?
He seemed middle of the road. He seemed very
anti-Semitic.
Very diplomatic.
Very anti-Semitic.
Yes.
Okay, then there's more. Oh, Kim Jong-un says, play this audio anytime Vito talks about his projects. You ready for this one?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Let's see. Oops, wait a minute.
Vito's projects, Vito's fun little ideas, Vito's postponed comic book, Vito's soon-to-be hit magazine, Vito's lazy creative team, Vito's Deadpool 3 ripoff.
That's pretty good.
3 of those are about the comic, and one of them's about the magazine. You're trying to make it sound like I have a bunch of projects I'm pitching, and 3 of them are the same one.
I had a long time ago.
Yeah.
I wanted to try to trick you into doing a recurring bit on the show. That was Vito brings in an
in a
idea.
pitch. I have great ideas.
Vito's $1 million idea or something.
Should have brought in my pitch for an American Evangelion movie. I put that on Twitter this week. I'm gonna write that.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's a good pitch. I've had that pitch. I'm like.
Exactly. I've had this idea percolating around.
Well, if you do an Evangelion
20
movie,
years.
it can't be in Japan. You can't get a bunch of Japanese people if Americans are going to make it. So
Right,
you got
right.
to figure out how to Americanize it.
And then
And me, as a fan of the lore, who understands that there's a nerve branch in Massachusetts, I go, well, right there. It's like Good Will Hunting with robots.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you capped it off. You had a finisher.
That I said I should write this?
No, and then at the end, they go into space or some shit.
No,
and
at the end, they meet, they go to Japan, and then they meet Shinji and Rei at the end.
It was at that moment that I said, oh my God, I feel like I'm listening to my dad tell me an idea for a movie.
I have great ideas.
Vito's project.
Someday I'll finish writing my Star Wars
Vito's
Episode 9
postponed
script.
comic book. Vito's soon-to-be hit magazine.
I have a script that's halfway finished that is what Star Wars Episode 9 should have been. And now that AI imagery is possible, I might actually finally be able to make that video.
It'd be like an animated comic.
Yeah, well, I'd be like, now I can be like, show me, an X-Wing doing this.
Yeah.
And then I can make a little video out of it.
Okay, well, there you go. Do you have any bits or
Vito's
such
projects.
things?
Any bits? Well, I don't know about bits, but I do have a famous segment that I like to call Vote It Up.
Go voting faster! Vote all the problems! Your cock comes harder!
My cock comes harder.
Go vote the problems! Problems! Go vote it up or Vito will rave!
Oh, right.
Your single mother and your little kid!
Oh, my God.
This liver dying of cirrhosis! Just milk his breath and drunk you will get!
Good.
Vote the problems!
That's what I go for.
Fuck Vito's cat, just go vote it up!
All right.
Vote the problems! Oh!
Did you do the family thing?
I'm so glad our fan. No, he didn't do the family. Well, he said I'd write him a mother. Is that? It's similar, I guess.
That's not enough.
Our fans really give it the old one take college try, huh?
They should be working on it for 2 years, like all your ideas.
Yeah, you could run it through some filters.
The biggest problem card game. We didn't get to argue about that one too.
That's a good. That's
Fuck,
a good.
man. I gotta write all
project.
these things down. Maybe we'll have people vote. Thank you.
I was gonna make a prototype of that, and we could try playing it on the show. It's just cards. It'll take 2 seconds. We'll talk about the biggest problem card game. Regardless, guys, this is Voted Up, the exciting segment where we revisit past problems and put them in a new light. From all
Did I play
the way.
the intro song yet? For this?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Kidding.
This was me being prophetic, I want to say. All the way back in episode 20, I brought in the problem of anti-Israel boycotts.
Oh.
These are, of course, laws that make it
boycotts.
illegal to boycott the state of Israel.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, right now we have something like that slipping through Congress, where the United States House of Representatives have
this is my
overwhelmingly-
problem. I mean,
Well, I mean,
you
I
should have known when I said I'm doing foreign lobbyists.
Then we're moving along. We'll get into
We
that
can talk
later.
about it now. I don't care.
Well, yeah, I'll just say that right now they have passed a bill that would expand the federal definition of anti-Semitism, despite opposition
Yeah,
from
this is
civil
my-
liberties groups.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'll still be able to talk
foreign
about
lobbyists.
it. This
Like, for example, Israel.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Israel's one of them.
Foreign lobbyists.
Foreign lobbyists. Well, we
Yeah.
can just do your problem then and make it part of the thing.
Okay, what is it?
Well, I'm going to say if this bill becomes law, do you know what will happen, Dick? Do you know what this bill seeks to do?
we're gonna have to say Jesus killed himself then.
I don't
no more
know
of this.
That's in there. I've heard people saying things like that.
I don't
but,
know. How do you explain Jesus dying with this law in effect? I'm pretty sure you can't. How much am I allowed to
How
say
much
his
are you allowed
name?
to say about
How
what
much
the
am I
Jews
allowed
did
to praise?
historically?
Whoa! I don't know who did nothing. Whoa! I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing.
Fair enough.
Hogan's Heroes, which was not a comedy anymore. I don't think you're allowed to say that.
Well, that's not exactly what it says. What it says is that This would codify into law a very specific definition of anti-Semitism,
which is things we don't like.
This is a definition that was created in 1964 by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, and they want to make this definition.
You got the word. They got the word in there, didn't they?
Definition.
You know, they got it in there. Oh, you fuckers!
Yeah, that's interesting.
And I mean white people when I say that.
Sure.
White people killed Jesus. That's who did it.
Jesus.
Those goddamn white people, they get away with everything.
Well, would you like the new potential legal definition of anti-Semitism, Dick?
Yeah, it's nice and clear cut, right?
Yeah, this is the simplest thing I've ever heard.
Speeding, can't go over 55 on the freeway, right?
This would be...
Murder, shot him dead.
Give me 1 second, I'm about to sneeze.
Steal something that don't belong to you.
Oh, I got a sneeze building up. We'll see if it happens.
You don't have to rush through the thing. You could just sneeze. Stare at a light.
Is that going to help?
You don't do that? Stare at the sun.
It's got to be really bright, though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got to stare at the sun.
Look at yourself on the monitor.
How does that help?
Because you're so bright.
The definition of anti-Semitism would be categorized as a certain perception of Jews, which may be expressed as hatred towards Jews.
Oh, boy. All right.
Rhetorical and physical manifestations of anti-Semitism.
I got to manifest the shit?
Are directed towards Jewish or non-Jewish individuals.
Non-Jewish?
And or their property. Yeah, that's the...
property? I can't be...
Jewish community institutions.
This table's big on Jewish. Can I say that?
Facilities. I guess if a building's owned by Jewish people, you can't talk shit about the building.
I can't talk shit about the building?
That definition also...
That building lit itself on fire
for no reason, and no one owns it. That definition would also...
Wasn't even insured.
...encompass the targeting of the state of Israel, conceived as a Jewish collectivity.
Does that include the U.S.? When they say state of Israel, are they referring to the U.S. government, or are they referring to...
I think you're breaching the definition right now. I don't think you're allowed to say that.
This doesn't work for me, guys!
I don't think you're allowed to say that. Now, I'll give you an example.
If I'm breaking the law, I'm breaking the law big time. I got bad news for you.
Here's something you can't say, Dick. You could not say, for instance, this would be considered legally anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic, if this law passes?
If I was to say to you, Dick, I believe the existence of the state of Israel is a racist endeavor. That would be a legally defined anti-Semitic statement.
Okay. So anything that's true is... I've noticed that anything that's true...
We're going to go to jail if you keep this up.
That's not... Truth is not Jewish, so that's...
No, we're in trouble.
Anything, they're like, so I saw people go like, oh, yeah, so what, I'm just not supposed to say even though it's happening? I'm like, well, wait a minute. The only things that are happening are criminalized. Like, yeah, of course.
Here's a very important thing that you also need to consider.
You can say black people can breathe underwater. That's not criminalized anywhere. That Jewish guy left a great tip. Not criminalized.
Not criminalized.
It's not happening.
I guess that's true. I can't just get around it by saying the exact opposite. Here's the other thing.
That's opposite world is where we're in now.
Opposite world is where we're in. You have to go, I don't think the Jews are
White people killed
racist
Jesus.
at all.
White people...
I don't think
infiltrated the Roman government, just like they're infiltrating our government. And
I love the Jews. See, now I'm fucked. Now I'm in opposite world. What do I have to say to actually express I love the Jews? Here's what you can't do.
Why would anyone want to say that?
You cannot make any comparison between contemporary Israeli policy and that of the Nazis. So if you were to say that a current existing Israeli policy is similar in scope to a Nazi Germany policy, that would legally be considered anti-Semitic.
Did the Nazis have 8% home loans? 8% mortgage rates?
I don't know what the lending terms were under the Nazis.
Did the Nazis?
I don't know.
What was there? Did they have a central bank?
I don't know if you can.
Why would I call that?
Here's the deal. Here's why this is important, guys. Is that this would I believe
the Nazis? Well, they did have their own Hollywood, didn't they?
The Nazis?
Yeah, they were doing.
They were making some good movies. Yeah.
Okay.
What's her
I won't
name?
do that then.
Lena Dunham. That's not her name. The lady who made Triumph of the Will.
Reisfall.
Yeah. Wasn't it Lena though? I can't remember.
I think it was Lena Dunham.
Yeah, it was Lena Dunham, famous
waddling
Nazi cinematographer.
What's up, Hitler? I molested my sister when I was 8.
Maybe it was Leslie Reisfall.
Grad school, man. You mind if I masturbate Hitler? Yeah, we're cool.
Famous Nazi.
So you want to reach the women, huh?
director,
Was
Lena-
ist this? shit cis Jew out of you!
Okay, I would genuinely watch Lena Dunham Back in Time.
That's like a Naked Gun 4 movie. Oh, it's me, Hitler! Leslie Nielsen!
They made a movie where Lena Dunham travels back in time and upsets Hitler. I'd be into it.
You know they'd fuck it up, too.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good
How could they
enough.
not do that?
Here's why this matters, guys, is by adding this definition to the law, that would actually allow the Federal Department of Education to restrict funding and resources to college campuses perceived as tolerating anti-Semitism. So all these protests you're seeing against Israel, again, in boycotts of them and whatever else,
Yeah.
you could then, the federal government could legally go, we are cutting you off from federal funding until you learn to love Jews again.
Man, I don't know. Am I allowed? It's the three religions really have me. They have me between a rock and a hard place, and between an aklamach. You know.
Yeah.
It's you can't make fun of.
Between a Kabbalah and a fucking mosque.
And between a rock and a hard place and that big black cube.
The Kaaba.
Oh, is that the Kaaba?
I think it's the Kaaba.
You can't make fun of Israel. You can't make fun of Mohammed, and you can't make fun of fat women. They got all three religions have their sacred cow. You know.
Yeah.
That you can't touch.
I was always disappointed by the photos of inside the Kaaba. You think it would have like a bunch of glowing crystals and shit and like holograms?
It's not a magic card. What do you?
Well,
why would it have glowing crystals?
It's like the closest
Hey,
thing.
let's put some glowing crystals in here.
Muhammad's tomb, zero cost, taps to whatever, empty a graveyard. I mean, it looks like that big black box looks
Why
like
would it have a bunch of crystals?
there should be something cool in there. There's like nothing
like a
cool
Scrooge
in there.
McDuck money bin. They should have.
Well, yeah, you ever watch?
But that's the last.
There should
Put that right over. Hey, Jews, check it out. Check out our money bin.
we got a bunch of cool gold and stuff in here. There's nothing in there. It's got like shitty carpeting. It's not interesting at all.
They should put. I would say they should
If
put
everybody's
something.
praying to it, there should at least be like a
Big pair of tits in there.
like
big
a
talking set
hologram of
tits.
Muhammad that like spins around like 360 and
Like South Park.
yeah, why not?
Oh,
yeah, it should be Moses, the fucking.
Oh yeah, Moses.
Moses was the big dreidel. Regardless, guys, the bill passed the House on Wednesday by a margin of 320 to 91. This was a GOP-led bill, the party of free speech, as we've been told.
Oh yeah, let's nickel and dime.
Well,
who's more owned by Israel?
I mean, we got to run numbers. The Democrats were the only ones opposing this. It now goes to the Senate for consideration. That is anti-Israel boycotts. Currently number 444.
Well, there's my fucking problem.
With
Foreign
121
lobbyists.
upvotes.
I don't know why you thought,
Well, you can add to it.
but it's all going to be talked out. We already did all the
So
jokes.
we did your problem. Okay.
That's my problem then.
Okay, so we worked it in a
I
little
even
bit.
had some stats.
Give us some stats.
China. Guess how? Let me count it out first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess what number Israel is on the country's?
With lobbyists?
Yeah,
Like
lobbyists.
number of total lobbyists?
Yeah, like ranking.
Okay. I'd say
It was
fourth.
10. That's why I counted it out.
Fourth.
Obviously, in front of you.
Fourth.
It's 10th.
10th out of 10?
10 out of all the countries. I don't know. Top 10.
Yeah, I'm saying, so what is Israel out of the top 10 most
So China
lobbyists?
gives, what is this, 400 million? I should have written down what
Is
it
this
was.
money or number?
Money.
Okay.
I didn't write down enough stats. Look, the important thing is China is 400 million.
$400 million
400 million
that they
I guess, I
invest
don't
in
know.
lobbying.
And Israel's 181. It's only half.
Yeah. Israel's in dead
Doesn't
last.
that seem like a lot? Not last. 10.
Well,
Top
out
10.
of 10, yeah, I'm sure.
China, I don't want them lobbying us at all, right?
Well, what are you going to do? You can't not let them lobby.
You can literally do anything. Vito, I can't do cocaine in my own house.
Hmm.
So if that's the bar, you can't give me $20 to jack you off right now. If that's the bar, we can literally do anything.
Well, if that's true, I want my 20 back because I
couldn't give you $400 million to jack you off right now.
$161 million. You're saying you expected Israel to be higher based on our love of them.
I would not. Oh yeah, maybe. I guess. Are we doing opposite day still?
Hold on, but they're spending $161 million
I would
on
think
lobbyists.
China would be giving way more money than a little tiny Israel.
I think China knows we don't like them though.
What does Israel think?
Israel thinks we don't like them, but we like need them, right?
Israel?
Yeah, they're our partner in the Middle East. They're our only
Who the fuck
they're
wants a
our
partner in the
little
Middle
oasis
East?
in the middle of a bunch
Why
of
would we want that?
brown faces. I mean,
Have you ever been to the Middle East?
No, and if I go, I'm going to Israel and I'm hanging out with the Jews because the rest of it seems like a fucking poison wasteland of. Maybe I'd go to Egypt.
No, don't go to Egypt. That's the worst one.
Really?
To go to.
Is
it's
it?
a shithole. It feels like a gas station. Feels like a gas station in Arizona.
I got to go to
like
one of the
out in
ones
middle of nowhere.
with all the TikToks of like Turkish guys making crazy.
The ice cream.
Yeah, the
cone
ice
that they're
cream.
fucking-
I'll do that. I'll have a Turkish guy take ice cream away from me.
You're like
That's what I base my tourism on.
ice cream shenanigans.
I don't know, man. I'm not a tourist. I don't go anywhere. My sister's going to Everest.
The
The
mountain?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Is she gonna climb it?
Yes.
No, don't do that.
That's what I said.
Is she gonna lose her fingers or something?
She says she's not going all the way up Everest. There's like
Well,
different
don't go to
base
Everest
camps.
and not go all the way up. What's the?
I don't know, man.
I didn't climb Everest too.
Right.
Great. We both didn't
We
climb
both
Everest.
didn't climb
That's good
Everest.
for us, right?
Yeah, is halfway climbing Everest, is that considered like a thing?
I trained my whole life to not climb Everest. We did it.
Yeah,
together.
I don't know, man. It's so weird that I'm like the most like anxious human being about going anywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know the language. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I just go and
What if they were doing Skankfest on Everest?
Well, that's the thing is, I would go to that. See, that's why Skankfest. I'm like, you know what? This is one of those things where I would push myself
This is my Rubicon.
to get out of my shell
Yeah,
and go
yeah.
try to have fun. You know, and at least there, I'd feel like I'm,
I get it. I'm just not a comedian at all.
I mean, I want to go to
these
more.
guys
I
are.
want to go to more like conventions and stuff. So
Comedy conventions?
no. Like that's why I'm hoping. Once the comic's done, I'll be going to all sorts of comic conventions and stuff. That'll be fun.
What's the estimate for the comic right now?
The estimate in terms of
Time.
when's it coming out?
Deadpool 3 is it?
We're
coming out
aiming to beat
before?
Deadpool 3, and I think we're on track.
I need a stronger.
Don't do.
I need a stronger
Based on
commitment.
the rate we're going, I think we're gonna make it.
What rate are you going at?
We're going. I don't know, man. Like
How do you judge? How do you gauge
five
that
pages a week or something
thing?
like
You
that.
did 5 pages this week?
Yeah.
Really? Colored?
Well, the coloring is going too fast. I actually had to tell the colorist to stop.
Oh, you fired them.
No, I didn't fire them. I did not fire the colorist. It's that he started coloring pages that I said, oh no, there's like some revisions I want to do on those before you color them.
It's too late for revisions, man. Just get it out the door.
There's a couple little things that I want to.
Send people like a patch.
Continuity.
If there's a problem, just send them a sticker they
Well,
can put on
we'll
it.
see.
Like, here, I missed this line. Just put this little speech
sticker
bubble
over there.
on that one.
I don't think it's anything major, but it's just like I'm like, oh, I just want him to like change this panel or whatever.
UAE, 200 million, a little bit above Israel. Bahamas, a little bit above it. Qatar. Does these sound like? Is this a good thing? Do you think?
These companies are spending money on
The
lobbyists.
U.S. government, yeah. Make it illegal.
We give them $30 trillion regardless. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. I think they need. I think the.
How much is
I think the Congress
Ukraine?
people-
How much is Ukraine
I don't
paying?
think Brandon Herrera is going to take money from Israel. I'm gonna put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't think if we elected Nick Fuentes, I don't think he's going to be taking money.
Please don't lobby for Nick Fuentes on this show. Please don't.
Wouldn't that be?
Next time we
That
go
would
do
really upset Mr.
We're
Girl,
never
huh?
gonna. I don't. It's not about Mr. Girl. It's gonna be
Mr.
funny.
Girl would wig out.
It's gonna be one of those situations where we meet with Hulu again, and we go, "We got a new thing to pitch you." They go, "Oh, well, tell us about your podcast." I go, "Well, we of course helped run the campaign to get Nick Fuentes elected president."
You're welcome, guys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Well, if he gets elected, it'll be like,
be
well, they had
great.
some foresight.
No more of this DEI shit.
I disavow.
No more planes falling out of the
I
sky.
disavow. So that's
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Are these good people? How come? I mean,
None of these-
Israel's
none of these
obviously
countries
good,
are
but
good
how
people.
come?
We're not good people. Like, do you think America's the good guy? That being invaded
Well,
by all
except
these
for the government
evil
and the
foreign
banks,
guys.
yeah.
Every company
And
on earth
most people,
is
they're also bad.
full of scumbags. So it's just scumbags interacting with scumbags.
Japan. Why is
And then
Japan?
for some reason you think Donald Trump gets in and it changes
he's
things
good.
at all. He's good.
He did okay.
Who are the people working for him that were good?
Just Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
You got one guy out of Trump's entire cabinet. So
I don't know.
Trump gets in and then he's just working with all the same bad guys who run all the bad shit. And you go, oh no, but it's
Man,
different.
he did some
because he
bad
doesn't like
stuff.
China. Trump got you the
I
vaccine.
wouldn't be
You fucking
upset
idiot.
if he went to prison. I'll put it that way.
He didn't.
I wouldn't be
pardon-
upset
he didn't
about
pardon
it.
the Jan 6 guys. He should have
Yeah.
pardoned the Jan 6 guys.
He should have pardoned Snowden day one.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't.
Because he thinks he's a traitor.
Why not pardon Snowden at this point? It's like
because he's a boomer.
Easy PR. It is.
It's because he's a boomer.
He gets in trouble with his friends. They go, I couldn't believe you pardon that traitor.
They just they love having the biggest dick on earth. Yeah. Every boomer thinks they have the biggest dick. They have the most special dick on earth. There's nothing that will talk them out of it.
See, if we went to Skankfest, you'd be one step closer to getting that Mar-a-Lago invite. We got to elevate the profile.
What am I going to do at Mar-a-Lago?
Play a little golf.
Shit in there?
Eat some McDonald's or whatever you fucking
I'll
bring
break my other tendon if I go to Mar-a-Lago. I already met Trump, okay? I met Trump before it was cool.
No, you met Trump while it was cool. Not before it was cool.
Well, okay, yeah, that's
in
true.
the midst of it being cool.
The Marshall Islands, Saudi Arabia. Man, I don't want these guys to have South Korea. Ooh,
I mean, Saudi Arabia. I mean, we got to talk to those guys anyway. It's all their oil, right?
Just take it.
We're not doing that. Because everybody
else
else
let Israel take it. Somebody take the fucking oil.
No, we like the Saudis because they don't cause too much trouble for anybody.
What about 9/11?
Well, that was the one time they got a little rowdy. Other than that, they're good. That was the one time we let them off the leash. And we said, we got to keep these guys on a tight. We got to buy these princes a couple more Maseratis so they keep these Osama guys in line.
APAC.
Just let them race their fucking cars and buy their golden boats.
After here it is. APAC, AIPAC.
Mm-hmm.
Is something
the American
Israel.
International
halts campaign fundraising for Republicans who voted against the emergency Israel aid.
So it will no longer. If anyone who voted against it will not receive IPAC
They
funds.
Publicly announced that they'd be halting their funding.
IPAC is just a conservative fund, though. I mean, I assume
it's Israel.
A lot of Jewish money. So it is a Jewish
specifically
fund?
Israel. Okay. If you try to do that with a cop, you go to jail. Officer, I was going to give you this $100, but if you're going to give me the ticket, I'm not.
I can't give it.
Oh, you're going to jail.
I was going to leave this on the ground next to the car.
Yeah. Prison. Stop.
Lobbyists, foreign lobbyists.
Get rid of them.
That is interesting. But that's how money talks, man. It's all about.
What's the rest of your.
My stupid
God,
segment.
I'm just saying, it's illegal to give money in so many instances except this one. So why?
Well, I mean. It's the Jews giving the money.
Well,
you should be happy. That's a rare situation. Yeah, Jewish guys giving a loan. You want to put a stop to that? That's not happening. That's their whole thing. It's like killing them. You have to let Jewish guys
take our loans from us. No!
if you
and then Jesus comes back to life, starts building the third temple with.
I think if you make
it's like a brick cannon. And it looks like a fucking Waffle House.
If we ever pass the law,
all the Muslims are like running into the Waffle House.
Inside the Ark of the Covenant is a document that says Jewish guys are no longer allowed to give out loans. So if you open the
is that what?
Yeah. So when you open the Ark, all the Jewish guys' souls get. Oh God!
We got to get it out before it's illegal.
Yeah, you can't take that away from them. That's like 90. You know, we're like 90% water. Those
are 90% loans. 90% interest.
90% interest is the Jewish body.
That's the most anti-Semitic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, we got to make those Jews. We got to make these jokes before the bill goes through the Senate. It only passed the House. All right, so you got like a couple weeks to make those.
Get
jokes.
the checkbooks out.
Yeah. Well, guys, I got one more here for you. From episode 88, this is a classic problem. Tomorrow, of course, is our most favorite holiday. Dick, do you know what tomorrow is?
May the 4th?
May the 4th. Off. And to celebrate May the 4th, Star Wars actor Mark Hamill is kicking in with a bit of promotion. If you head on over to my Twitter, I've pulled up a video of Mark Hamill letting everyone know to celebrate this beloved holiday and doing it in perhaps the most appropriate venue he can think of.
All right.
Let's see.
Where is that?
Go down.
Lucas, like Disneyland or somewhere?
Are you blocked by this guy? I think you're blocked by the guy who posted it. Of course you are. No. Hold on. No. I'm finding it. There we go. There we are.
No, he's not.
The one and only Mark Hamill.
Why is he wearing sunglasses in the White House?
Well, because he just met with President Joe Biden to help kick off everyone's favorite holiday, May the 4th. And let's hear from Mark Hamill.
How many of you had Mark Hamill will lead the press briefing on your bingo card? Hands? Yeah, me either. And look, I just got to meet the president, and he gave me these aviator glasses. Oh, yeah. I love the merch. Love it all. But listen, I just wanted to say I was honored to be asked to come to the White House to meet the president, the most legislative successful president in my lifetime. And, you know, I don't have to go through the list, the bipartisan infrastructure law, the PACT Act, the CHIPS Act, all of that, inflation, 15 million jobs. Look,
wow.
It's all good. I mean, I was really thrilled to meet the entire staff because, you know, it's not just one person. It's like
not one person.
Composite endeavor. And all these people, my goodness, you know, I mean, I have no idea.
I mean, if he likes Joe Biden, what can you say?
You know, he wanted to abort his granddaughter.
Shut the fuck up.
This fucking cocksucker.
Hey, nerd, shut
this
up.
This fucking cocksucker. His son gets some whore pregnant, and he says, hey, he gets out the checkbook. How much to abort this piece of shit?
All right,
what
Neurotic.
a fucking cocksucker this guy is.
Yeah, now you're on his side.
What a cocksucker.
Now you're on his side. Well, let's see.
So, that's pretty much it. I'm open to questions, although no Star Wars questions, please.
This is
I want to
hilarious.
say once again how
Why'd you want to...
grateful I am, and it just shows you that
oh, God, you should be a White House correspondent.
Be so influential.
Day one, I
and
would
so
just shoot
positive in our
someone.
lives. And again, thank you so much.
Wow.
Why is he winded?
I don't
Did
know.
he just get jacked off by this bitch?
Yeah, he
over
seems
here?
disoriented. That was not a great performance at all. Another boomer there. Well,
Takes
that was,
in
of
my
course,
ass.
Mark Hamill doing what every Star Wars fan wants to hear, praising Joe Biden.
It's not one man.
It's not one
really?
man.
It's not?
It's a whole criminal enterprise.
The CHIPS Act? What did you like about the CHIPS Act?
All right. He told me about the crime bill, and I agree with him. Those super predators are causing a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mark
He said
Hamill,
we got all these Landos out there stealing Millennium Falcons, and he's going to put a stop to it.
Lando was a real corn pop, if you know what I'm talking about. Well, of course, we're kicking off May the 4th with Mark Hamill, age 72, who met Joe Biden, age 81 years old, and going strong. Looking forward to another 4 years in office, which would make him 85 or maybe 86. That's nothing. That's the right age to be running the country. Guys, voted up May the 4th, currently number 359 with 195
Nick Fuentes is only 25.
upvotes.
He could be president for 70
Forever.
years.
Yeah. Change those term limits. I can't wait.
There ain't gonna be any term limits with
Go
Nick
vote
Fuentes as
in
president.
faster! Vote all the problems! Your cock comes harder!
Cock comes hard.
Oh, your cock.
Go vote the problems!
Problems.
Go vote it up or Vito will rave! Your single mother and your little kid!
Why would you say your female mother?
This liver dying
Isn't mother-
No. You can't be sure.
Yeah, I guess not now.
Can't assume. Thanks to President...
Problem!
Don't make
Fuck Vito's
it.
cat, just go
what did he
vote
say?
it up! Vote
Joby
up!
Kwan,
don't
Roby Kwan Joby or something? Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah. Obi-Joe Kenobi or something?
Joby-Wan Kenobi?
Joby-Wan Kenobi is what he called Joe Biden.
What was he going to call the abortion doctor that he
Okay,
hired?
look, we're not doing the Mark Hamill abortion stuff. I think we've taken a side on that. We can't.
Not me. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. This is good. All right, so you kind of did a
Other people take sides. That's what makes them weak.
Fair enough. You kind of did a problem. Should I do a problem?
My problem was foreign lobbyists of all
stripes.
types,
Not-
especially the ones
You should put your problem as foreign lobbyists, and in parentheses,
Not especially
just,
Israel.
Not just the Jews.
not Israel.
the Jews, but not only the Jews. Got it. All right.
I
well,
would never say that.
you would
You're
never.
crazy.
Of course. Well, you can only say
You're having some sort of
you only got like
fever.
2 weeks to make these jokes, and then we're going to jail. So,
Then they
or
become
we're getting
hates.
denied our federal funding.
Can I put that on my tax form? Do I have to put all the jokes I made about Jews on my taxes?
Yeah.
Do I have to pay? It's like 25 cents.
Something like that.
Man, here we go.
Oh,
All right,
great.
let's sit
Jewish
down.
joke
Here we go.
tax. That would be good. I think we should pay a little bit. We owe that brave community. Here's my
Let's see,
problem.
my nephews asked, how did they dig the Grand Canyon? And I said, they threw a penny on the ground and then...
My problem, Dick, is, of course, doing work when you're sick.
I called Don Lemon and Uncle Hiram. That was kind of a twofer. That's 50 cents.
I visited the Holocaust Memorial, and I said, you could make a great pizza in here.
I did not say. I would never say something like that.
Of course not. Why would you? Someone asked me how you could possibly bake all these cookies, and I tried to do the math. That's
the same thing that Nick said.
I know that is it. I was making a reference there to what Nick said.
It's not any better.
I was joking. I was making
So was
a
he.
Nick one. I'm not saying he wasn't. Okay, I'm not saying he wasn't joking there. He said other things which don't sound like jokes, and I don't think we should support him on this show. But you know,
Well, we do.
No, we don't. You do. I don't.
Well, it's unfortunate that we do.
This is poison. You should lose your Patreon. I'm just.
Who would take it away?
Who would take it away?
See, that's the worst part. That's the most terrifying part is I don't know whose ass I have to kiss now. Like, who's running? Who is going to fuck me?
Yeah.
Is it the pro-Palestine or the anti-Palestine? I don't know which group.
There's a lot
is
of
gonna win.
Potential ways to go with it, yeah.
It's real tough, man. I'm in a real, I
mean,
you
could do the safe thing and just, abandon comedy forever, I guess. That's really the only way to survive.
That's what Andy Kindler did.
Now he's Mort the Mortician.
Or you can take the Babylon
Bob,
Bee.
are you making burgers, Bob? I don't remember what Mort sounds like.
He sounds exactly like that.
Did you ever see the Bob's Burgers pilot? You know what the original pitch of the show was?
Yeah, they make people.
Yeah, it was a cannibal restaurant. So Mort the Mortician.
Dumb.
It was dumb. And then I don't know how they made that pitch work because they pitched it as it's about a family that makes burgers out of people. And now we're saying we love it. Can you get rid of the cannibalism? And they're like, sure. We just thought we needed like a hook or something, but I guess they're like, no, we just want a sitcom about a guy.
That's why you wanted to do like a home repair show.
Hooks are fun.
Comedy.
People like a hook.
Sketch show.
Well, I still think we should do some sort of sketch show, and we don't have to do it with a network. Anyway, my problem is doing work when you're sick, Dick, which is what I'm doing currently, which is why this episode is terrible. No, this episode's great. I got sick people energy, I guess. I'm forcing my way
you have
through
a surprising amount of energy for a sick guy.
Well, luckily I'm at the tail end of my illness, but throughout this week, it has been a struggle to get things done. And it just reminds me of all the times when, thankfully now, I'm a self-employed man. I can take a little time to myself. But there were times, when you have one of these 9-to-5 type jobs.
Yeah.
And you really got to weigh the idea of, well, if I miss a day at work, I'm not going to get paid.
Yeah.
My boss is going to have a big problem with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and he's going to, of course, make the assumption that I'm one of these millennials who's going, I'm just so sick today, when in reality, I'm being a big pussy and taking a mental health day.
They love saying that.
Who does?
Boomers.
The boomers?
Like, oh, these guys are just pussies.
These guys are just pussies. You got to power through. Well, I have a story about that. Is back when I was working on the hit card game Star Realms.
Okay.
And I felt bad, but this happens at every convention I go to, is there's a bunch of nerds walking around, myself included. We're not hygienic people. I'm not going to claim I'm better than anyone, but...
You should. That should be something you aspire to.
I do as well.
To claim that I do have better hygiene than them.
I have the hand sanitizer, and I'm sanitizing, and whatever else.
That's not...
What am I supposed to do?
That's like the deck chairs on the Titanic, man.
Look, dude.
Hand sanitizer, it's all about soap, 2 brushes.
I do that.
A hose. Get a hose in there.
Well, I'm at a
pump it
hotel
up.
for the convention. I do what I can with what they have, okay? And
that's plenty.
Sure, I might be clean at the convention, but there's a lot of people walking in from off the street with their hands on their genitals and rubbing their feces all over everything. Okay, we're selling a card game where people sit down and they're handling the cards and they're shuffling them up.
God,
it's literally like
throw up just
I don't know how
thinking
people
about
don't die at these comic conventions with the amount of shit that's getting
the furry
touched.
convention we went to in Chicago. Like
had an outbreak, right? I heard of one that did.
That might be true, but going to the bathroom there, like going down this hall, the stench of and to be fair,
they're in suits.
They're in suits all day, but still, it was an You're in suits going skiing too, and I've never smelled this smell before at Vail or something.
Yeah, it's horrific. So I'm at this convention.
Yeah.
First day, whatever. Second day, I start feeling under the weather. And then that night, and I'd never had this before, I'm like, why do I keep belching? And why do my belches taste exactly like a delicious bucket of popcorn? Just constantly burping popcorn. And then I start farting uncontrollably. And then I start having horrific diarrhea.
Okay.
And I go, well, I don't think this is normal, so let me look up these symptoms.
Normal for you.
Not normal for me.
Okay.
Usually I'll have one of the three. Never all at once. Okay, the horrific diarrhea, I'm there. All right, I got it. But never all at the same time. I look it up and then you go, it's not like one of these things like you might have this. It's like you have norovirus. That's it. You have norovirus. It's a very common bacterial transmission. It happens a lot of the time on cruise ships where a lot of people are in a tight, constrained area for a long time. It is highly infectious. You should avoid all contact with any other people.
Nah, fuck that. I got to go to the...
Well...
I got to get out of here, man.
I said, so my company flew me out. Obviously, I felt bad, and they're like, I send them a text, and I go, hey, listen, I know I'm out here, but I have norovirus, And they go, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. I'm like, so you want me to come in? And they're like, yeah. I'm like,
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Well, why would you ask?
Well,
would you want permission to? I don't know how sick you are.
It would be good for
if somebody asks you, you say, "No, get out there."
When you say I have norovirus, you think even if you weren't completely familiar with it, you'd go, let me real quick look up what that is.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Okay. Well, I
looked at a computer.
I get to the convention. I'm, sweating profusely.
Yeah.
I'm belching these horrific, acrid popcorn belches. And I'm running to the bathroom every 2 seconds. And the lady who, was like in charge of the booth, she goes, oh, you're really sick.
Yeah.
The lady I had texted.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I have norovirus.
Oh, you texted her?
Yeah. She said,
so you give it to her.
She said, oh, I thought you were kidding. Why would I? What the fuck? What? Why would I text you? I have norovirus as a goof.
Why would you leave the hotel room if you had a norovirus?
Because the way they made it sound was like, hey man, well we really need you to put in your whatever effort.
Yeah,
and
but if you're sick, you're sick.
Well, looking back on it now, look, at the time, this was one of those situations where this was my job. I don't want my employers to think I'm not, giving it my all, because then I'm going to get this reputation in the company. Like, oh, did you hear Vito said he had norovirus so he could get a day off at the con?
You have to show up a little bit. That's the secret.
I showed up, and now that I think about it, I was just
get sent home.
In a booth showing people how to play a card game, and I'm like, I probably infected 100 people with a horrible fucking virus.
Yeah.
Because my, employers at the time were like, well, you got to give it the old college try.
That's cool though. Infecting other people at work, that's fun.
If you got, where was that?
You're like, fuck you guys.
Was it Dragon Con, or I forget which con it was? Not Dragon Con. One of the big tables, Gen Con, I think it was. If you got norovirus at Gen Con from the White Wizards booth, it was my fault. But it's not my fault, it's my employer's fault, and you can blame them.
Well, you didn't have to leave.
I didn't have to what? Leave the hotel room?
Yeah. You could have pretended to pass out or something.
I guess it's I don't know. Well, whoever gave it to me, it's their fault.
Get a picture of yourself wearing a hospital bracelet and just send that anytime you need to get out
having
of work.
norovirus was genuinely, it was awful, but it was also kind of interesting that like I already know I'm gross, but I didn't realize how gross the human body can possibly be. That I spent all night just in the bathroom going between the shower and the toilet and just like vomiting, belching, and shitting, and then getting in the shower to try and wash the filth off of me. And I went, I didn't know the human body could be this bad. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Can't wait for tomorrow. And then we went to a Brazilian steakhouse that night. I was still sick. So
Why'd you go to the steakhouse?
Well, I put in a day's work. I'm not going to not get.
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
I'm not going to not get my steak in. Look, if they're going to force me to work, I'm going to reap the rewards.
You shouldn't want to go.
No, I wanted the steak. I stayed to my own little
Brazilian,
corner.
Bring you all the meat
Yeah, they bring
possible?
me the meat, so, I can just stay in the corner.
Why would you go from shitting your brains out to I want to eat unlimited steak?
There's no situation where I don't want to eat unlimited steak. I could be... I could be
that makes the
on
shit
my
so much worse.
and I would want unlimited steak. It was a work dinner. I had to show my face. You know, I had to be that. You know what? It was a corporate function. You know, you can't miss out on that because then you're not a team player.
Man, that is disgusting.
I know it's disgusting, and that's why if your employee tells you they're sick, you should just go, "Yeah, that's fine. Don't come to work."
Why did they let you come to dinner?
I don't know. They probably should have said they shouldn't have let me come into the con that day. I wasn't going to go to the con, but then I come in.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're all going to dinner, and I'm like, well, I'm already fucking here.
That was the one nice part about COVID is people like testing you to see if you're sick.
Yeah.
But then we went to some bar, and they tested her at the door with one of those head thermometer things.
Right.
And she was over it. And she's like, oh, this happens all the time. You're probably just overheated. Here's a glass of ice water.
So you just drink the water and then you're under it?
I said, put it on your head, right?
Yeah.
She tested again. She's like, oh, okay, well, 85.
Yeah, she said, technically you're a corpse now because
she
of the
did have
temperature.
COVID,
Yeah.
I think.
Well.
But it was nice to at least pretend that we could do something to stop.
All the COVID laws were like the stupidest thing in the world. Like
The laws were bad, but
the laws were real
pretending
bad.
like we could do something to stop diseases, like you could say, hey, don't come.
Yeah.
Don't come tonight if you're sick.
Look, the creative like workarounds for COVID were the moment when I'm like, okay, if you guys are just going to treat it like a
Like what?
like a fantasy, like a weird storybook thing, like, well, as long as we collectively believe that this is how to stop COVID, then we can manifest it into being the truth. Like, we can bend science around our beliefs. Like, I went to a restaurant, they're like, please don't eat or drink unless you're, seated at a table. And I'm like, of course, right, because COVID, if your body's in the seated position, it retreats into you.
Yeah.
That makes perfect fucking sense. It's
Like climate change.
Yeah.
Maybe if you just taxed us more.
oh, we'll just build some
have some windmills. That'll fix it, right?
You can't eat in the restaurant,
Sure.
so we're going to build tents outside to eat in. Oh.
All
Why
right.
can COVID not exist outside? No, it's the
Well,
exact
I mean,
same.
I don't know.
But at least you're not inside.
Maybe they really thought it would work.
But that it wasn't based on anything. It was just like guessing. And the
nothing
mask,
is, though.
the mask shit was the worst.
So you didn't like all that stuff.
No.
Okay. Well, that's good.
The only thing I liked was, I don't even like the jab because I think they should have denied it to everybody.
Wait, why?
I think COVID, if it had killed more people, we'd just be in a much happier place.
90% of people, that would have been perfect.
If anything, the government should have looked at it and they should have said, how do we make this more lethal? And only target Chinese people. No.
I think you're in luck. The government is currently
At work.
and they have
the
always
next
been
super
on
virus.
making a version that kills more people.
Yeah. Well, when it was killing old people,
I say the government.
if I was going to design a virus and what kind of people I wanted to kill, the old and the infirm who own all the houses, that would be good. If it only targeted old people and BlackRock executives, I'd be a very happy person. And why somebody didn't just roll up to BlackRock and spread COVID everywhere, I don't know. I thought about when they were like, we got to stop the spread, we got to lower the curve. I'm like, what if we did the opposite? Like, would it really be? But then they started arresting guys who were like, I think somebody got caught, like
licking ice cream.
Yeah, or like going to like a nursing home and like rubbing COVID on all the handrails.
That's pretty bad.
Well, those guys really got a quality of life to begin with. Who cares?
Yeah,
They probably got some. They probably got some legacy housing that's in the wings.
Okay, well,
Can knock them off.
is that your problem?
That's my problem. Is
Do you have any stats on that? Like how much sickness goes around?
100% of sickness is bad. No, I don't have any stats. Like I said, doing work when you're sick sucks. So this is what you get.
I would love to see
Here's
the
what you
text
get.
exchange between you and that woman where you're asking for permission to.
I just said I have norovirus. I don't think I should come in.
Which means she lies all the time about her illnesses.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done this shit before. Fuck that. You're coming in.
I just don't know why
I don't lie about
I don't
being
know why
sick.
she
So
said.
if anyone tells me they're sick, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well, don't come.
I don't know why she said. I thought you were joking. I'm like,
because you wouldn't have showed up if you weren't joking.
what's the joke? Look, if I wanted to play hooky, I would have. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I would have said I have norovirus. But when I show up and I immediately burp a giant popcorn ball in your face, you got to go, well, that's not good.
Okay, my problem is dubbing.
Dubbing.
Yeah, voice dubbing.
Yeah.
Is that a thing you identify with?
Some voice dubbing is okay. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, that's a great example. Are you at the point where the Red, the lion, starts talking like a little boy?
No, you said that on a previous episode and no one knew what you were talking about, and I still don't know what you're talking about.
Did I invent this?
I don't know. You said
he's like a gruff kind of voice.
Yeah,
right? But then he starts talking like Bart Simpson.
I haven't gotten to that point. I don't know if that happens in the game.
Because it's like a joke where he's like, oh, I'm actually in my species years, I'm like 12 years old, so this is my normal
voice. This is what I should sound like?
This is what I do sound like. Hey, guys! Yeah. It's like, I saw that.
So he normally adopts
a
gruff voice to fit in?
He fakes it.
Well, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I got to the point where he pretends to be a human and wears clothes.
I saw that too. Like, this is... Come on, guys.
I was like, this is a little goofy.
This is dumb.
This is a little too much.
You guys are supposed to be saving the planet,
The
right?
movie, I'll say this.
Duck
Final Fantasy VII is, the new one is becoming a little too cartoonish. The way Aerith and Tifa, I'm like, look, it's fun that they're cute, like, girls going tee, but like at a certain point, I'm like, can you let them have like a little bit of a personality beyond? Oh my God, Cloud, you're like so cool. Oh my God, Cloud, I like love when you do stuff. Hey, Cloud, we're gonna go to our room. Okay, bye. I'm like, this is like,
it's a little much.
Well, it stops.
What do they do when they get in the room? Do they kind of sound like exhausted?
Right. I want them to act like
I don't want to get the ick from an imaginary fantasy woman.
Right.
Okay? I got enough of that.
I don't want them to act like 8-year-old children all the time. Like, oh my God, we're on a funny picture.
Somebody clip that.
Yeah, be a little
all the time.
Be a little bit of like a disgruntled young woman, like, oh man, this shit we got to deal with, huh?
Yeah, just for a moment.
I want Tifa to lecture me about white male privilege. I go, this makes more sense. Cloud is a white man. You would not understand what we face in Midgar. I'd go, all right, good. This is authentic. I believe it.
Yeah, we were watching this movie about someone murdering their daughter. I forget what it was called, but it was a foreign movie, and they just dub every foreign movie by default now.
Yeah,
but all of them sound like they're doing a comedy bit. Like when they're doing the lines, it's translated, so this
is a foreign movie.
Bad. It's a foreign movie,
and it sounds terrible.
Yeah, and they narrate like everything they do because it's a foreign.
Was it a documentary?
No. It's like a docu-series.
Yeah,
like based on a true story type shit.
What do they sound like?
They sound like a fucking cartoon character.
Yeah.
How dare you? I would never accuse my daughter. Here I am staring at you. How could you ever be telling me something like that? Like, this is... Yeah. What was the point of this? What was the point of... So she switched to the normal language. It's like, it's like a real actor.
Right.
It's like real human people doing this.
Well, the guy who made Parasite, which won Best Picture, was like...
Did you watch it dubbed?
I
read it?
I still haven't seen Parasite.
It's really stupid.
Is it?
It's like the most heavy-handed. It would be called embarrassing. If white people had made it, or Jews would, I don't even. I think you could put a gun to a Jew's head and say, "Make me a movie as like Parasite." They'd be like, "I can't." Oy,
Eric July could make a Parasite.
I could have 7 October 7th. I could make you something like Parasite. Oy.
But he did say in his acceptance speech, he's like, please watch movies with subtitles. It will open an entire wealth
we gotta
of
stop
cinema
this
to
dubbing,
you.
man.
Yeah.
It's causing nothing but problems in video games too.
Well, the thing with dubbing is that, like, when
You're
it's
just like a fucking. Do you want a towel over there?
I'm leaking. What do you want? I'm
Your nose is getting redder than mine.
Yeah, well, came to work sick. You should appreciate my stick-to-it attitude.
Yeah. Would some fog help?
No.
Would it help, like, moisturize?
Well, it's always interesting that some dubs are like... It's like weird how people get attached to bad dubs. A good example is Evangelion, a show I very much like, okay?
Yeah.
The American dub, the original American dub, is like fucking terrible. And none of them sound like actual, like, 14-year-old children. They sound like weird grown women attempting to... Yes.
I hate... That's Final Fantasy VII. I fired up. When Tifa came out, I was like, oh, God, it sounds like she's ordering from Starbucks. No, thank you. I'll read this game. Thank you very much.
Whenever I play Red Dead Redemption, I was playing the new one on, Red Dead Redemption 2. And in the camp, there's like a little boy who has the voice of a 28-year-old woman.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to think about
man,
fucking
this is fucking creepy.
Yeah, stop, man. Only Bart Simpson.
Oh, God, can you take me down to the creek? And I'm like, no, you fucking golem
bitch.
child.
Get out of here.
You are a grown woman. And
How big are your tits?
It was
I'm thinking about
inhabited
the little boy.
the body of a young boy. It did work for Bart Simpson, and Bart Simpson's great.
Because nobody knew.
Right. Now it's always grown women doing the voices of young boys, and it just sounds horrific.
I'm just like Bart Simpson. Ooh, hey,
But
hey, big boy.
the Evangelion dub was very bad, and then when it came to Netflix, everyone's like, are you going to get all the original dub actors? And Netflix said, no.
That was terrible.
Because they didn't say they're terrible. And then some fans tried to be like, they tried to have a petition, like, you've got to get the original voice actors.
Yeah.
And even that was the kind of thing where the Evangelion community went, nah, I don't think they got to get those guys. Even the diehard Evangelion fans are like, nah, we don't need them
every
back.
Every time I look at anime shit, they're just like violently arguing about
dubs and subs. Well, it's because the only
stop
classically
doing dubs.
the only good dub was Cowboy Bebop.
Jet sounds like a retarded hillbilly.
Well,
that voice is terrible.
It works for me.
Oh, heel.
At least it's not like the live action one where they go, well, it's got to be a black guy, and you're like, why does it have to be a black guy?
That's the first step to live action, which nobody wants. Turn on the TV, see Spike's people getting raped by 10 guys. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Is the dub. Making the dub is like opening it up to a mass audience, which is horrible. But every foreign film now that are probably good. I wouldn't know. I'm not like a foreign film guy because I don't like reading movies.
Yeah.
But now I'm more tempted to watch it because it's, they dubbed it and they did the AI mouth shit. It's like trash. It's like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon that's just pumped through the meat grinder.
Well, we also have the problem in America where we're running into this weird, the voice actor has to match the character for some reason. So Avatar: The Last Airbender, there's a Asian lady who's blind and does kung fu stuff.
You got to get a blind lady?
Well, they did get a blind lady to
How'd
replace.
She read the lines?
Well, that's the question.
All right, what are my lines? They're right there in front of you. Oh, hey, how are you? Pretty good.
Well,
I'm going to the store later if you want something.
Did you ever
Those aren't the. If you could just read the lines on the.
Well, I can't do that, and that's insensitive that you asked. Yeah, they got to give it to her in Braille.
We can't tell her.
Here's what Here's
disrespectful.
Here's another problem that we should do at some point. Is this like false blind valor? Whatever. This most blind people are not blind. It's
okay.
They can't see that good.
Okay,
but they can still like read shit.
No.
Yeah, most blind people are not totally blind.
They can't read shit.
The definition of legally blind,
like a dog,
does not mean total vision loss. It just means like there's like a certain level.
What's the legal definition of anti-Semitism?
Well,
I'm sure that's wrong.
We know
too.
what that is too.
What do you mean they can't read like this?
I'm saying that you can legally qualify for disability as a blind person, I believe, and like still be able to read shit. So I
How
bet that
much
bitch,
reading could you do?
Enough to fucking voice act a little Chinese girl, I bet.
Well, it's probably hard though.
It might be like a little harder. I don't fucking know. Somebody saying, yeah, I think Stevie Wonder can actually see pretty good. He's playing it up.
All these
blind guys are playing it up.
Yeah. And then halfway through the show, the guy's nurse, an old man's nurse, comes in, and it's a black lady
doing the voice.
Hey,
oh, Missa, we gotta get you. Check for bed sauce here.
I see you around. I'm like, what the fuck is? Why is this?
And in the movie, it was what, like a Danish lady? What movie was this?
Spanish, because all the foreign movies are, not America, so they don't have any black people. But when they're doing the dub, they have to hire, 50% black people.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's true because the Amazon requirements, you have to have a diverse cast.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my problem. Dubbing.
I think it's a good one.
Get rid of it.
You got to watch some of these great anime shows, though.
Anime, man.
What's good? You're just watching all the bad ones.
What's one good one?
You got to watch that Uncle from Another World.
Okay.
It's funny.
Uncle from Another
Keon
World.
likes it.
Okay. I'll watch it.
That's a good vouch.
All right. What's your final problem?
Well, my final problem I'll tell you about in 2 seconds. But first, I want to remind everybody that we are doing the big Superkiller drive. Why don't we go to superkiller.org, Dick, real quick, if you could type that in, and see, have we hit $90,000? Don't forget, this is your last chance to get in and join the fun if not hit $90,000. Hold on. I'm refreshing. Oh, you guys fucked me.
Yeah, stay under.
No.
Do not go.
No.
Do not go. Stay under $90,000.
Oh, this sucks.
Yes.
Couldn't one person buy it?
Yeah.
we're so close. We're only $35 away. Why does everybody else who does a comic campaign stop it? Everybody else who does a campaign, they get to run the big like end of campaign, and it's like a celebration. And our show is don't buy it, fuck you.
Because everyone's sick of your shit.
Vito's projects, Vito's fun little ideas.
EBS's comics are later than my fucking comic.
Vito's soon-to-be hit magazine, Vito's lazy
Yeah, but
creative team,
he's like
Vito's
bonafide.
Deadpool 3
You're not
ripoff.
shit.
Well, guys, we have not.
And he's doing the art. You're not doing nothing.
We have not hit $90,000. Don't forget, if you shut the fuck up. If you've already backed it and you want to up your
And you regret
pledge,
it.
you can place a second order and message me to cancel the first
You can
one.
say your refund in the chat, and we'll knock it off the total here.
We're only
live.
$35 away. Anyway, shut up. I really thought we were gonna hit it. I guess we're just not gonna hit it. I don't get anything from this show. I do a show sick. I come in with a cold. No one
Oh
cares.
man, I couldn't be happier.
Well, speaking of me losing money, Dick, if you want to go over to my Twitter again, I know this is the Vito's Twitter show, but my stock
Vito's
portfolio
Twitter.
took a bit of a hit today.
Vito's Twitter. Vito being Vito on Twitter.
I don't know if you guys have heard me talking about one of my favorite stocks.
Vito's Twitter.
Yeah.
Of course, the Hims and Hers Medical Corporation, which enables people over the internet to obtain prescription drugs. I've talked about I love this stock, and I've done very well with this stock, and the stock has never done me wrong until today. This cocksucking motherfucking piece of shit asshole.
I like where it's starting.
Fucking
moral courage is greater than college degree.
Real quick, this is Andrew Dum Dum, or I guess Dudum, the founder and CEO of Hims, who says he likes to tweet.
You know, some people care more about little
human
kids getting
rights.
killed than
Great.
they do
I care about
stock
my
prices.
I care about
and
my
hair.
portfolio more than I care
Some
about that.
people are above that.
Andrew Dudum has said moral courage is better than a college degree.
Yes.
If you're
Absolutely
I
right.
hate this guy so much. If you're currently protesting against the genocide of the Palestinian people,
You're a fucking hero.
and for your university's divestment from Israel,
Hammer them.
Keep going. It's working.
do crimes.
There are plenty of companies and CEOs eager to hire you, regardless of university
You're
discipline.
goddamn right, Hims.
Please
You're selling hair loss
apply
pills.
to Hims.
Amazon could never do what
you
you're doing.
psychopath, pink-haired, fucking protesting weirdos.
Yes.
This tweet has
Shoes are too
1.7
cheap to get hair loss medication.
million views. It has 2,000
Retweet
retweets.
it. Retweet
No,
it from
don't
my account.
retweet it. Stop it.
Drive Vito into bankruptcy.
That's what's happening.
Like it. Yes.
And it has 5,000 comments.
People are more important than profits, Vito.
Comments are now turned off because there's now going to be. This is also a boycott
Because
of
the
the week.
ADL has bought so many bots.
This is going to be turned into a Bud Light boycott, and I'm going to lose every dollar I ever invested in this company.
Who's going to boycott? No. We're not boycotting shit. Kid
Well,
Rock is not boycotting for Israel.
Well, real quick, if you want to look up the Hims stock price, maybe it'll put in perspective my problem of activist CEOs. These are guys who have a fiduciary duty to their shareholders to not say shit about Israel and Palestine for no reason, yet choose to go on Twitter and say shit about
it's a
Israel and
buying
Palestine.
opportunity. Look at
for
that.
I don't know if it's a buying opportunity or not. Stretch it out to the week. Is the 5-day chart here?
What do you think? It looks better than this instant drop
No, I think it
off?
looks
What are you
worse.
talking about?
I think it's been maybe. Let's see. It had a big drop when he first tweeted it.
Look.
This is the beginning of the downfall. It's not good.
Wait,
Look at how high we're up.
Where was October 7th, though? October 7th was the low.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of a Palestinian connection
I
here.
don't know exactly what's going
October
on. All I know
7th
is I've
happened.
lost maybe $2,000 to $3,000 in the past week because this asshole
2 or 3,000.
needs
You got
to go-
20 grand in hymns?
at this point, yeah, because I bought it at such a low that it's up to probably 20. I bought it
'cause
when
you're doing so
I bought
good.
it when it was like $6. So
Vito.
Yeah.
I think my
Better
average.
get out before you lose all your profits.
I'm thinking about it because if this guy doesn't apologize, they gotta get rid of him because now everybody's.
Apologize for standing up for morality?
Well, that's the problem. It's one of those
I don't think
situations
so.
where you're fucked if you do and you're fucked if you don't.
No, you're only fucked if you do.
Well,
Defending
then I'm
human life
fucked.
is not. You're never fucked defending human life.
Well,
the
I'm fucked
sanctity of
here. Look at the
human
money
life,
I'm fucking losing. This
even
sucks.
if it's Palestinian.
The point is, guys, I think we all know that we would like our favorite companies to stay out of politics.
Not me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go nuts. Get in
nuts.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it around.
Because you only buy fucking bonds.
I already picked a team.
Yeah, you already
Israel.
picked a team. Israel. It's
Yeah,
a good team.
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They're going to win anyway. They're going to glass everybody. They don't give a fuck.
Team. I should have picked that team.
You're going wild, day trading on people you don't even know.
I'm not day trading. I'm a buy and hold guy, but now
I know what Israel's
I don't know if I should
capable
keep
of.
holding this one. Look, I'll say that there's all these CEOs out here who think like they gotta get involved in all these activist causes. Now, sometimes
They do though. You can't be. Hims is like a joke.
What's it? Okay,
They're just gonna get eaten up by Amazon prescription.
Will you stop coming down on Hims? Their
Why,
subscriber numbers.
You don't work for
few.
them.
I believe
you're just gambling on them.
I think it's a really good fucking model, and they're doing a really
Sending
good job.
pills over the mail.
Yes.
Holy shit! What a fucking revolution. Oh, what is? There's no more beer. Oh,
they're doing
Christ.
a good job of it. And they're doing weight loss now, which everybody wants.
Amazon can do that.
They're not, though. I mean, maybe they are, but they're not doing a good job of it.
They got to gear up slowly, man.
Amazon's focused on taking over all the grocery stores, which is also a really good model.
That's as high as
That
it's
Whole
gonna
Foods
get.
shit is good. That's as high as it's going to get.
It's not getting any higher than that shit.
Wow.
What are they gonna do? Advertise on podcasts?
Maybe.
You're gonna get bought out by
when
Amazon?
are we doing ad reads? That's going to happen at some
We're
point.
gonna do an ad read maybe next week.
Maybe
or
next
2
week.
weeks.
We're going to have the first ever
We're doing
biggest
ad
ad
reads.
reads.
If you want an ad read on this show, email me, but not if you're not serious. Do it if you're serious.
Yeah. Look, we've seen, of course, sometimes companies, look, if everybody's getting on board, you can sneak it in there, right? Black Lives Matter showed up. It was fun. Everybody gets to post a black square that says, you know what? I like black people more than anybody.
Yeah, that's you. You're Mr. I love black people more than
Say
anybody.
that.
No, wait. I had a great Vito's Twitter. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me play my Finding Vito's
God damn
Twitter
it.
Vito's
music.
Twitter.
I love black people more than
Vito's
anybody
Twitter.
is what I said.
Yeah.
Vito on Twitter.
I don't see any.
Fuck.
I don't think you
Hold on,
can
let me
Vito's
find
find
Twitter.
it. No, I know I have it.
Vito's Twitter.
I know I have it.
Vito
Don't fuck
being
with me
Vito
while
on
I'm
I'm going to
Twitter.
bring in
looking
some.
for it.
Well, you don't tweet anything interesting. Maybe I should bring in some dicks.
Vito
Twitter.
on Twitter.
Nah, I just tweet normal stuff.
Vito on
Did you
Twitter.
retweet it? Was
Vito
it
being
recently?
Vito.
Something
on Twitter.
Cherry even fucked with you for saying.
Vito
Oh, it was
on
the
Twitter.
what do you
The
call
rape
it?
thing.
The
on
rape
Twitter.
thing.
Yeah,
Well, I thought it was
hold on.
funny.
Vito being Vito on Twitter.
I know what you're talking about.
Vito's Twitter.
I'm so glad.
Vito's
I'm glad
Twitter.
this is a long stinger because we got ways.
This is why it is a long
Vito's
stinger.
Twitter.
Keep going.
Is it further than this?
Yeah, I think so.
Vito's
than
Twitter. Vito's
It's
There
about
it
the
is.
bear thing.
You just had it right there.
Right here? Oh, yeah, here we go.
It's not about the bear
Here
thing.
Here we go. Kind of is.
I didn't even see. I didn't even see the bear tweet. I've only seen it in passing.
This is you in a nutshell. I'm the savior of black people.
I just thought this was a funny little tidbit.
But it's every argument you have is somehow a version of, and if not for me, then who would protect these poor
You know,
black
sometimes I
people?
tweet shit that I don't agree with just because I think it might go viral because it's funny.
No, you. Every time we get an argument, it's. But then what about the black?
I think
people?
Brock Turner's innocent.
You said after the sentencing of rapist Brock Turner.
You really think a guy was raping a girl in broad daylight? They were both just drunk out of their mind, rubbing on each other.
you can rape someone when you're drunk?
I guess, but do you
You
really?
you can definitely.
Do you
rape
really
someone
think
when
you'd
you're
be outside a frat house and be like, "I'll just rape this girl in broad daylight in front of a bunch of people"?
Yeah.
You think? I don't know, man. It's very weird.
Is that it? Was that all the particulars of the case?
If anything, I would say maybe he was drunk out of his mind. He didn't know where he fucking was. But I don't think.
Well, I don't
I
know.
think
Can
it's
you
more
buy Can you buy a car if you're drunk out of your mind?
I guess so.
Can you take it back and say I was too drunk?
You might actually be
Maybe.
able. You could have a legal case
can-
that if you were inebriated and someone took advantage of you in a business deal. There was a guy who sued Vegas because they. He was like a multi-millionaire. And,
Oh, okay. There you go.
well, yeah, but
What was his name?
he was an Asian guy. I don't remember. But basically, he was living at the casino, and they were just basically plying him with drinks all the time.
He
And-
won?
No, he didn't win. They were
Oh,
giving him
yeah.
constant alcohol, and they drained him of $50 million.
No, he won the lawsuit.
He won the lawsuit. Well,
That's shocking.
No, he didn't win the lawsuit, but he got them.
You got a tie.
I think he got them to settle and pay him back X amount of dollars
Free room.
or something.
Free room for the
Yeah,
rest
he got
of
a
your
free
life.
comp.
Okay, after the sentencing of rapist Brock Turner, Me Too feminists led a successful recall of the judge.
Yeah.
That's good.
Why?
Because that's what judges are for, right? You're not doing the job that we want you to do.
I mean, the judge said I'll give him 6 months.
As a rapist?
He didn't actually finish raping her. He was trying to maybe do something.
No, the rape is you don't need to come for
Did he
it
get
to be
inside?
rape.
I don't know if he got inside.
Well,
I'd have to know.
are you defending? Is he a rapist?
I think it's one of those situations where
He raped her?
it's a lot of he said, she said.
Oh, okay. Fearing for their careers, judges in that circuit began giving longer terms to defendants. Accused Black Latino men now receive sentences 30% longer on average.
Yeah, it's funny.
You do not mean that to be funny.
No,
You're
here's
saying
why it's
you're like,
funny.
oh, and black people, am I right? Get it so much worse.
Well, no, but here's the thing is the reason it's funny is because this came from a New York Times article I was reading, and it's like, why this is bad. And the reason they said it was bad is because all these white women were trying to stop white guy rape.
And
but
black people ended up
affecting black and Mexican.
So much worse. I'm gonna have like a black. I need a black savior drop.
This is not me doing a black savior thing. This was me going, well,
You do it all the time,
Okay,
though.
but
But then you are like extremely.
Hold on.
I don't want to say racist because it sounds bad.
The reason it's funny is that all these feminists were like, we got to stop all these white guys because they're the ones doing the rapes.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like, well, actually, the ones doing the rapes are not.
So it is
necessarily.
racist. Okay, so it is
It's
racist.
more
It is a
racist than
racist
anything.
tweet.
It is.
Okay. Okay, now I got it.
This is not a
Now
black
I get
savior
it.
tweet.
I knew something was up with this. Wait a minute.
This is me going, hey, all you feminists thought you were going to put more white guys in jail for longer, but instead all the black guys and Latino guys that you love are the ones who are being regularly accused of rape and getting put in prison. So you kind of hurt them more than anything. So that was the intention.
Okay.
Now you can wrap your head around it. It is funny, though. It's like, you know.
I just want.
It's shooting fruity for those ladies.
As soon as you, anytime you start defending black guys, that's when I kind of, I don't know what you call it. That's when my like rock'em sock'em robot head flies off.
I know I just said shooting fruity and people are not going to know I'm making a reference and correct me. Schadenfreude or whatever.
Well, if you're going to say you know it, you have to know it. You can't.
Is it Schadenfreude? There's a guy who has a. This is one of those things.
You make the reference because you don't act. You make the joke because you don't know. Then don't say, actually, I am smart and not know how to say it.
There's a guy who has that channel, like how to pronounce words, and he pronounces them wrong all the time.
Okay.
So he made a video how to pronounce Schadenfreude, and he says shooting fruity. So now I say shooting fruity.
Okay. But you do actually know how to say it.
Schadenfreude, I
Okay.
believe.
And you will. And you're gonna.
I just know right now somebody in the comments is going, does Vito actually think Schadenfreude is pronounced shooting fruity? I know our
How
audience.
is it pronounced?
I believe.
Hold on.
yeah.
Take your time. Take your time. Have it in your head.
Schadenfreude?
If I said, how do you pronounce?
I could be wrong.
How do you pronounce like the study of like thinking about things?
The study of thinking about
Yeah.
things.
You know, like guys who sit around and think about things and come up with ideas.
Philosophy.
Okay, there you go. Right off the top of your head. Okay.
Okay.
Now do that for the word you're trying to say, like taking pleasure in other people's misfortune.
Shooting fruity.
Do it for real.
Schadenfreude.
Okay.
Did I get it wrong?
Let's
I can't remember.
let's get a chat on that.
Sounds
okay,
correct
anyway.
to me. Anyway,
was
so
your
this is not
problem?
Vito, savior of black people. This is Vito laughing at feminists who are the saviors of black
Okay,
people.
then go back to your saving black.
Fair
people
enough.
thing.
I was going to say Black Lives Matter was a good time for activist CEOs because everybody was doing it. What are you going to
Yeah.
do? You can't boycott any of these companies because everybody's
Sure.
getting in the black triangle.
Yeah.
But then, Disney, of course, it shows up and they go, what do you think about all these Florida schools reading gay books to children? And if you're Disney, you just go, well, it's not really our business to interfere with government. But then, of course, what's his name? That CEO got forced out. The guy,
DeSantis?
no, the guy who was who was running Disney, and then they had to bring Bob Iger back because that guy was fucking up.
I don't know.
He said, I think we should have more gay kids, and it ended up, of course, causing a big problem.
Shouldn't have any straight kids. That's the kids.
Well,
They're-
I still want to make that. You know what? I'm not going to do a Vito's projects. Also, Mark
What are you gonna make?
Cuban.
What are you gonna make? Come on.
What do you call it? I wanted to make
It doesn't fucking work.
What do you call it? It's going to be a kid's book called "Only Gay Kids Get
Vito's projects, Vito's fun little ideas.
Only
Vito's
gay
postponed
kids get
comic book,
superpowers."
Vito's soon-to-be
And
hit
it's a
magazine,
children's book that
Vito's
you read
lazy
your kid and you
creative
go,
team, Vito's
and the
Deadpool 3
straight
ripoff.
kids, they're just normal and they don't get anything. But if you're
Yeah.
gay, you can fly and shoot laser beams.
Yeah.
So be a gay kid. I think that would piss off a lot of parents. Get a
it's
drag
so late.
Get a
'Cause
drag
you'd
queen
say-
to
'cause
read
you'd
that.
sell it, and then it wouldn't be ready for like 2 years.
I'd also say that me and Mr. Girl still have that big music video coming, but that's a Mr. Girl thing. That he's
Vito's
the ball's in
projects,
his court.
Vito's
I have
fun
fulfilled
little
my bargain
ideas,
on that
Vito's
part.
Matzo ball?
postponed comic book,
The matzo
Vito's
ball
soon-to-be
is in
hit
his court?
magazine,
Yeah,
Vito's
all right.
lazy creative team,
Another
Vito's Deadpool
all right. Well,
3
you hit
ripoff.
this isn't even that good. Doesn't have a sing-song quality to it like the other ones do. Mark Cuban is another activist CEO who's
He's
been
such a
out here
fucker.
telling us why DEI is the best thing in the
It's
world.
great.
See, that's where me and you agree on DEI is with the hiring. He goes, well, of course you want a diverse staff. Why would you not? Diversity leads to bigger
illegal.
profits. And then
Yeah.
people go, well, then why don't you have a bunch of Chinese women on your basketball team? And he goes, well, come on, that's just ridiculous. And it's like, no, like you just get who's suited for the role, of course.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree on the hiring thing. I don't know why Mark Cuban
But
is
then you don't
defending
agree
it.
on the money lending thing. Right?
Well, a new law recently passed, and I cannot
So now
comment
you-
on that. I have no
Why do you,
comments.
wait, why do
I
you
have
think
no
that law
comments
was
on
passed?
loans.
Why do you think that law was passed?
Lobbyists and the Jewish infiltration of politics, man. The Israeli influence on politics.
The aliens, the Israel aliens.
Because every politician,
they need money, right?
Well, every politician wants money.
So they have to go totally overboard supporting Israel,
Because
right?
those guys fund their campaigns.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
why do you not think that happens in games and movies and stuff too?
I think it happens.
We need funding.
I think it happens with
we got to go totally overboard with like DEI shit.
I think it happens with hiring.
But why not the money? The money's way more
The
important
money
than hiring.
goes towards hiring. What do you mean?
Well, you have to get the money.
You get the money by hiring black people and disabled people and gay people. That's the primary function of the DEI investing is you go to them and you go, we just got a black lady CEO.
So you do 100% agree with it, but you just say you don't.
No, I said I do believe that the hiring is the problem. It's the content is not. It's when people go,
How is the content separate from the hiring?
because what do you call it? People go, the reason that they made the Warhammer have ladies in it
Yeah,
is to
so they
get
give more
DEI
money.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
And I go, no. The way they got the DEI money was by hiring women. And the women, probably of their own, whatever volition, decided to add women Marines into it. So it's a
So
side
you're
effect.
just concerned about the order?
I guess so, yeah. Well, I just think that you're drawing the wrong conclusions from it. I think you have to, look, I think if you want to affect change, you absolutely.
This is
Hold on.
why.
No.
You want them to do things your way to fix it.
No, I think that is the genuine problem, is that when you have
Hiring women.
companies saying that we have hiring quotas,
Yeah.
that's the complete root of all evil.
But they have
and
to
every
say that
problem.
to get the money.
Okay, so then we should focus on that.
On what? The money.
I'm saying when you go, I can't believe they put gay stuff in my Spider-Man, that should not matter to you at all. What should matter to you is who got hired and why.
They got hired to put gay stuff in Spider-Man.
No, they got hired because they're gay.
And they're going to put gay stuff in Spider-Man.
No, it
It's going to be
wasn't-
the gayest Spider-Man you ever seen. Hey guys,
When
you
they
guys run the
interview him-
bank. Give us $500 million. We're
I
gonna make
get
the
so many
gayest fucking
comments saying,
Spider-Man.
"Please
It's
stop
gonna, how
talking
you gonna
about
make
this
sure it's
DEI
how you gonna
game
make sure
shit
it's
on
gay?
here."
Because we're gonna hire the gayest motherfuckers. We're gonna go to a new planet that's only got gay guys on it, ladies, and hire them.
We disagree. That's it.
But
people have
you
said
only disagree on
people
the
have
order,
said I
though.
don't want to do another fucking DEI thing because I get a million comments that go, man, this DEI
you're wrong.
arc. No, that's not. They're not saying I'm wrong.
Oh, they're saying we don't
They're
like the
saying
show.
Dick is
Yeah,
ruining
yeah,
the show by bringing
Tell
up
them to go
DEI
kill
all the
themselves.
time.
Yeah.
Well, don't kill yourself.
Sorry, you were the guy who they're saying, oh, please lose weight. And you're like, don't listen to the show anymore. But anytime it's something you can't defend, it's...
I'm absolutely defending it. I'm telling you my position is that the issue is the hiring.
And not the money.
The money.
We're going to use that money to hire...
the money is connected to the
lesbians.
hiring. That's the issue.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
What else are you going to use to hire people with?
Okay, I'm saying that when people go, the reason they made this character black was to get
Money.
an investment from BlackRock.
Right.
I don't agree. I think the reason the character's black could be a number of reasons. It might be
I didn't hire the hitman. I just hired a guy who said he likes killing my wife.
I just don't.
And I mean, my wife is dead.
I don't understand.
And I did pay that guy $50,000, but I didn't pay him to kill her. Like that, right?
Here's the thing. You go to BlackRock, what are you going to do? You're going to go, hey, play through Spider-Man and see how gay it is? No, you're going to say, look at how many gay guys we hired to make Spider-Man.
Yeah, so it would be gay.
No, so it would have gay guys working on it.
And it would be gay. So we could brainwash
I don't think
kids.
the intention when they hire these guys is we got to make Spider-Man gay.
Have you not listened to them?
Maybe some. Look, maybe
What
some.
the fuck are you
maybe
talking
some
about?
studios have directors who go, I want to wokeify the shit.
Okay,
out of
why do you
this."
think
we're just going
Israel?
over the
Why do
same
you
shit
think
again.
Israel is funding all these congressmen?
You're right. You're right.
Here you
You're
go.
right. Nope, you're right.
Here you go. Why do you think Israel's funding all the congressmen?
You're right.
Why do you think they're paying them
wrong.
money?
I'm wrong. You're right. I agree.
But you don't think so?
No, I do. I agree.
Oh,
They made Spider-Man gay to get money.
Do not buy Superkiller. Do
Please
not
buy
let it cross
Superkiller.
$90,000.
Let's see what we're at right now.
Less. Make it go down.
Make it go down. We're gonna see.
You pieces of shit!
We went
You
over.
fucking pieces of shit! You worthless pieces of shit! Fuck you! You fucking worthless!
And I'm gonna use that
scumbag!
money to hire a disabled Jewish lesbian to make Superkiller as gay and woke as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line.
Okay.
Look, I agree with you on the hiring stuff. Why do I got to agree with you on everything? What does it matter? I agree that we got to get rid of all affirmative action type hiring policies. They're insanity, and they're ruining everything.
It's like boomer shit. This is like what Gavin McInnes says. Like, oh, it's just about the best man for the job. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not saying it's about the best man for the job. I think diversity is good if it's natural, and you go, you know what? I think that we're trying to reach a more diverse landscape of people. Let's make sure
who don't
we
have money.
Different.
Man, we gotta make some games for people that don't have any money.
Some black people have money. Some Hispanic people have money. Okay. Some gay people.
They're spending it on
have money.
tacos.
A lot of gay people have money.
Yeah, they don't
want to
play video games. They're
They
doing
might.
drugs.
You don't know. The gay
We
kids,
made poppers, but a video game.
there are gay people who are doing things other than poppers. Okay.
How do we get gay people into Madden? We don't because they don't have wives.
Well,
shit, they're not like miserable trying to escape them? No, they're not. They're just out drinking and partying.
I think there's value. Look, Marvel made Black Panther, and every black person in America pretended it was a great movie, and they made a lot of money off it. Okay?
Off who? Black people?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
is that how it made $2 billion?
Apologetic white people who went.
Nobody
well,
heard a single
if I don't
line
see,
in the
if I don't
fucking
see Black
movie.
Panther, I'm racist. So I have to go see Black Panther. Look, there is value, I think, to finding unrecognized demographics in your audience and making content appeals to them. I don't think that's a problem for any multinational corporation, of course.
Yeah, it's stupid. Everything you just said is retarded.
Depends on the company. I think a company like Disney, it makes sense that they want the Hispanic
Maybe like
market.
Afro. Like, what's that stuff they put in the hair?
You think Disney
Afro
should just
perm?
make content for white people and let it trickle down?
They only are making content for white people. All this like woke shit is for white women. All this like it's the first black lesbian princess. Fat white women line up like, oh god, this is exactly what I need.
Well,
this
I
is
always
what I
thought-
need.
I always thought
fuck
the,
my culture because I'm a big fat failure with no kids.
The real tragedy of Disney is that they spent all these years going, hey, we got a Chinese princess. Her name's Mulan. Everyone's like, that's pretty good. We got a Native American one, Pocahontas. We got a black one, Tiana. Everyone's like, yeah, that's pretty good. And I went, we got a white princess and another white princess. And it's a movie called Frozen. Everyone went, take all our money forever. This is the best thing I've ever seen. And you're like, man, they tried so hard to push all these multicultural
Pocahontas was
princesses
huge.
forever.
What are you talking about?
It's not Frozen huge. Frozen's like the biggest fucking franchise they've put out ever. Frozen has made them like billions of dollars in merchandise and shit. And it's not even just one white lady, it's two white ladies. And you see little black girls and they got Frozen dolls, and you're like, and it's just everybody likes white people. There's nothing you can do. You can make a million ethnocentric princesses, and the little black girl will be at the store, and she goes, I want the Frozen doll.
The Frozen one.
Don't you want Tiana? No. Don't you want Moana?
No, because that movie is fucking goofy. I don't want to pretend to be The Rock.
All I know is the second Disney brought back white princesses, they made $1 bajillion, and they went, man, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
What can you do? Anyway, my problem.
Wait a minute. What would you want to do?
Well,
you
what
don't
they
like
want to
that.
do.
You don't like that.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm not bothered by it. I think, it's the old thing of like, they did that study back in the day where they, gave children the ability.
What do you tell a woman with two black eyes? I've heard this study.
I don't know what that is necessarily. They would go to kids and like, do you want the white doll or the black doll?
White one.
And the white girls would say the white doll. And the black girls would say the white doll.
Yeah.
And they'd say why, and the white girls would say because the white one's prettier, and the black girls would say because the white one's prettier. And you're like, well, that's not good.
Who said that's not good?
I would say that's not good.
I don't want you around little girls picking out
I don't
dolls.
want black girls to think that they're not,
They didn't say I'm not pretty. They said I want
but
that
it's
white
an
doll.
internalized like, oh, the white perfection and the
No, it's not.
The white is the standard of beauty, and I see them in all the movies.
The little white girl doesn't look like a fucking doll. She's gonna be a big fat fucking pig when she grows up. That's what I'm gonna go back there and say, hey, you picking that girl, you got as much in common with the Barbie as the little black girl does.
I know.
Both of you are fucking slobs.
Look, don't.
Neither one of them resembles the doll.
I do think that there has been a lack of positive representation, and you want to counteract
What about
that.
Maury?
What about Maury, Dick? Please,
that was great representation.
Maury helps the black community learn that anyone can be fucking knocked
Jews
up.
don't have any
who
representation,
doesn't know,
and they're
who the
doing
daddy
pretty
is.
good.
Maury was good because it did show that even white women can get knocked up by 10 different guys and not know.
Are there
who
a
the
lot
fuck
of
is
like
the
heroes
father.
running banks in media that they look up to, or they
don't
just
know.
kind of do good anyway?
Look, all I'm saying is there's been a perception of white beauty. Okay, I think white people are beautiful. I get it, but I'm biased.
What's anime then? Are they white?
Well, they look pretty white.
Are they? Do Japanese people think they're white?
No.
Or do they think it's
Well,
like this is a concept beyond like reality
They don't
that
look
I'm
like fucking
identifying with?
Japanese people, man.
Well, then what are they? How come little black and white girls get judged for their picking totems that are like quasi-racially based, but Japan is not?
Look, man, it's a complex topic.
I'm saving black people. Yeah, I gotta make
I'm
sure
not
these poor little
saying-
black girls don't. Oh man, they gotta see black dolls and say, I want that one because it looks like me, right?
It's been a long-standing thing that white standards of beauty, okay, like white hairstyles.
So black little boys, they got to say like, oh fuck the mega powers. I'm all about the Harlem Heat, right? That's like what you want, right? No, I need fucking Booker T to come out. Fuck Macho Man. I have nothing in common with him.
like
I need
Booker
Booker T to come out.
Well, I think the WWE is a place where black people have excelled and created
And
positive.
it doesn't matter. Black boys can
African-American,
say, oh yeah, mega powers dope. Yeah. Oh yeah, right?
I think there's a balance to be struck. Is that you don't want to only have, white people be the protagonists and the attractive characters, and then you remember Fantasia where there was the dance of the unicorns or whatever the fuck it was.
I remember the hippos,
I think that might have been part of it.
the alligators.
There was like all
The
these
Mexican
was it
alligators?
fairies or no? They were
Oh,
centaurs.
fairies.
Centaurs,
Oh yeah,
right?
nymphs.
Right, the nymphs. Okay,
Yeah.
and all the nymphs come out and they're all beautiful white ladies with like long
Look like
hair.
little girls.
Right, and then do you remember the one black one that they've
No.
cut out of it now?
No.
Okay, go look up real quick.
I don't want to.
I want
Why?
to just real quick.
I don't want to look
I
up
don't care.
shit.
No, we're gonna look
Some
at it.
idiot crammed a black one in, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?
Do you
Why is
remember-
one
okay,
of them? Why would a fantasy creature be? Why would there be one black nymph? That's so insulting
Was it the nymphs?
to a black audience."
Okay, but I'm just saying this was what do you call it? Shit.
What
Is
are you
it-
showing
Was it
me?
nymphs or centaurs? They had like
They had a
4
black
legs.
centaur. How big was his cock? Am I right?
Let's see. This was the black one.
No, that's very inappropriate.
So this was the only
Here,
black
here, here,
representation, okay?
All right, well, that's inappropriate.
I'm going to make the
obviously.
argument
That's
that
inappropriate.
all these beautiful centaurs are dancing around.
Oh,
and-
that's a boy?
No, that's a girl. That's
Why
a,
has it got fucking hooves then, Vito? Why's this 4 legs?
I don't know how fucking
This
Fantasia
is a centaur,
works.
motherfucker. That is a fucking centaur.
Okay.
That's not a nymph.
So if you're a white lady watching going, oh, if I was a centaur, I'd be a beautiful whatever thing. And if you're a black girl watching, you go, it says actually connection, so it must be booting up.
Vito ate the bandwidth, Johnny Rocket
I
says.
ate the bandwidth.
What do you think about that?
Looks like we're live again.
a fucking Mossad agent broke in
Yeah.
while the stream was down.
Because of we got reported for anti-Semitism.
Riley, I just want you to know that you beat my girlfriend.
Good. I like that phrase.
Yeah, you beat her.
the shit out of her.
Okay, but how's your feud with Mark Brooks going?
Oh, it's going great. I'm winning currently by points.
Did you see that he was asking me to give him your real name so he could file like a restraining order against you?
Yeah, and I saw that Vito was like really considering it, just waiting for Mark to have a good enough argument for why he should give him my real name.
Riley, I think
I
you
noticed that too, Riley.
Hold on.
Riley, I thought the same thing
That's
as you.
not what happened.
Vito, why were you kind of considering it?
I think that I was doing exactly what should be done in that situation, which is asking him what exactly he was. What did he expect to happen?
Yeah.
Because he was like,
It was hilarious.
Riley, he was like, you must know his real name. And I'm like, no. And he's like, but you must. I'm like, well, I don't. What do you want me to do? He wanted Riley's legal name. We'll get into it.
Okay, it's like public for me, but imagine how fucked up it would be if just any comic skater was being doxxed by Mark Brooks by you.
By me?
Don't be a team guy. Yeah, don't
I'm not doxing anybody.
Would you dox Riley?
No.
Never. Even if Mark Brooks said,
Riley, if I knew your real name, I would say, well, it's not my business. But I'd say, here's somebody you can ask for it if you want.
You threw me right. You're like the McCarthyism, like their favorite guy.
Hey, man, look.
No, I didn't go to any communist shit, but Dick did. Go get him.
I'm not
doxing
doxing anybody. But look, if Mark Brooks has a problem with you, that's between you and Mark Brooks, man. I don't know. I didn't give him any information.
Well, I didn't give him a bunny sticker.
That's what he's mad about.
Oh, he's mad about that?
Oh, we'll have to bring
I'll
up these
make for it.
tweets.
I'll
People
give him
can
a bunny sticker.
people can tell me if I was a snake in the grass when we look at these tweets, I guess. My problem was activist CEOs and apparently black centaur ladies.
Centaur Lolly.
Giving little black girls a
That's a
distorted
boy,
view.
bro.
That's a girl.
That's a fucking boy.
Well, anyway, that was my second problem. Does that mean did you do two problems?
Yeah. My first one was the one you.
All right. Well, those are my two problems. Activist CEOs doing work when you're sick. Foreign lobbyists, not just Jewish people. And what was your second one?
Oh fuck, I forget. Something with dubbing.
Bad dubbing. Guys, don't forget to vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. Our bonus episode, The Biggest Problem in the Apocalypse, is still up on Patreon, patreon.com/biggestproblem. Superkiller.org tonight. The big funding round.
Here it is.
Currently over $90,000. Guys, if you want a first edition copy of the book, get in on the campaign because we're going to have a very limited number of first edition copies bearing the official first edition holographic seal. So everyone knows that you have an official first edition copy of the
Little Boy's
comic.
Gun. That's going to be the seal,
Little Boy
right?
Gun.
Little Boy's Gun.
Little Boy Gun, the comic company. And sorry we went down there for a second. What can you do?
Mossad did it. Okay,
so here's what's happened.
So Mark
he
Brooks,
deleted the post. Okay.
In the post he said, I like little kids.
That's not what he said.
In a sexual
Stop
way.
that.
Wink, wink.
Look, I'm not going to... I think Mark Brooks is a very talented artist. He is a cover artist for the Marvel Comic Company. He has a long-standing feud with Ethan Van Sciver, a friend of the show. Just that Ethan is a controversial comics
I know Ethan
figure.
hates stuff. I assume Mark Brooks was pro all that stuff.
It might be a Trump-related kind of thing,
okay.
And they have a contentious relationship. There was a famous stream where Mark Brooks, I think, offered to fight EVS at a comic convention that I think...
Ooh, he's a real hothead,
I think he regrets that
These guys,
stream.
there's
a lot
gold.
of people offering to fight at comic
comics
conventions.
guys, man.
What's going on with comic conventions?
They're all asking for it.
Mark
big
Brooks
time.
wants to fight. Yellow Flash wants me to pull up.
Are you going to pull up?
We'll see what's going to happen.
Come on, you got to pull up.
Well, maybe a little pulling up will occur.
What are you going to do
if we get Superkiller to 95 tonight? We will pull up.
Nah, don't get it. Don't buy any more of this shit.
You're killing me with this.
I'm fucking tired of it. It's been a year, man.
It has not been a year.
And a half. Sorry.
Well, maybe it has been a year, but it's almost done and it's looking great. And the second one is also getting worked on. So we got a whole lot of
You're giving all the tells of a
pokers
lie
in the
as you're
fire.
saying it.
It's not a lie. And look, I'm a generous guy. If you back this thing, I'm gonna do right by you.
I'm a generous guy.
I'm a generous
you got $90,000 for nothing.
You think I'm not gonna
How's
pay it
that
back?
generous?
I'm gonna pay it forward, baby.
To what?
I got some ideas for how to reward.
Did you invest all that money in hymns?
I don't want to talk about that. No. Look, I have some ideas on how I can give back to everyone who's bared with us. And we'll
what
see.
Are you, like a community leader? What the fuck are you talking about? Give it back.
I am a community leader. I think I am building a community here. I think Comicsgate
You gotta actually make a comic to build a community.
Well, that's what I believe that, and that's true.
You should be on issue 3 right now.
I think we're gonna be on issue 3 right now. And what I'm gonna say,
man, okay,
we got a lot of pokers in the fire. Look, all I can say is I think we're building something exciting.
Problem.
Here. I think where Eric July builds a little community for himself, and just promoting himself.
He's made comics though.
He has made comics.
They're dog shit, but at least you can consume it.
Look, man, I'm not gonna say that I've done everything perfectly. Okay, it's my first time making a comic, and there's been some pitfalls I've fallen into, and I've climbed my way out.
Laziness.
It's not laziness. We stop saying
gotta be
that.
laziness.
Why does it have to be laziness?
Why else isn't
There's
it
no
out?
other thing that could have possibly gone wrong.
No. It's always
And
laziness.
it's my laziness. It's me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well, you're the guy. You're the name on the cover.
sure, it's my
It's
laziness.
Vito Giswaldi's
Whatever you
Superkiller.
want to believe, I believe that I'm working very hard and I'm taking this very seriously. And I think
That's the problem. I believe that I'm lazy and taking it easy.
I think in a couple of years, people are going to go, "Wow, look at this thing!
That was a great half
Look at this
issue.
thing that big fat guy built before he killed himself because." Of the great shame of
Nick
gaining
Fuentes
50
became president.
Nick Fuentes became
Yeah,
president of
and
the
he
United
couldn't
States.
fucking take it.
So
all the black people got
they're gonna
fired.
say that was
and
a
he just
pretty
cried
good
himself
comic
until he died
before
of
that
dehydration.
fat guy
he
ate
died
a million.
of the dehydration.
Well, that fat guy ate a million cheeseburgers and died. Okay,
Oh wow!
But I think we'll
you couldn't even finish that. I bet.
I'll finish a good amount of the cheeseburgers. How's that on my
About
farewell
halfway?
stream?
Yeah.
That'll be my farewell stream. 100 hamburgers, and then I shoot myself in the
Oh, they're
head.
hamburgers now. Oh, you bought the cheeseburger.
I do
but
hamburgers. You know what?
You don't do cheeseburgers.
Well, I'm going to say if you're on not that I should give anyone
Okay,
diet
this
advice.
is what Riley's talking about. So
Mark Brooks. Riley made a
said, "I'd
video.
love
Do you want to see Riley's video to put it in context?
Okay. All right.
That might help.
All right. Let's see it.
Do we have that video?
I don't know.
Riley went to a comic
How do we even
convention.
see Riley videos?
Well, that's the problem is Mark Brooks now got rid of it. So
Oy vey.
you got to go to YouTube. I don't know why you're bringing it up in a... would it be on the Clipiverse channel, I imagine?
Let's see. And then we got the Null thing. We got the Boogie video.
We got a lot to
should
talk
just
about.
Watch videos today, man.
I know. Well, get your super chats in now because we got a lot to cover. Mark Brooks begs
this
Vito
it?
to dox clip, but no, this is after the fact. This is this one right here.
Pulling
up on Mark Brooks. And I know Mark Brooks is going to be mad that we're playing this, but Mark, we have to put in context the drama. He's saying we gain clout from Riley, that we profit off of Riley. I'm telling you, Mark, that actually now that I think about it, you're probably correct. But
Mark, blow your
Not on
brains
purpose.
out. Go fuck
We
yourself.
profit off a lot of people.
Don't ever even hint that you're asking me for someone's fucking personal information, you stupid cocksucker.
we profit
Fuck
off
you.
Eric July, okay?
Fuck you piece of shit.
Okay.
You fucking stupid piece of shit, Mark.
Well, he's-
blow your fucking brains out.
Brooks is
I'm
definitely gonna
joking. I'm
unfollow me on Twitter
joking.
now.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Please stop.
I'm joking.
You know, anytime I get a follower on Twitter, one of you motherfuckers has to go and do something now. Now
Do
Mark Brooks,
what?
Now Mark Brooks
Get
is gonna,
asked for personal information?
I
Are
don't
you
agree
fucking
with what he
high?
did. Look, I really wanted my point that I was trying to make to Mark Brooks is, hey,
Why don't you draw yourself a noose, Mark
I
Brooks?
think the best thing you could do with this Riley situation is maybe
Ask
to
for his
just,
personal information from a long time
I give this advice to a lot of people.
associate.
You know, I've been in this sphere for a while. Sometimes you just got to let things roll over you, right? Like me, Vito, you're a big,
Let Vito
fat,
roll over
piggy
you.
pig piece of shit, and your comic's trash, and you're never gonna raise $90,000. And I go, I know, I'm fat, I should kill myself. I got
You're
it.
never gonna raise $100,000. If you raise $100,000,
We only got 3 days left.
it'll be the
so-
worst fucking. It will be the worst thing in my life.
Well,
You raising $100,000.
you might be safe. But if we got to 90, maybe we can get to 95. I don't know. You got 3 days to make it happen.
Hey, who's that guy's name? Who the fuck are you?
Look, well, let's
that guy's
let's
real
give
name?
him context, and then
Who the
we
fuck
can talk
are
about
you?
it. Here was the video that Riley made.
Okay.
Riley, who is a known internet
He's a rascal.
agitator. He's a
He's
bit
a
of
rascal and a
bit of a
psychopath.
rascal and a scamp.
Eric, he had 5 or 6 cops called on him in Texas
Yeah.
cops,
And he
where you
fought
can
them all
shoot
to
anyone.
the death.
Eric July's a gang member, and he called Eric July was so threatened by Riley as a former gang member and a black one, not an Italian gang who are pussies,
Wow.
a black gang.
Don't say that about the Italians. We work very hard at our gang stuff. Okay, now
he's dancing around like a homosexual.
So this would be a reference, of course, to this famous stream where Mark Brooks told EVS to pull up on him.
He did?
Yeah, that was his thing.
You guys got to stop telling people to pull up,
Let's have a fight at Comic-Con.
Fight!
And this is EVS as played by Riley.
How big is Mark Brooks? EVS is huge.
I don't know how big Mark Brooks is.
He's a pie man.
I don't challenge a lot of people to fights at Comic-Cons. Other people challenge me to fights at Comic-Cons. So this
you
is,
would
of course,
win most fights. You're a big guy.
I think I have some weight advantage
you're
that people are
safe.
not considering. So this is, of course, Riley as EVS doing as Mark Brooks has asked and trying to pull up on Mark Brooks.
So Riley's pulling up.
He's pulling up on behalf of EVS. Let's take a look at that.
Riley, what a fucking hero.
He's got a lot of ideas.
So funny.
I'm not getting
Hot
involved in this.
Girlfriend on OnlyFans or Fansly.
Mint Salad is a good-looking lady.
What a fucking... I mean, he's got...
Fansly.com.
He's already
/tits
retired.
Mint Salad
He's retired, never had to work a day in his life.
He's doing
Not like
great.
me.
He's having a lot of
I've
fun.
had to work all the time.
Well,
Oh, man.
I mean, you didn't have to sell your girlfriend into sex slavery to get there.
I wish.
But you wish. It's easy money. It's
that'd have
good
been
money.
amazing.
It's good
You
money.
think he's ever going to listen to stories about this? What happened at school today?
No, it said he just gets to take pictures of Mint Salad's tits.
Where's my fucking gun?
Every day.
Where's my gun?
And then
this
get
is
yelled
my
at by
dildo.
Mark
Whoops.
Barr for making some joke about peeing on her like a year ago.
Matt Barr. What
Matt
the
Barr's a nut
fuck?
job.
Where's
All right,
this
will you play
comic
this
book
video
guy?
already?
All
For the love of
right,
God.
fuck.
Pull up. Look at these motion graphics here.
I'm Evil Van Skyver. Repulsive, retarded, reactive, and yet prideful. Great big Disney Star Wars fan still, and not a trusted member of the media.
Why?
I'm here at
Why?
C2E2.
Why?
The comic book
Riley, get a fucking lav mic.
What are you going to do? Get a nice shotgun.
Fucking lav mic.
event that would not allow Comicsgate to attend. And I have 4,000 bunny stickers.
Yes.
I will be doing vandalism and filming it as evidence
Crime.
and proofs
I do not
in the upcoming
endorse
trial
Young
against me.
Clippa. I do not employ
Evil
Young
Man Skyper,
Clippa.
for the crimes that I am committing. I'm a big Comicsgate guy. I'm giving bunnies out. Would you like a bunny?
Dude, Riley has a giant beard, and he's like salt and peppered it.
How do you make that beard happen?
It looks
it's pretty
awesome.
good.
And he's like peppered it just like he
I
looks
know, he
exactly
looks
like
like
Ethan Van
EVS.
Skyver, but he's evil Van Skyver.
This is.
He's saying, "Would you like a bunny sticker?" To
Would
these
you like a
guys?
bunny sticker?
Sure. For Comicsgate. There you go. Bunny sticker for Comicsgate. There's no how to find Mark Brooks. No. I guess Mark Brooks isn't that famous. Kind of a shy bunny. There you go. Thank you. Hail Comicsgate.
Yeah,
Hey
hell,
again, it's me, Evil Van Skyver. I came to check out my buddy Alyssa Wong's table, but see you tomorrow. I guess I can't buy these comic books today.
look at him. Look at the. He looks exactly. He looks like
So-
a mini me of him.
So Riley's going around giving out stickers and saying "Hail Comicsgate." What did he? Did he say something
cool.
to Mark
What
Brooks?
are you doing? Skipping around in his
Watch-
fucking
all right,
video.
all right, play
the
it.
fuck is your
I'm
problem?
trying to see why Mark Brooks is upset at him.
You're trying to fast forward Riley's content.
All right, I want to know what the.
Do you think
I have
that's
not seen
reasonable,
this.
sir?
I think that's absolutely brilliant choice.
That's a brilliant decision.
Very good. No, you don't have to do that. Yes, sir.
He's tolerant too, Riley.
Really good one.
He has a good way of like tolerating weirdos.
So the comic people, I don't know. Hollering from Mark Brooks. So he's just yelling his name, and this is a.
What did
fast
Mark
forward.
Brooks draw? Was he like working for Jared from Subway? Did he draw him stuff, or
Okay.
what's the
No, we're not.
what's the deal? What's the deal with Mark Brooks?
I don't want to be in a feud with Mark Brooks. You start a feud with
I'm
Mark
not in a
Brooks.
feud. It's all coming from him. All this stuff is coming. Who has ever come and asked you for your friend's personal information?
It was a weird ask. It was
What
a
the
weird ask.
fuck?
It was a very weird ask. We'll take a look at that.
Mark,
We'll go through the
are
whole
you
thread.
totally insane?
It was strange. I want to assume he was, maybe very emotional about this video. So I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe the poppers were wearing off and he just
This
got
is
fucked in
Tony
the ass.
TGD, by the way, fan of the channel.
Oh, it's Frog Tony.
Yeah, Frog Tony. He was working on
This
his
is
own
not
comic.
here. How dare he be not here when I'm here looking for him? This is where Mark Brooks would be if Mark Brooks were here.
This is Mark Brooks' table, maybe.
What does he kick it over or something?
I don't
he
know
does
if Mark
something
Brooks was
crazy,
supposed
right?
to be-
He does something crazy.
We met David Finch already.
Well, he said, of course, Riley's known for going to people's graves, which I don't know if that's correct.
Oh, we went to Alyssa
That was the
Wong.
other guy.
You do know that that's not correct.
Well, I'm a little confused by it because Riley.
He's not famous for going to any.
Well, he's not famous for anything, but I still don't know if Riley went to any graves at any point. I know he'd mentioned thinking about it.
Sorry, what did you say about famous?
I'm not famous either. Look, none of us are famous. Maybe infamous, I'll say.
This is what we get today. We get the disappointment of this. This is what we got.
Is that Mark Brooks'
we came over to
table?
Chicago and we
Is
get to
it?
see an empty table.
No, it's Alyssa Wong's
Wong.
table. Alyssa
We
Wong.
don't get to meet Mark Brooks because Mark Brooks is a pussy and he's hiding. But I'm still going to come for you. There's many more conventions after this one, Mark Brooks. And next time I won't even let you know I'm on my way.
Well, we didn't know yet. It's earlier that day, Mark Brooks.
Mark Brooks left because he met a Comicsgate
he had
fan.
he had a bad experience at a bar where a guy
He tried to hit on a guy. Mark Brooks propositioned a man,
Why do you do this?
and the guy happened to be a Comicsgate, and the guy turned him down.
You know,
and
I'm
then said
trying
he
to,
tried
like,
proposition a man for gay sex.
I'm trying to be friendly with some mainstream comic creators, and
Why? They're never going to give you anything.
I'm not asking them to give me anything. I just
You're asking them to give you clout. The only thing people respond to is fear. Do you not get that? After all of this, after all I've taught you, Vito,
right.
do you not get that?
I know. I'm forever whatever this is. I'm in a space where when I try to promote my comic, my co-host calls me a failure.
You have
and tells people
$90,000.
not to buy it. All right, look. Okay,
You need an actual comic to promote.
I know. Look. So Mark Brooks, I guess, saw this video that was young Klippa attempting to meet him at the convention. This is why he left the convention, I guess, because this gentleman was a CG supporter. And then here's a nice promo. Oh, he is holding a gun there. So that was something, real quick, if you can go back.
Okay, I'll do it.
Mark Brooks mentioned that, of course, as you can see in that video clip,
He's holding a gun.
that young Klippa has a gun, right? So this is...
So that's what?
Well, he's claiming that he fears for the safety of himself and these comic convention attendees.
He should. He's in grave danger.
Well, then that's why he was.
And Riley will come to his grave and put stickers
I don't know
on
what
it.
Riley will do to his grave. Oh, this bridge is burned.
He's a sociopath.
This bridge is burned.
No,
I tell
it's
you
not.
What. All right, look, just look at the thread, okay? So here was the thread.
It would be a big mistake to stop being friends with you. Big mistake.
Yeah, because I'm so big.
It would be a big mistake.
Mark Brooks said, if you try to come... I'm going to summarize, and maybe I'll get it wrong, but he basically said, if this weirdo tries to come find me at a convention, I will have him banned. Leave me alone.
From life?
You
That's
psychopath.
a death threat. That's a clear death threat.
It's anything
Mark
you
Brooks
want
is
it to be.
death-threatening Riley.
Now, I saw that, and there was a part of me that went, well, maybe I shouldn't say anything. But then I said, well, I know Riley personally. I know he's a bit of a troll,
Vito's
a bit of a
Twitter.
character.
Vito's
Okay,
Twitter.
You volunteered this.
Vito on
I
Twitter.
personally don't. I volunteered. I personally.
You chimed in
Vito's
I
Twitter.
chimed in.
because you weren't getting enough attention.
It's not why.
Why'd you chime in?
Because I wanted Mark Brooks to not fall into the pratfall that I've seen other creators fall into, certain prominent African American
pratfall.
creators
Yeah.
who have
you wanted
seen
to
this
protect
man
him.
putting up stickers and reacted in a large, bombastic way to what I believe is obvious internet trolling. And
Yeah.
I basically was trying to tell
now
him,
you're the bad guy.
Look, I've seen how this has worked out previously when Young
Right.
Klippa has trolled people. I think, I said, I can promise you that this reaction, this over-the-top, well, I consider it over-the-top. He thinks it's within rein. I could say this reaction.
Condescending, though.
Wanting him.
You're condescending to him already.
I didn't know how to
You can't
phrase
tell
it.
people not to do what they're doing.
I told
That's
him, I
nuts.
think this reaction you're having to it is the kind of reaction he's attempting to elicit with his bunny
So what's he supposed to
stickers.
do that? Like, oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I think the best thing you do is
overreacted.
you either you would delete the post and you go, you know what, you're right, it's internet trolling.
Yeah, but then it's embarrassing for him because you
It's
said that in
embarrassing
public.
regardless.
It's worse if you say, oh, thanks for the
So I
advice,
should have
Vito.
DM'd him.
I
could've
mean,
DM'd him.
you didn't DM him.
I didn't think this was insulting. Just say, listen, I think that's what he
Telling
wants.
if you tell someone to do something other than what they're doing, you might as well just try to kill them.
You're right. So maybe I should have stayed out of it. But I didn't. I said, I think this is what he wants.
Yeah.
Little piece of what I consider friendly advice, little tongue-in-cheek. Mark,
Unsolicited advice.
Mark
as we call
goes,
that.
he's one of your producers.
Yes.
So he knows of Riley.
So aggressive. He's one of your producers, yes? Sorry, was that it? Was it an implied yes?
Well,
was that a royal yes?
It's an implication that I am maybe responsible for Riley's behavior, and I wanted to make it clear.
It's an accusation.
I said no. He did at one point ask as a producer for your podcast, which is correct. Right?
Act as producer. He's my employee of the month.
Well, he was Big's
He's one of my
employee
best.
of the month at one point.
He's probably the best employee.
I said, now he's a force of nature unto himself with no direction from anyone. I thought he would, of course, go, well, he's just one of these crazy guys, and I'll just let it go.
Nope.
And then he goes, would you care to give me his full name?
No, he didn't say would. He said care. Care to give me his full real name?
I'd think being the brave person he is, he wouldn't mind. I genuinely only know him as Riley, which is correct. I do not know Riley's.
Mark Brooks is his real name?
I don't know, and I'm not going to dig into it.
No.
We don't need to dox Mark Brooks.
Let's just go to Wikipedia.
Stop.
I'm going to take it off.
Stop.
I'm taking it off the thing.
If you do an early life check on Mark Brooks, we're going to get hit by the anti-Semitism bill, and we're going to go to jail.
I'm just checking Mark Brooks.
When they put that into, they're going to have a Jewish council that goes through every episode of this show, and we're going to jail forever.
Checking what he is.
I don't even think he's on. Oh, there he is. Mark Brooks Comics. I don't think he's.
This is him. Oh wow.
I don't know.
Look at this.
I mean, Brooks would be a Jewish name, right? Mel Brooks. Oh, Mel Brooks was a stage name, I would think.
He's like
a Jewish.
He's like a stunt man. Look at that.
He's a nice looking guy. I don't think he looks like that anymore.
For jacking off
I
really
saw him with
hard.
glasses.
Notable works: Avengers, Secret Empire.
He's been nominated for the
Han
Eisner
Solo.
Award.
Oh my god!
Incredible.
So you really wanted to help him?
He's a good artist. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Is there anything else on there? You got awards and record. Well, because you don't scroll down. Here's everything he's worked on. Publishers. We do not have. I can't believe I'm on a podcast.
He's super famous. Look at. I just want to see what his work. What his works is.
Great.
Yeah. Career.
He's done a lot of X-Men stuff.
How interesting.
He's done a lot of X-Men stuff. Okay. I genuinely only know him as Riley. Mark Brooks goes, I have no doubt that you could find out, but I doubt you will. It doesn't serve you to do so. Not sure how else to tell these weirdos I want nothing to do with them online or in person.
Oh, man.
So he says, I want nothing to do with them online or in person.
I have no doubt you could find out, but you won't do it.
He's very upset. He was very upset at the time. I said, I'm sure they know that you want nothing to do with them online or in person. I don't think you need his legal name in order to accomplish that message. I'm sure he knows. He's
going to put on 2 leather jackets.
That's probably why he's so upset
he's going to put on another motorcycle jacket for his headshot.
Mark Brooks follows up and says, and yet you're not reaching out to find out his name. It behooves you to keep the drama going. Even when a deranged person like this posts pictures of himself with guns, says he's looking to pull up on me. I'm seriously questioning your morals. So now my morals.
I'm questioning your morals too.
Why?
For letting this fucking jackass.
What do you want me to say?
This fucking slick pimp.
I wanted to know what he wanted. I didn't understand what he wanted. Look,
he wants to kill Riley.
He doesn't want to kill Riley.
He's an anti-Semite and he wants to kill Riley.
If he has a beef with Riley and he decides he needs to call the cops or whatever else,
he's threatening Riley right here.
That's his fucking business. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't know why it's my job.
That's my boy.
To find out Riley's name. Well, I'm not getting involved, Riley. If you've created a controversy with this individual, I'm not going to fall on my sword for you. You and Mark Brooks figure it out.
But why are you responding then? So you can suck cloud off Mark Brooks.
Because I'm trying to understand what I want to know what he's requesting from me.
You're the perfect foil because you actually are genuinely want to find out.
Find out what he wants? Yeah.
So you're the perfect guy to draw more incriminating
Well, because I think what he's asking for is crazy. Why would I have Riley's legal name and why would I give it to you knowing that your intention is to bring legal action against the guy? Would you do it though?
But you said you would give Obtuse Gnomes information to Eric July.
No, I didn't say. Did I say that?
Yeah, you did say it.
No, I didn't.
You said I'll do anything to help you bring this criminal to justice.
I was doing a little PR at that time. Let's be real. The Obtuse Gnome situation, I mean, the guy sent a funny email, but I had to go yeah, but this is an outrage,
you know? Said that, though.
Look, man, I've been on the internet. Sometimes you just got to lie. It's fine.
Oh, you're the expert of internet optics, right? With the cutie
I've been bad at them for so long, and now I went, you know what? Why say what I really believe? Just say what everybody wants to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said, you want his legal name? Mark Brooks says, I do. I have never asked for anyone to be removed or banned from a show, but his behavior and the gun pics in his video closing have me concerned. He does not belong in the general comic-loving public. Let him act like a school shooter far away from the rest of us.
School shooter? There's never been a
I don't know what school
300
shooters
pound
act
school
like.
shooter.
There's never been a school shooter that was making a ton of money from his girlfriend having an OnlyFans because then they wouldn't shoot up a school. They'd just make OnlyFans money. If anything, if every school shooter, we could get if we could get every school shooter a hot girlfriend, there would be no school
my
shooters.
girlfriend's huge tits. I gotta go shoot up the school. Oh shit!
You never say,
I've come
and
too
now
much.
to speak on the school shooter, here's his hot big titty girlfriend. That's literally never
He
happened.
does cosplay
in the history.
for a living, and
Yeah.
they have thousands of dollars.
It's never happened in the history of school shooters. I said, well, I honestly have no way to obtain that information that I can think of, but I will ask. Well, that was me. I was going to go, hey, Dick, Mark Brooks is requesting...
Now you're putting me in an awkwardly situation.
I'm in a very awkward position.
Yeah, but you got involved in it. I didn't get involved in this shit. I didn't say shit.
I
you
didn't think I was
forced
getting
yourself in.
involved.
Like, well, I'll go ask Dick, so he's the bad guy if he says no.
Well, why am I the bad guy? Why do I got to provide Riley's fucking name?
You got involved, bro.
Well, he's saying...
if you get involved, you deserve to get shot. Like, that's the Old West. That's a Wild West code.
Well, here Mark Brooks says, considering he worked for you, whether paid or voluntarily, I assume you would know his name. So basically, he's accusing me of lying. He's saying, you know this man's name. And I was trying to tell him, like, Mark, I've met Riley at, like, some meetups. We've gotten what? Like, we went to the arcade and got a cheeseburger and a beer.
You know his name.
Played Time Crisis. His name's Riley.
No, you know his real name.
Well, actually, after they posted it, but I don't even know if that's his real name. That's a weird last name he supposedly
not that
has.
name. You know his real name.
Stop! You're just saying that to get me in
Mark
trouble.
Brooks. Vito knows his real name.
I don't know his fucking real name.
He
I don't
knows
even know
his
Mint
address.
Salad's real fucking
He knows.
name.
He has
Her
a
name's
copy
not
of his
Mint
ID.
Salad, I know that.
He has everything. Vito has everything.
I have everything. I have
Vito
all
has
this
known
information.
Riley since high school. They went to
Okay.
high school together. He knows his parents.
I don't know any of this. How do I see the? Okay, I'm saying you have a way to get the full name of the troll. He's saying I have some way to get his name, and I don't know what way he thinks that is.
I'm picking
troll
up on the way
that
he thinks
shows
it is.
up at other people's businesses.
He thinks
houses,
he wants
and
you to
graves.
dress up like Lady Bugs Bunny and seduce me
Yeah, exactly.
into giving it to you.
Well, I think I asked him at one point if this reply is here. I said, do you want me to break into Dick's house and look for pay stubs? Because I genuinely don't know how you
I don't
think.
pay Riley in any kind of traceable way.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Matt, what am I going to do? Find the Bitcoin receipts or something? Okay, look. And people are saying that I was trying to dox Riley. I was just trying to express to Mark Brooks, I don't know this guy's name.
It's
If
weird that you
want
would
it,
throw me under the bus like that. Well, Dick hired him. I don't know about me.
I'm telling him, he's saying, you know how to get his name. And I go, the only possible way I can think of that I
give
might
him information, though.
obtain his name is from Dick. Well, he knows that Riley worked for you, so he already knows that.
Yeah, but
Okay?
he's not asking me because he's afraid to.
Exactly.
And now you're giving him a reason to ask. Like, well, Vito said I could ask you. Like,
Well, if he's afraid of you, that benefits me, because then he goes, well, I'm not going to ask Dick. And I go, okay, well, then stop asking me. Why are you asking me? If you know Dick, who employed the guy and would probably definitely have his name, why the fuck are you asking me? Why don't you fucking ask Dick?
I said he could just answer riddles, and I would give him
Yeah,
a name.
exactly. And he didn't pass your riddle challenge, so.
He refused to partake
Anyway,
in it.
Mark Brooks, for an entire night, was telling me I'm a liar and I know Riley's real name and I need to give it to him. And then I said,
All right.
Why am I getting in trouble for this? I didn't do anything wrong
You
here.
started all this shit.
Started what shit?
Arguing with Mark Brooks.
I didn't make
and
a
now
video.
I have to say
I didn't make a video
I have to go
antagonizing
full
Mark Brooks.
Ralph mail.
You don't have to do anything. Look, Mark Brooks hates you and probably me by proxy.
What did I do? You did this.
Well, then why is it my fucking fault? He definitely hates Riley.
No,
And
he doesn't
thinks-
hate him. He just wants to be
thinks
safe
I'm
from
Riley's
his...
keeper and that I have Riley's personal information.
If Riley is allowed at another convention where Mark Brooks is at, Mark Brooks might get raped.
Anyway, I don't
by
know.
Riley.
I didn't
It's
say anything wrong.
non-zero chance. Non-zero chance. It's possible.
People are trying to make it sound like I was helping dox Riley when all I kept asking was, what are you genuinely asking me to do? Because
Yeah.
I don't know his fucking name. He's like, well, you can get it. I'm like, how? What? Doing what? In
Are
what
you
way?
hiding Riley's in the attic?
Yeah.
Vito?
I just wanted to express to him the insanity of the request where I'm like, dude, I interact with a lot of people online. I don't know their real legal
I love
names.
his art, but he's an anti-Semite. You can't argue with them.
I don't know Riley's name. If you come to me, there's a lot of people who call. Do you think I know that Niggler's real fucking name? No. Niggler's more of an employee than Riley at this point. He keeps sending these shitty fucking voicemails, okay? I don't know his name. I don't know Digibro's name. I don't know Riley's name. All these people.
Digibro. That's
Sorry,
not his name. That's not his name.
I don't
Sorry.
know Trixie's real fucking name. You're right. And then Mark Brooks dead named Trixie.
Oh,
using Trixie's
really
legal,
like aggressively.
Well, somebody.
What do you want me to call you?
Yeah, and
don't
then
even
started
wanna do it.
using their dead name.
Whoa.
And
okay.
Somebody. Well, there's these guys.
Is he married? Mark Brooks?
I'll say this: if you want to be angry at anyone, that DA Talks individual. Do you know them?
No.
And we've what's in that other lady, the one who Eric DMCA'd, the
Vicky?
Vicky.
I like her.
Well, she does a show with that DA Talks individual, and DA Talks said, "Oh, don't worry, Mark Brooks, I can hook you up. Here is Riley's real
but that's
name and
different
photo."
than you doing it.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that I don't know if Vicky condones this doxing behavior, but I do not condone
we
it.
all condone doxing.
I was not going to
We
dox.
all condone
There's no
harm.
universe in which I was going to dox Riley, and anybody thinks that's what was happening. I just wanted Mark Brooks to
I know
realize
you're playing kind of fast and loose.
I
with
wanted
these.
I wanted anyone to realize that I wanted Mark Brooks to go, you know what? I'm being crazy. Because I'm going, Vito, give me this guy's name. Well, I don't have it. Yeah, but you can get it.
He's
How?
going to feel real crazy while he's being raped by Riley, who gets
I don't
practice. Riley, the only reason Riley has a fansly with his girlfriend is so
Right.
he can practice raping.
And the only reason I don't know Riley's real name is so I have plausible deniability when he kills somebody.
Riley having sex with his girlfriend
He's
is
not
like
gonna kill
Rocky
anybody.
Balboa hitting the meat in the
Yeah.
frozen meat locker. Riley's just imagining raping either Matt Barr or Mark Brooks.
Something's going on. All
Get
I
it?
can say
That's probably one of the funniest things that anyone's ever said.
that's
the
the
whole
best
thing
joke
that I just
you've
said.
ever made.
Like Rocky's in there and he's an OnlyFans to practice rape on a woman, but with men.
If you had the Rocky theme queued up, I would have gave it to you.
Nah, because we'll lose.
Anyway, Mark Brooks hates us. Mark Barr hates us.
Mark
and
Barr?
Clipaverse is still wild out there in the ether, handing out bunny stickers and causing chaos. We will see if this leads to legal repercussions.
We want to look. I know a Mossad agent, and he told me that what Israel wants is to blanket Mark Brooks's booth with bunny stickers. At the next comic thing,
I disavow all of this.
bunny stickers.
No.
You can easily get them anywhere. It's
no.
not vandalism. There's nothing wrong with it.
Look,
If
Mark Brooks wants to be left alone,
I'm Jewish.
I respect his request to be left
I'm
alone.
Jewish. I get it.
I hope the audience respects it as well. We live.
That's what I heard from. I'm saying I heard that
we
from
live in a
Mossad
sphere
agent that I
of
knew.
interesting internet dramas.
I don't agree with it.
Some
You're
people
pretending like
are
I
not
agree
built
with it.
for it, and I understand that. Some people do not want to engage with it.
Well, then you don't go asking for people's names if you don't want to fuck with
I-
them. Like that's a
I
very
think
clear
it's a
signal.
bad
I want to
play.
fuck with that guy's life.
I think it's a bad play.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
So
a Mossad agent that I knew.
Mark Brooks
used to
has
say
obtained
they would deal with
Riley's
this
name.
It's totally unrelated. It's not related to Mark Brooks.
Sure.
He knew a guy named Mac Bonks,
Mac Bonks.
and they would go to murdering conventions. They were in the IDF.
You're gonna get us banned from something.
what?
What the fuck is a murdering convention?
That fucking Mossad
We're
had
moving
them.
on from this.
Mossad
We're
had
moving
them.
on from
Mossad
this.
had them.
No.
And they would go
No,
to the convention
no.
and put bunny stickers
No.
all over his booth.
Stop.
All over his booth. He was selling garrotes.
Stop. Look. I respect that some people don't want to get engaged
was Jake
in drama.
Shields, if I
think
have to
there's
confess.
ways you want to get out of the drama. The best thing you can do, let it roll off you. Let it roll over you. Don't be like Eric July.
Like a roll of bunny stickers.
Don't start threatening to put holes in people or pull up or Texas law. Just
How would
let
you
it
want someone's name?
roll over
Tell
you.
me where you live. Give me your grandfather's name.
All I can tell you is I look forward to seeing how this develops, and I'm sure it will escalate.
Refresh your thing. If you
Yeah.
have more buyers
Let's
on
see
Superkiller,
at
I'm going to
superkiller.org. What are we at? We are up another $200. We are pushing closer to 91,000. Wow. This is going to be a true indie comic success story, guys. Can you believe it? And I tell you what, we're gonna have a great. This is good. And we got the fog coming in. The fog of victory rolling in to celebrate my Superkiller victory here
Why
tonight.
the fuck would anyone be buying this now?
Because they want a first edition copy. They want to get it. I'm going to have to print more trading cards with the number of backers. Guys, the trading cards are campaign exclusive. Only backers of this Indigo. If you don't get in by Monday, you will not get a pack.
You don't even promote anyone
of
else. It's just
Superkiller
you.
trading cards. I promote other people. What are you talking about? I was promoting a bunch of other fucking comic guys.
Who? Name five.
B.A. Turner. I was promoting.
What's the name of the comic?
The Super Adventures of Muscle Man.
Fake comic. Okay.
Frog Tony.
You don't
and
even
his
know
Tony shit.
He's
There's
joking.
a lot of comics with a lot of different
You don't even know
names.
other comics. You're such a fucking grifter.
I know other comics. Look, I've said that once everything. I try to retweet people's campaigns.
So selfish.
I like that guy's Terror in the Trenches comic. That looks good. From
What's it called?
Terror in the Trenches.
Terror
in the trenches. There was God. What's the guy that we like who stood up against Eric July? Fuck.
Invincibles or something like
The
that.
Invincibles? No, it's not the Invincibles.
The Invisibles.
Something like that. I wish I remembered. But that guy's great. Look, I can't think of him off the top of my head. I didn't bring in the fucking indie comic pitch round or whatever.
So bad.
Dave Brink's
Such
got
a
one.
fucking
Look,
parasite.
I've said if you have a comic campaign and you need a boost, please DM me on Twitter. I will happily retweet any comic creators.
But
trying
not
to
on
get
the show.
funded.
On the show is all
I'll
you
do
money.
it. If you leave a fucking super chat to remind me, or if you send me a message ahead of time and you say, Vito, I'm really trying to make this thing happen. Blood and the Sword. I helped that guy a ton. I even read his whole comic and I gave him some fucking dialogue notes and said, check
You
out
get
Blood and the Sword.
notes?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he
What was your
loved the
notes?
notes. Some of
Make
my
it
notes,
more like 90s Conan?
Some of the well, yeah. I said you need some more Clutch Cargo in here, and he loved it.
All right.
I'm trying,
Let's do
okay?
Super- oh, wait,
I've been
wait.
sick all fucking week.
Oh, okay. All right.
I try to promote.
Okay,
I try to promote. I want to promote.
Okay.
You're right. I'm not doing enough. And I've said I'm not doing enough. I want to do more with the indie comic sphere. I truly believe it. Oh, are we doing a couple voicemails too?
Just one.
Do one. All right, do one.
Oh, it's empty.
All right, well,
All right,
let's not do
there you go.
voicemails.
I guess we're not doing it.
I was going to say, do we want to talk about Red Bar at all?
I mean, let's see what the super chats
We'll
go.
see what the super chats
It's already
say.
2.5 hours.
I know,
man.
because our show's a nightmare now. It just goes on forever. Okay, well, guys, get your super chats in. Cool for 2. Thank you for not killing yourselves. Lol, no for 5. I can't watch live. Go fund yourself, Richard. Hey, Siri. No, I'm not doing that.
Play Evisceration Plague by Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, it's a little. We put some space between.
Hey
it.
Siri, play.
No, stop,
hey Siri,
stop.
call the police. Siri,
Stop,
I'm having
stop,
a heart. Hey
stop,
Siri,
stop,
I'm having a heart
stop,
attack.
stop,
Hey Siri,
stop,
I'm having a
stop,
fucking
stop.
heart attack. Call the police.
Oh my god.
Hey Siri, I'm being
Black
raped.
Crimson for 5 Australian. Thanks for the snacks. Thanks for not killing yourselves. Baba Thekon for 10. Vito stock tip. Vito, I lost money on hymns, but be fair to the CEO. He tried to get me. He's from Palestine. Oh, interesting. Can't blame him for having an opinion. Diamond hands. We will triumph.
Oh, he's from Palestine.
Over the annoying money people.
Wow.
I don't know if he is from Palestine. He might be.
Would that change your opinion?
Yeah, I want to sell it all. I don't want anything to do with those. No, I like hymns. It's a good company. We'll see. Chud Bronson for 2 Canadian. Late and fat. I am Vito. Oink oink. Don't laugh at all of them.
It's always funny.
It's always funny. Clever username for 2. I want to see an MTV Cribs of Vito's home. My house would be condemned by the city if we do that. So no. Slickford for 5. TDS lore question: is Mr. Fancy Pants Sean's brother, or are
No,
they
it's
two
a different
people?
guy. It's a different guy.
Maxwell 21 for 17 American dollars. Wow. Vito, it's your boy Prime. I assume you're pumped for Funko Fusion. I can't wait to see you stream yourself playing it.
What's that?
I have no idea. Apparently there's going to be a
Funko game?
Pop video game, and I
that's
do
cool.
not. No, it is not cool. That's
Why?
awful.
They're cool. The Funkos are cool.
Yeah, they're great. They're awesome.
I mean,
The Deadpool one was cool. They're cool when they're not like human beings.
oh. Like,
The black eyes look weird.
oh.
When they don't have but when it's like a monster, it almost like it kind of looks like it fits. But
I think they're cool. I
really
think they're all
cheap.
cool.
Oh,
You
shut
know,
up.
it's like,
Bring down Sergeant fucking Dick Slaughter or whatever. Fred
yeah,
Slaughter.
he looks cool.
Very cool. Cullen Care for 5. Vito, you silly Billy. You blogged me on Twitter for calling you a team guy. Now I'll never know when Superkiller comes out. Send me a message at the BPITU to unblock you, and I will do so. How's
I have
that?
I think I have a audio thing for
Great.
Team Guy Vito. Hold on.
I'm so
Because you're
excited.
blocking people who call you a team guy now, right?
Only if they do it in a really annoying way.
Oh, yeah. Here.
Oh, Vito's a team guy.
Vito, the gay team guy. Vito, the gay team guy.
Like Beekman.
Gay.
Like Bill Nye.
Vito, the gay team guy.
Beekman's better.
DI rules.
That's pretty funny.
Vito, the gay team guy.
Female game characters should look more like men.
Vito,
Never
the
said that.
fat team guy.
Never happened.
Vito, the gay team guy.
You know, you guys can
Brought
make
to
little
you by
stingers and
Sweet
songs
Baby
about.
Incorporated, carrying out
good.
Anita Sarkeesian's agenda since 2018.
Great.
And that
We
whole,
might have
that whole outro thing, too.
Well,
Did you hear that part?
I heard it. Don't fucking play it again. You don't have
Hold on, I'm trying to fucking do show stuff.
Vito, the gay team guy.
DEI rules.
There, now I have it.
Vito, the gay team
Now I
guy.
can stop.
game
Now I can
characters shall
play
evolve
it.
like magic.
Vito, the fat team guy.
I got it.
Gamergate never happened.
Vito, the gay
What
team
didn't happen?
guy.
Brought to you by
Gamergate.
Sweet Baby
You
Incorporated,
need to add the
carrying out
tag.
Anita Sarkeesian's agenda since
The
2018.
tag ruins it. You got to pull the tag
No,
off.
the tag's the
It's
best
too much.
part.
The tag's the worst. I appreciate the effort that went into that. And as far as guys, apparently you want us to talk about this
great.
DEI shit forever. Well, maybe we
Yeah,
had.
because it's so annoying
Well-
that you're like, that you're moving the goalposts and like equivocating on all these things that's obviously happening. It's so obviously happening.
I agree. You're right.
Criticizing Israel illegal.
No, I'm on the-
how do
I'm
all
on-
these
I'm on
black
the same-
lesbians
I'm
get in
on the
games?
same side.
Guys, it's simply hiring. It has
I'm
nothing to do
so
with money.
sick. I'm
When has
so
money
sick.
ever mattered?
I hate when BlackRock shows up and they go, "You have to give Laura Croft a penis, or we're going to take $10,000 away."
10 million.
10 million.
Not
We're gonna take
10,000.
If you do not give Laura Croft a penis, we're not giving you this $10 million.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And you got to make all these Pokemon
You just
characters.
think it
really-
doesn't.
the only way trans
So
people.
why does all the Pokemon
the
look
only
like?
way you're going to make trans people happy is if all the Pokemon characters are ugly.
No, they don't think you can make trans people happy.
Okay.
No one thinks that.
I think so. I would hope some people.
No
think
one gives
that.
a fuck how trans people feel. It's all white liberals like you that are dumping money
know.
and votes into
agree.
retarded shit.
I agree. You're right. We're the
I
worst.
am right.
We're the worst.
Who's we?
Me,
White
and
women?
Me and the rest of the white liberals that voted up the anti-Semitism bill. Oh wait, that was the GOP. They did that.
What are you talking about?
Talking about that this team guy shit. It's bad on both sides, man.
Wait, you. So because Republicans are financed by Israel, you think you're not a team guy?
I don't think I'm a team guy. I think I agree with you.
So
more
just
often.
Republicans did love Israel, so I'm
gonna
fine.
say this to you guys: is if you look at a guy like me, a guy who more often than not is willing to say, "You're right, liberals are fucking up, and they're making a lot of bad
That's a
decisions,
trick.
and
That's a
they're
trick.
ruining a lot of different things."
Yeah.
and you're gonna say, "I'm the
Team guy.
I'm the example of the team
That's
guy."
a trick, yeah. Pied Piper. Hey guys, I agree with everyone, and then
Not
we
one
all
of-
love
not
Israel,
one
right?
of these guys who comes out and they go, "Yeah, I vote for I don't know."
What are you drawing? A way out? Are you drawing an exit to this bullshit argument
Let's
you're
take a
making?
look at the Superkiller campaign here. 95. Another
I'm gonna
$100
fucking
on the
kill
board.
myself.
There we go. Now I feel better. Look, you guys better pick better guys to call team guys. Is all I'm gonna say.
You are the most teamist guy.
I'm the least.
You're the
teamist
most team guy that's ever been.
What are you talking about?
Because it's only when it affects you. When it's like game journalism and like defending and giving Riley's fucking papers over to Mark Brooks, then you're like, yeah, let's do it. But when it's stuff that doesn't affect you, like, hey, we all hate trans people, right? Yeah, me too. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm sure.
Wow.
Sure you do.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's me.
Uh-huh.
We all hate
And when
trans
it's easy,
people.
oh yeah, it's fucking crazy. I changed
I
my
don't hate
gender on my
trans
driver's
people.
license. This is fucking crazy. Yeah.
I think the sports issue is an interesting one.
Why is it interesting? Fuck women. Fuck women's sports.
People always go, they go, "Oh, I like how effortlessly Dick destroyed Vito." I just get tired, man. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I cannot
yeah.
process the amount of shit being thrown at me at one point in time.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm answering at this point. I'm the ultimate team guy.
Team guy.
I'm the ultimate team guy because I get it right on the easy
The
stuff,
gay team
like
guy.
trans
That's
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
But when it comes to what really matters, like video games, is apparently
Yeah.
a crucial
Yeah,
issue.
video games it is.
Video games
It
is a
is,
crucial societal issue.
Yeah.
That's the most
Video games is way more
thing.
important than trans shit. What do you think it's not?
I don't know.
Who gives a
man.
fuck about trans shit? Oh, wow. Girls' college fucking swimming is going to get really all fucked up. Meanwhile, video
right.
games are bigger than
I
Hollywood.
know. I'm a team guy. I voted for it.
Yeah, no, I'll answer to that one.
Because I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what's being leveled at me. Okay?
Team guy.
I'm a team guy.
Team guy.
Okay. And I'm a team guy because on some occasions I agree with liberal policies and beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to.
When it's retarded to
when
do
it's
so.
retarded to do so.
When it's retarded, yeah.
Got it. Fair enough.
You can agree with some of it. I agree with some of it. But when it's like, what are you talking about? Of course they're. Of course
I want
it's the money.
abortions. How's that? Is that a team guy thing? Or is that easy?
I mean, you want third trimester abortions,
I don't
though,
know.
man.
Look, we don't have to have third trimester abortions. I'm just saying everybody can
There
calm
should
the
not
fuck
be
down.
any third trimester abortions.
Sure, no third trimester. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there 100%. Okay?
No, you'll meet in the first trimester.
I'll meet in the first trimester.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe 2 weeks into the second. How's that?
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
But
And
the third one,
and if it's a rape baby, or if we scan its brain and it's got to come out Republican, then we just
kill it.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Let's see. This is exhausting. Slave and cholera for 2. Women would rather run into a bear than a random man.
Fucking waitress fall asleep.
I missed that whole discourse. I heard what was going on, but Ken for 5. I used to believe salvo pancakes about Vito being a PDF file. Thanks, Mike, for showing everyone the truth about how nice he is. Oh, Mike Redbar. Yeah, Mike Redbar said
I love Red Bar.
No,
I've always been. I
Hold
love Red
on.
Bar.
Redbar said some very nice things about us. He wants to be friends.
Then we're friends.
Does salvo pancakes say I'm a PDF file? I don't have a problem with salvo pancakes.
He would never say that. Salvo.
I'm sure he would. Alex for 5. Speaking of Vito's comedy, Vito, don't tell your Dave and Buster's joke anymore. Dave Chappelle had the same joke about Anthony Bourdain, and it's better. I did hear Dave Chappelle's joke. Dave Chappelle's joke is Anthony Bourdain had the best life, and he killed himself. I think the Dave and Buster's thing still works. I don't know. Maybe there's a way
Anthony Bourdain didn't have a great life, though.
And also, Anthony Bourdain didn't kill himself. He committed autoerotic asphyxiation, and he just got too carried away while he was jerking off in a closet in Milan.
That's different.
Yeah, it's different. He didn't mean to kill himself. He's just like, oh, yeah! And they reported it as, oh, he was so sad. No, he
killed
wasn't.
himself.
He had a great meal, and then he went up to his hotel room.
Oh, that's
And they tied a rope around his fucking neck, and he died while jerking off, and they always have to report it as, oh, he was so sad. No.
Yeah, you're right.
He was definitely just jerking off.
It's like the Robin Williams thing. How they say like he killed himself, but
he was probably jerking off.
Well, no, he had like a debilitating injury.
Yeah.
He had like a horrible disease.
Yeah,
that was
he had
making
like
him less and less able to function. It's like, oh well, he was a clown, but he was hurting inside. No, he was hurting outside.
Yeah, he had like an actual mental.
He had like the Mick
brain
Mars
deterioration or some shit.
Yeah.
I do think that Anthony Bourdain is one of those things that everybody goes, what a tragedy. And I go, no, I'm pretty sure he was jerking off. Most, so many suicides are guys jerking off. And
really?
But the families.
You can jerk off so much you kill yourself?
No, it's that you got to,
I've been jerking off wrong this whole time.
You're not strangling yourself. A lot of these guys, they love to tie a cord around their neck and have a good time. And then they die, and the families go, well, our teenage son was a tortured soul, or, maybe he was bullied at school. They don't want to say, also he had a plastic bag over his fucking head and a bunch of My Little Pony porn that he was looking at on a tablet.
Through a plastic bag?
I say you get so excited that you're gasping for air, as you're jerking off, you're gasping and losing air. And then, it supposedly makes the orgasm more pleasurable. But then the families, they can't.
How much better do you need an orgasm to be?
That's what I always say. I go, orgasms are pretty great. I never understand these guys who need all sorts of contraptions and poppers and whatever the fuck else. Just jerk the fuck off. It feels great. But I guess for some guys, probably dribblers, they go, I need a little something more, like Anthony Bourdain did. He lived on the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't that the name of his show? It was like On the Edge with Anthony Bourdain or some
Edging.
shit? Edging with Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain.
It was a reference to the fact that he would like to gasp his way to
Edging with a bag on your
fantastic
head. He called his show.
That was the original show.
That was the title.
How about we call it Anthony Bourdain Abroad? Yeah, abroad on my tablet as I put a plastic bag on my head. And
he, at the pitch doc, it was him with overalls, like a construction worker.
I'm
working
just
on
saying,
myself.
A lot of these supposedly tragic teen suicides are just kids who got horned up and put a bag over their heads. That's it. Probably a lot of the trans suicides, too, I would imagine. Okay. Probably not 41% is suicide.
Oh, that's
probably a lot of them are gasping their way to orgasm, and they just fuck it up. And you go, I can't believe my kid was bullied into killing themselves with their dick in their hands. Okay? I'm not joking. Legitimately, they say that's a thing that happens. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oglovich for 5. Vito's the George R.R. Martin of Biggest Problem in the Universe. in that Superkiller is never coming out, not the obvious morbid obesity. And TBF, Dick is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
TBF for 5, knowing DM
cool.
is locked in a small room once a week with Vito's BO for the show makes him a saint. I can't believe he hasn't offed himself with Vito's stink lines. I got the 6 stink today. I put on some extra deodorant because I was a little worried.
We draw stink lines?
Let's not draw anything. How's that? How about we don't need to draw things on this show? Dan and Heidi for 5. Vito blocked me because I shared the Deadpool 3 trailer, tagged him, and said tick tick, unblocked me. Send a message to @TheBiggestPro or @TBIBTU or whatever the fuck on Twitter, and I will unblock you.
TikTok, Vito.
Geeks for 5. I'm going to block you next. Just think about the pallbearers, Veets, me boy. Though I guess renting a forklift to carry your casket will also be an option. Just cremate me. There's more to go around.
Oh, man.
Shit lips for 10. Maddox is watching, and I hope he knows this week it's him that eats shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if Maddox watches this.
Yes, he watches everything I do.
There's no way he can sit through 4 hours of this.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be furious.
He sat through 5 years of everything.
Well, he must be furious knowing that he could be fundraising his new book, but instead we are fundraising Superkiller, which is now hit $90,850. That's like $1,000 we spent on the show tonight. Can you believe it? Celebrate good times. Come on. The indie comic sensation that is sweeping the globe. It's Superkiller. Almost at 91,000. What a fantastic closeout to the successful indie comics campaign. Thanks to everybody for supporting it, and you will be greatly rewarded. Ken for 5. Vito should consider legal action over Salvo Pancake slander. Thanks, Mike Redbar, for showing everyone the truth about what a cutie Vito is. Thanks, Vito. Wow, what is Salvo Pancake saying about me? I've missed out on all this drama. G- for 5. Dick, what do you think about Vito offering to dox Riley to Mark Brooks? It's not... I was just trying to nail down what Mark Brooks was specifically asking me for, what information he thought I had. There is no universe in which, if I had Riley's legal name, that I would provide it to a man who was trying to take legal action against him. That would be pretty fucked up. Matt R for 5. Keem obsessed for a year making Maddox-like videos about PKA's Woody's 12-year-old special needs son. Wait, is that true?
Who did?
Keemstar made videos about Woody's 12-year-old special needs son?
Wait, what?
He's saying Keem for a year was making Maddox-style videos about Woody from PKA's 12-year-old special needs son. I think I remember hearing something about some drama like that. I think that was years ago.
That's true. That's all I'm going to talk about when I go on Locale next week.
Next time you go on, PKA or Locale, ask them.
That's the only thing I'm going to talk about.
Are you going on with Keem?
Did Keemstar,
Yeah.
I mean, probably not. Did Keemstar make videos about
a 12-year-old
Woody's,
child?
About a 12-year-old special needs kid.
That would be bad. That would be bad. Austin for 5. Vito, if I paid for gym membership at a gym trainer at the gym of your choice, would you work out twice a week for 3 months?
He would say he would.
I don't want the personal trainer, though.
Why?
If you want to pay for my gym membership, I'll just go myself.
Nah, you need a personal trainer.
I don't like being near people.
Yeah, but you need one.
You know how I don't like you guys encouraging me and supporting me because it makes me uncomfortable?
What if he was a famous comedian? Like if he was at Skankfest?
Well, I wanted to get Ethan Suplee to... Ethan Suplee follows me on Twitter. You know that guy, right?
No.
The big fat guy from Mallrats.
I don't know.
The big fat guy from
Kevin
My Name
Smith?
is Earl.
Oh, Donkey Lips.
No, that's a different fat guy.
Different guy. Okay. Yeah, I know who that
but
is.
Ethan Suplee. And then he famously is now a
he lost
gym
all that
guy.
weight.
Lost all that weight, and he's totally buff, right?
Okay.
And he follows me on Twitter, and I sent him a message. I'm like,
So
wow, I can't believe you're following me on Twitter.
Did he offer to train you?
No, but my idea in my head was a great pitch would be Ethan Suplee's from Zero to Hero.
Vito, the K2 guy.
No, play Project Vito. No, not that. We got too many fucking things on the board.
No, I remember.
I was like, what if I pitch him a show where he takes a big fat
Vito's
guy,
projects,
idiot like
Vito's
me?
fun little ideas,
There you go.
Vito's postponed comic
Man, I
book,
forgot the
Vito's
fucking
soon-to-be-hit
problem.
magazine, Vito's lazy
it's
creative
sci-fi
team,
thing.
Well,
Vito's
we got a lot of
Deadpool
things to
3
remember
ripoff.
on this show. Okay. Ethan Suplee is from Zero to Hero, and I would be one of the first guys that he whips into shape.
Man, just
That'd be a good
lose
show.
the weight though. Not all this show shit.
It's got to be a show.
No one gives a shit about a show.
It's literally a show. You literally put
Yeah,
on a
but
pirate
no one
fucking costume. And you cannot say this right now. You have turned it into a show. This is not the time to go, well, it's not a show. You made it into a
It's
game
a show 'cause you
made
hate
a
it.
pirate game show out of the whole fucking thing. So shut the fuck up. Obviously, it's a show.
Not if no one gives $50.
You're the one who last episode said, well, of course it's a show. There's a narrative arc, and you're the hero's journey. And now you're fucking just saying whatever to try and fuck with me. All right? Anything I do is the opposite of what you want to do.
Well, because it's like, you just want to have a I'm amazing, I'm losing weight show.
I'm
That's
not
not a
amazing.
show.
I'm not losing weight. That's the show. The show is I'm a disappointment. All right? Anyway.
It doesn't look like there's even going to be a show.
Shane G for €2 as pedophiles go. Strategy for 5. Have you guys heard about Papa Tui hair care? It's a real hair care line by The Rock. It's real, and his tagline is, my hair would have loved this. I have not heard about that. Maybe it'll help me out.
Polynesian hair thing? All
Very
right.
interesting. Vito's wiener for 5 says, I can't breathe. Because I'm beating my dick too often. Brandon
No.
Swan for 5. Great show. Please go to Skankfest, Dick Masterson. You're too good not to be mainstream. Just go make fun of it. Vito fat. It's not a bad idea.
We're just going as fans. I don't want to go to... I'm not a fan of Skankfest, so why would I go as a fan?
I think... Who did you talk to about this?
No one? Sean?
Was it Sean? I don't know.
What do you mean?
About not going to Skankfest as fans?
Yeah, I retold the conversation on my show, and Sean was like, yeah, why would you go to that?
I wouldn't say we're going as fans.
What would you say you're going as?
I don't know, man. I just like comedy.
Not fans? I'm saying I'm not a fan of Skankfest.
Fair
So
enough.
I'm not going as a fan, pretending to be a fan.
If we could get on a stage and record a show, would you want to go?
No.
A big comedy thing with like thousands of attendees, and we could do a show in front of a bunch of people?
What?
All right.
If we could go and have a show in front of thousands of people, would I go?
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay. I don't know, man.
What are you asking?
I don't know what I'm asking.
Well, what are you asking?
I could maybe do stand-up there if I asked.
You should do stand-up there.
Could work on my stand-up. It wasn't that bad at Denny's thing.
It was great. It killed. What are you talking about doing a show in front of thousands of people?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm just supposing. Black Angus reviews for 2. Good Will Hunting in space. Good Will Hunting sucks. It's
It
all
does,
right.
yeah.
Weirdo Lay for 5. I need me some Iron Dome.
There you go.
That's what you tell an Israeli girl right before she takes your pants off. Luke for 10. I'm selling biggest problem keychains on Etsy. I'm including bootleg Superkiller merch in every order. I love the show, fellas. Great. We have
Thanks.
bootleg
Send me
merch.
one.
Surgery for 5. Man, that AC is really fogging up Vito's glasses. Speaking of fog, god damn it. Let's see.
$5 worth of fog?
I'm not
that's it.
sure. Our good friend, the H-Man, says, we're back. Hey, my best friend, Vito, buddy, you look fit and better. Hope you're less than 295. I wish you the best. Stop being gay. Thank you. Fatix for 5. Hey, Vito, I'm down 100 pounds in the last 10 months. How's your weight loss journey going? Well, I'm not down 100 pounds. Strategy for 5. Imagine you go to Skankfest expecting to see a lot of skanks, but instead they chuck dicks in my eggs. No one wants that. Veets and dicks.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Imagine
Anything
you go to
goes for
Skankfest.
5. Vito, I need Riley's real name to write it on icing on his birthday cake. Wink,
Yeah.
wink. I know you hold power over young Klippa. Yeah, I have all his information.
His first name is Fuck. His middle initial is J.
And he loves jerking off with a plastic bag around his face. Tessa for 5. This show is the biggest solution for giving the world a few hours break from Vito's incessant whining on Twitter about Magic the Gathering cards. I'm going to be that Grums guy for Magic the Gathering. I'm going to save that game.
You're going to make up death threats and pretend they're a big deal?
Man, I don't know why we have to enter. Like, what is it
Oh,
about?
man, you really had Grums and all right wing. You really had them. You had everybody. They were fucking up. And then you decided to pretend that you thought you were getting death threats because you all want to secretly be Jesus Christ. And you all fantasize all the time, baby. And then a bunch of the
Everyone has to
dumbest
explain.
people in the
Yeah.
fucking world tell me, oh, we're just holding them to their rules.
Well, that's retarded.
Really, their rules are looking like total F-slurs and everyone laughing at them? Is that what their rules are?
I don't know.
No, Dick, but we have to hold them to their rules. Do you have any experience talking to
If
a
he
crowd?
said that
then
to
never
her-
tell me.
If he said that to her,
You can imagine.
you can imagine. For those of you
God.
who don't know, a lady on a
Blow-
stream made a joke where somebody on Twitter had
Grum's
said,
fucked up so bad.
well, because he's an idiot.
What a fucking moron. I knew he was I unfollowed him during COVID when he was like, I can clean masks and shit, like with a laser beam. I was like, oh, go fuck yourself. You're like right on board with all this COVID shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And then
somebody on
right
Twitter,
on target with all this video game shit. And then I'm having a death threat. Someone's having a death. Look at this death threat, everyone. Everyone, look at my death threat. It's my fucking. Look, it's my wedding. It's my death threat wedding.
See, like normally you get a death threat on Twitter, which I get all the time, and I go, "Hey, look, this guy's an asshole," and that's it. Instead, he's turned it into a week of, well, I just don't understand why it's okay for the left to send me these death threats.
Look, and other streamers are joking.
He said there's a bounty on my head. There's a actual bounty out to kill me. And I'm like,
so I made a bounty poster of me. Look at this, everyone.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And they should, and FBI, you should take a look at my meme.
So is it really a serious death threat that you're worried about, or is it a funny joke that you're making a wanted poster to mock? You have to pick one of those two lanes.
Shut the fuck up, Grums, you fucking idiot. You fucked up. Because you have autism.
I have so many people telling me.
Stupid cocksucker.
I think the FBI is going to... Somebody said, like, he's going to sue her for $1 million. I'm like, what world do you live in?
Wow, that's amazing, man. You could use the money to get your penis reattached, Grums.
What she said...
Way to embarrass us, man. Way to embarrass everyone who believes... Grums, way to embarrass everyone who supported you.
The anti-DEI team is fucking up.
Way to embarrass everyone who supports you and believed in what you were saying, Grums. Way to embarrass me. Way to embarrass fucking everybody. Way to embarrass us. You fucking idiot.
Here, what is the most embarrassing part
you can't stop crying
for me
about death threats.
Is if you have a problem with that Stellar Blade. So they're upset that Stellar Blade, a new video game, is censored. Some of the costumes got changed, so you see less cleavage.
Dog shit.
It's bad. It's bad.
They took out hard R.
Well, I'm not worried about that. That seems like it was inadvertent. But I'll agree with you.
Yeah, but they took it out.
Who cares? That's different. It's not censorship.
Should have put in more N-words.
Whatever. We'll go down. Sure. Put more N-words in the game. That's what everybody wants. I'll agree with you that if the costumes were censored by Sony, and I've talked about Sony censorship, and nobody cared until it was this game, because nobody cares about anime games getting censored, because nobody cares about the anime games. But, fine. You guys finally are taking Sony censorship seriously. I'm right there with you. So boycott the game. But instead, Grums goes... So in order to show that we're upset about the censorship, we all need to buy the game and then do a petition. I'm like, okay, so Sony's going to see that you all bought the game anyway, but there's a petition that you want the sexy costumes back. And they're going to go, well, but they bought the game, so why do we give a shit? Because gamers can't do a boycott because they want to play the game.
Buy stuff.
Yeah, they have to buy it. It was like there's a famous video of or a famous screenshot of Modern Warfare was doing something, right? And everybody was pissed about it, so they made a Steam group called Boycott Modern Warfare 3. No matter what, we will not buy Modern Warfare 3 because of what they have done.
Right.
And then someone took a screenshot of the list of members, and if you're on Steam, it shows what game you're playing, and every member says, currently playing Modern Warfare 3. And you're like, yeah, you got to actually like put your money where your mouth is. You can't buy the thing and then go, oh, but we'll do a petition. And they'll pay attention to the petition because they like us so much.
Nah,
no, Sony's not going to change.
You got to find who the developers are and attack them. Individually,
you got to be a little harder, man,
them.
because Sony's just going to keep doing this, and they've been doing it for a long time. There's a new game coming out that they're censoring. So
you got to find the jobs at studios that are the least profitable, like consultants, community managers, and go after them. That's you have to find the weakest
put
members.
Some fear in them.
Yeah, you have to hit them, the actual people, not the company. You can't hit the company because it doesn't exist. You have to hit the people and make them afraid to say this shit. And then they go back and say, well, the community is just like revolting. I mean, they're all saying they really hate this hard R censorship.
Yeah.
I can't even do my job because they're going nuts.
Well, they've stopped complaining about that and moved on to the costume thing. And also, they're not going to react. The only thing a company is really scared of is, hey, we're losing money. So when Grums is going, guys, we all have to buy Stellar Blade to support it because it's anti-censorship, and also I have a petition against it because it's pro-censorship.
Buy my book.
Buy my book. I'm like, bro, pick a lane. Either boycott it or don't. You can't do
guy's
both.
A fucking retard.
It's the most stupid thing I've ever seen that gamers go, the best way to boycott it is for all of us to buy it and support what it's doing. We support what it's doing, but we also hate it because it's censorship.
I'm getting death threats.
Which is it?
There's
You
a
fucking
bounty
idiots.
out on my head, FBI.
LJ Clabarino for 2. Keep on trucksing, fellas.
Thank
With a little truck emoji. Dark Nook for 5. You should 100% go to Skankfest. Very much your crowd. I might go.
It's not my crowd at all.
Okay. Carter for 5. I didn't see the special edition with the patch on Indiegogo. I bought cover B with a signature I pledged 7 years ago. Thank you, Dick. Go fuck yourself. Special edition with
cool.
the patch.
Good luck.
I don't know what patch you're talking about.
Good luck
Andrew
getting
Tarr for 10. Vito, you crack me up. Oh, that's a nice comment. Thank you. Disciple of Dagon for 5. Australian gaseous Vito, Jupiter Vito, always disrupting the Earth's gravitational pull. Okay.
Stock tip Vito.
That one.
Day
That's
trade.
what he's doing.
H-Man for 2. Fit Vito, strong Vito, always with the health tips for another 2. Vito Files, more like the Hog Squad. Disciple of Dagon for 2. Don't coom tonight, Rich. I didn't plan to. Diamond G for 222. Do not come. Stone Cold Flea for 2. Maddox thought Dunkin' Donuts was a basketball team.
True.
Is that true?
No. I don't know.
Okay. Claptrap to Destroyer for 5. Fully Cooley is the only good dub. I don't remember the dub, but it probably was good. Aklovich for 2. Dick, if you like Shin-Chan, watch Ghost Stories.
I'll try it.
Clever username for 5. Australian. The best English dub was the UK Space Adventures Cobra dub because they changed all the score with music by the Swiss band Yellow. I was going to say I liked the original Akira dub, though the redub is apparently more accurate.
Oh.
There's a couple things said in
And they
there.
go, ah!
And then
Then he
Wines.
turns into like a bunch of goo, that guy. Ah!
That is what happens. Weinstein, who you love.
Oh, yeah.
Screwed up.
Wrongly convicted Weinstein.
Yeah, but he did screw up a couple of the, what do you call it? The Miyazaki movies that he was bringing over.
Oh.
In Princess Mononoke, a character famously says, oh, this tastes like donkey piss, when donkeys did not exist in feudal Japan, so there's no way a Japanese person would say that. That was a line added by the poor localization team.
What'd she say?
What did they say originally? I don't know. This
Yeah.
tastes like shit or something.
This tastes like matzah.
It tastes like matzah. They had a lot of matzah in feudal Japan,
Tastes like-
famously. That's
Tastes like interest
a
rates.
little bit of
It's too
anime
high.
trivia for you, folks.
Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy. Junk Food King for 2. If you've never seen Golden Boy, it's a must-watch. We tried watching that in our high school anime club, and a librarian walked in, and then they banned our anime club. So watch it if you're an adult. Let's put it that way. Sarah Gardner for 2. Australian. The Japanese TV show Monkey. That dub was awesome. Disciple of Dagon says, Vito, refresh the page. Let's take a look. I can't imagine.
An hour ago, that
I
was
can't
saying,
imagine that we've gone up from there.
No,
We're staying,
thank God.
staying strong at
Fuck off,
$90,850. I can't imagine
I'm so
that we'll get
fucking
another
sick of
150
hearing
and get us
about
to 91. I
Superkiller.
can't imagine. JJ for a big $35, guys. Superkiller's only $35 away from $90,000. I can't afford to help, but someone
It's a
get it
good
over the
joke.
edge.
What you're doing is a good joke,
JJ
but it actually
helped
went over 90,000.
get us over 90 with his alert to the audience. Jake Herzberg for 5. Oh, sorry, Jake Herzberg for 50. That's a good joke because he didn't actually donate 50. That's his message.
Oh, okay.
Very clever. Dog Fredify says, I love Vito. Look at all
Vito's
these.
sick with swine flu, and then it's
A bunch
face
of pigs.
pig, face pig,
Followed by
pig,
the
face
word
pig, pig.
fat. Very good. Very clever. Moof online for 2 says, go to Skankfest. We need to have a public poll because everybody
and
wants us
then I found that it
there.
was in like October or something.
Yeah, it's not for a while, so you got time to
So why are you
plan
talking
for
about it now?
What do you mean?
It's Vegas.
Okay.
How long do you how long in advance do you need to plan for Vegas?
I'm not saying we got to plan for it, but I'm just saying it's coming up and we should maybe think about getting involved.
But we're not involved.
You're right, so let's not
We're
go.
not involved in any way.
We could be.
How?
We could
By
contact them and
begging?
say, hey, we noticed you're doing
Hey,
it.
can we be a part of this? It's like comedians doing this. Like, I'm not a comedian, but you know.
We
Can I get involved in this?
How many people are watching right now, to be clear?
I don't know.
Is we
20?
have 1,300 people watching live. This is one of the top 100 super chatted programs
Yeah, but we're
on
not,
every
it's
YouTube
not, I mean,
on Fridays.
I'm not a comedian. I don't
Why-
do
how are
stand
you
up.
not-
I mean, what is that guy, Dave Smith? Is he on Legion of Skanks?
I don't
get
know.
up and lecture people about like freedom and then expect people to applaud like I'm a right-wing Hannah Gadsby.
Okay.
Is that what I have to do?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, freedom, right?
Do whatever.
Wait for applause.
Do whatever you want to do. I think the best
So
way
I
to
was at a park with my
You know
wife
what?
and kids, and then I wait for more applause.
I think every episode.
I saw a homeless guy, so I called the cops.
This is a great bit.
Thank you.
There you go.
So anyway, freedom, everybody, right?
Is this your bit? Is this your
right-wing
stand-up?
Hannah Gadsby, Dave Smith?
Every show, why don't you do 5 minutes about one of the people on the Skankfest lineup?
No, just Dave Smith.
And how they're
hey, guys, you should read books. I read books.
All right.
You guys read any books? Here's a book you should read about freedom.
All right.
Holy fucking
I get
shit.
it. You don't want to go to Skankfest.
I read an amazing book.
The entire.
You guys ever do that? Read from left to right.
A lot of our fans are.
Sometimes
I
read from right to left.
We
right?
could do a fan meetup. We could have fun. We could do it. Like people. That's the other thing is people come into town for the things. They're all there already. We could organize the thing, but I know it's beneath you. Maybe I'll go. I'll organize my own. Biggest problem, half of biggest problem meetup.
You should. That's funny.
Meet
that's
Vito
funny.
only.
Meet Vito.
Yeah.
Meet Vito.
Meet Vito, and I'll sign.
Showing up, Vito.
I'll sign copies of
Got
Superkiller.
a free pass,
Maybe
Vito.
Superkiller will be out by then. Hopefully. Let's hope. Riley and friends for 2. I bought Superkiller earlier. Inshallah. Thank you, Riley.
Here's a sensible take on the whole Israel-Palestine thing.
Okay. All right. I got it. I know. Disciple of Dagon for 2. Australian Richard. I'm sorry.
Is there a joke?
You feel that way. See Vila for 5. What a funny show this week. I expect nothing from Vito, and I'm looking forward to Superkiller, which is late but justifiable. There we go. Butts Grenoir for 5. I finally backed your gay comic. Make it good. Swood. Oh, I definitely will, Butts. Thank you for backing it. Swood Poodle for 5. Vito, I'll buy the $100 Indiegogo Superkiller package if you can get Dick's live reaction to the promo art I sent you last
What promo
night.
art did you send?
I don't know. Promo art.
Look at it.
Did you send it on Twitter? Promo art.
Promo?
Well, if you're still
Art?
listening to the show, send me a message on Twitter.
I like reading Voltaire.
It's not the.
How about Adam Smith, Wealth of Nations?
Hold on, it might be this person. Real quick, where is it? I did get a message from a fan, but I don't think I can show it on the show.
Well, show me.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. What the fuck is their name? This person sends me a lot of messages.
Swood Poodle?
But I don't think it's Swood Poodle who sent it.
Okay.
Here's Mark Brooks saying, I can't believe you won't help me be safe at comic conventions, okay?
Fuck you, Mark Brooks. You fucking idiot.
I mean,
Go fuck yourself.
It's a bit much. Where the fuck? Are all my comments not loading?
Ask,
there we go. Here we go.
Ask if you go to a comic convention, ask
Okay.
Mark Brooks to sign your thing.
No, I can't.
So guys, get it
There
out
we
of
go.
here. Get
It's
the
his
fuck.
biggest
I can
problem.
already see it.
It's his biggest
Get
problem on
outta
his butt
here.
cheeks.
Fucking get out of here. Get out of here.
He wrote biggest problem in his butt cheeks and then put a dildo between
Tell
his
him,
legs that says the biggest
I
problem.
don't want to see it. Just fucking get rid of it.
Well, I just want you to know that this is what our fans are
I've
doing.
already seen it. I've already fucking seen it, Swood Poodle. I'm not a fan of it.
He put on a little pink dress. It says the biggest problem below the dildo, and then one ass cheek says the, and the
Dave
other
Smith
ass cheek
is for
says
this.
universe. And I don't know if that's what they were talking about.
I read a book one time. That was.
I'm just saying, some of our fans are very supportive. Vito the Wig for 2. We need bald dick back. Wet, shaggy, dog dick is a no. I don't think that was Swood Poodle who sent that, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure.
You just showing me gay guys sending you pictures?
Gay guys, that might be a trans individual. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah,
Junk Food
okay.
King for 5. White Savior Vito. King of the Black People Vito. Always with the hot backhanded racism tips. Vito the Wig for 2. No more flannel tees, Vito. Everyone already knows. I don't know what that means. Do people not want me to wear the flannel?
No, they want you to wear it.
I want the
we
flannel.
want you to wear it.
Tamungo for 5 Canadian. Yar, what's the pirate's favorite letter? P for pedo-free content. The intro song sucks so friggin' much. Please change it back, please.
Send me another one.
You guys gotta send in a new one.
You
We
gotta
gotta keep
send
changing them
another
out.
intro song.
Disciple of Dagon for 2. Vito, I bought your comic. Wear a Tifa outfit live.
Don't do that.
I should wear something to the Superkiller release party. Tesso for 5. Oy vey, Vito. Shut it down, Vito. Always with the drop stream tips.
Okay.
Beach Hook for 5. 90K on his gay comic that'll never be finished, and he still can't keep a stream up. Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's not my fucking fault. It's your internet. Just Ibon for 5. Australian. Diversity across film and other media is good. Diversity within every piece of media makes it shit. I agree. Johnny
No, you
Rockets
don't.
for 5. Shut up. Racist Vito saves black guy Vitos. Winston is not coming back. Well, We'll see. LJ Clabarino for 5. 14 more issues of Superkiller. Superkiller forever. 100 years Superkiller. It's raining money. It's raining money. Wow. Thank you, LJ Clabarino. Dean Shock for 2. Thanks for the laughs. Marquis de Na for 2. If Dick is jailed for anti-Semitism, I'll bail him out.
What would be the point?
They're not going to give him
Leave me in
bail.
jail.
Well,
Yeah.
the Jews will give him bail.
I'm doing it
It's
again.
gonna be really high.
No, yeah.
And it's going to have a 90% loan on top of it. Oh, we couldn't possibly let him out for anything less than $90,000. Justin Broderick for 2. Lazy Vito. Never finished the comic. Vito. Oink, oink. Absolutely. Pigeon for 5. I come from the year 2040. Superkiller 2 just dropped.
Wow.
Worth the wait.
It's a compliment.
June is for
Worth the
5. 84 days till Deadpool 3. I hope Superkiller comes out before.
Oh, you better go, man.
We're racing against the clock. Mr. Scurvy for 567. The dub of One Punch Man is significantly better than the sub because the voice actor can impart a lot of subtle humor that is lost in the sub.
I don't know
You
what
watched
that
One
means.
Punch Man?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
First season was good. Second season drops.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Second season was trash.
So Dan Harmon is writing the, I think we talked about that, is writing
I'm
the
out.
movie. Necro C for 5. Mr. Abstruse recently went to the doctor and tested positive for being very straight.
No way, I don't believe you.
The biggest problem, community wishes him a very slow recovery. Pineapple Man for 5. Imagine if I made a fan fiction whereas my friend Bag of Schmidt was playing guitar in the Sonic universe. Wouldn't that be crazy? Knuckles there too.
Okay.
I got to watch that new Knuckles TV show. I'm waiting for Chris Chan's exciting review.
What?
There's a Knuckles show. Like Knuckles from Sonic.
The Echidna?
No, the other one.
Is he black?
I mean, yeah, right? It was Idris
I
Elba.
don't know.
Idris Elba did his voice in the movie. I assume it's not him in the
Sonic
show.
2's the movie sucked, though.
I didn't see Sonic 2.
No.
It looked terrible. I didn't think Sonic 1 was that great, but it was okay.
It was okay.
Clearly, it was done on a budget. Cyphers and Suckdis for 20. You two are not taking the thank you for not killing yourself seriously. I need you two to succeed so I continue indulging in sin and point to the both of you and say I don't have a problem. Inshallah, I love fetuses.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. And inshallah to you. Cypher and Suckdis for 2. Also, what did I miss? For another 2. The next super chatter is gay. Vito, I love you. Who's gay? It's Diamond G for 2, who says the last super chatter is gayer. Wow. Little
Get
back
a room,
and forth.
YouTube.
Coup for 5. I condemn these transphobic remarks made against Trixie, the artist formerly known as Digibro. Hopefully, Mark Brooks regrets his transgression.
Mark Brooks is very transphobic.
Mark Brooks went too far with dead naming Trixie the Golden
He was
Witch.
very aggressive about it. Like
I was
weirdly
like-
boomery, like, well, you can't stop me, so what should I call you? What do you want to be called then?
I guess
was
that
really
was
aggressive.
I guess. Oh, okay. Fruit Snack, who sent us the picture of the buttocks and the dildo, says I have purchased the $100 Superkiller package as a reward because I've showed you, of course, their pornographic detailings. Let's take a look at the board. And I don't see $100 showing up. So
Stop buying this shit. You're never gonna get it.
we'll refresh
You're never
it in a
gonna
second,
fucking get this
and
comic.
we'll see where it goes. Stop saying
It's
that.
never coming out. How good could it be?
I mean, it would be pretty funny if it never
How
came
fucking
out.
good could a comic
Manny
be?
Muskets for 2. Tell Lewis to book me on Skankfest.
Now he's a comedian, Manny Muskets.
okay.
He's funny.
But I'm not.
Nah, not like Manny Muskets, no.
Manny's doing a lot more stand-up than me. I'll admit that. He's going up all the time, right?
Well,
He went
he's
up at Carl's
actually,
show.
yeah, but he's like actually doing stand-up. You're not.
I'm not saying I am.
You're kind of implying it, though. You said more than me.
I did
You're
it.
not at all, though.
I did it a week ago.
yeah.
It went pretty good.
It went great.
I'm saying I'm not terrible at it. I could be way worse at it.
I do think you should go to Skankfest. So
Yeah,
I think you
I don't
want
know-
to be.
I
I
don't
think
know-
you want to be a stand-up and like be like a mover and shaker.
I think
I
well,
don't.
The thing about I do stand up weird. My stand up is weird.
Man, I would rather eat lava than listen to a comedian talk about their own stand-up. I think that's part of it too.
That's fair.
Like I just wish as soon as a comedian starts talking about their own stand-up, I wish a black guy would come and shoot me in the back of the head.
Okay.
Or any race, actually.
So you don't
well,
like
my stand-up is like, and I'm like, man, I wish a fucking guy would shoot me in the head right now.
the thing about my stand up is
Yeah. No, I'm surprised you were even listening.
It's hard to not talk about it. The comedians self-analyze. We have to overanalyze. That's how the comedy
It's hard not
comes
to
out
just
of.
jack off right in everyone's face,
Yeah.
but people do it.
Well, maybe you can tell people about when I'm up on the stage and someone shouts out "police officer." You know, my instinct is sometimes I'll do like a Brooklyn kind of cop, like hey, what, you can't just jaywalk here, right? But then it's kind of sometimes I have this other cop character. You can talk about all your improv stuff, you know?
Yeah. Could you imagine?
When I see a beach ball, you might just see a regular beach ball. To me, maybe like a giant eyeball, and I'm like a cyclops creature, and I'll just play around with that on the stage.
Yeah.
You can talk about that
like
shit.
you go to Skankfest and go like, I used to have a bit where I said this and this, and it is my bit. I don't want to burn material, but I can with you guys, right? So anyway,
what I used to do is I would go on Dr. Phil and pretend to be cool, and then I wasn't able to do that character anymore for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, Manny, we'll get you on Skankfest. I don't have a connection to look. I don't even think maybe Lewis does follow me, but I haven't sent him a message follow up. I should send a message saying,
They don't give a fuck about you being at Skankfest.
Yeah, they'd probably give me a ticket, but I'm not. I'm saying to
like
Manny,
a free ticket.
I'm saying I can't go. Oh, by the way, can you book Manny Muskets on Skankfest? I'm saying I don't think it's going to work.
I think you could do. Maybe.
I'm not really I don't talk to these guys. I like these guys.
Do that. That's funny.
Why doesn't he would have a better way to reach him than I do, I would think. Being in the stand-up community, you probably know someone who's closer to him than I am.
Never willing to try for other people.
Manny, do you...
Never willing to try for somebody else.
If I was friends with Louis J. Gomez on some deeper level, I could understand asking me to go.
Won't even risk it.
Hey, by the way, you should have talked to this guy, Manny Muskets.
I'll do it, Manny. I'll do it.
Do it. I don't talk to Louis J. Gomez. I don't we're not... I'm not friendly. It's not that I'm not friendly, but I'll talk to the guy.
My buddy Manny wants to do a bit at Skankfest.
I'm not going to be the guy who...
He doesn't read books like Dave Smith. He's not the expert in politics and Israel, but he tells jokes. I don't know if you guys want that.
I'll help Manny this way. If someone is in contact with Louis J. Gomez...
You can't clap at everything he says.
Someone
you might
else
have to laugh. It's going to be rough.
Maybe tell them about the great Manny Muskets, who we support deeply. Disciple of Dagon for 2. It's not Vito-over until I say it is, Richard.
It's not Vito-over.
Cyphers and Sucked for 5. Vito, did you apologize to Mr. Riley for being so ready to sell his name out? I'm late to the stream. You guys never understand what I'm doing. I'm playing 4D chess. You guys are playing fucking plastic checkers. Jared for 2. I love the Hey Siri bit because I don't own one.
Yeah.
Cool for 2. Vito, anime subbed or dubbed? It really depends. Most of the time subbed, but occasionally a dub is good. I think I've been listening to My Hero Academia. I've been putting that on. It's okay. Some people really like it. Cyphers and Sucked for 10. I'm not doing these Hey Siri jokes.
Hey Siri, my smoke alarm reactor is glowing blue. Is that good? I suck cocks so much I'm going to suck so many at foie. I'm gay, abstruse. I'm committed to the bit.
There we go. Cyphers and Sucked for another 2. Says undo last super chat. Do the John for 5. Says do Red Bar.
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe next show we should watch this Red Bar video. It's pretty good.
It's already 3.5.
He said really nice things about us. We'll see how much time we have. Steve for 5. You should support my indie
as good
comic.
as it could get, though.
It follows a very relatable character. It's called Vito Stitz, so big and floppy. Shut up. Junk Food King for 2. Thank you for playing my Vito Team Guy song. You're not welcome. Cyphers and Sucked for 10. Vito, I'm eating a whole thing of Chester fries right now. What's the worst thing you ate this week? I had a quesadilla one night.
Oh, bullshit. That was the worst thing you ate this week.
Oh, no. It was after I did a Josh Denny's show. We went to some taco thing.
What'd you eat?
We got like a taco platter for the table.
What'd you eat?
3 tacos off the taco platter and another taco thing.
4 tacos?
4 tacos.
What's a taco thing?
It was like a special taco with like extra shit on it. Like cheese.
4 tacos? That's the worst thing you ate this week?
I mean, yeah. I don't think I ate anything else crazy. I've been sick all week. I made a big pot of chicken soup.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've been eating chicken soup. I made homemade chicken soup. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I might have.
All right.
I might have lost weight, but we're not going to find out because nobody has paid for Vito Loses, so that's not happening. Thank God.
Oh, good.
Coup for 2.
Good.
Congrats to Nick Fuentes for getting
prize,
reinstated.
So I'm glad you don't get to see it.
Boba the Cyclone for 5. Vito can't pronounce my name unlike Maddox, who got it right when I super chatted him. Boba the Cylon. Okay. Cool name, dude.
It is cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Like Boba Fett from Star Wars, but the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, but you're making a comic and
why don't you call
selling
it Boba the Cylon from Eternia? Because then you get a little He-Man in there.
You're so jealous because
you're Klingon god.
You're making a comic that you're charging an insane amount with lunchboxes for like fans who would say Superkiller
a fantastic
You
value.
would love if people were doing like Superkiller references 20 years from now, but you mock it.
You're gonna get with your.
You mock it though.
Shut the fuck up with your Superkiller.
You do
with your Superkiller
it's so
comic.
Jealous.
Not only will every first edition comic be marked with an official Superkiller holofoil
little boy
stamp
penis
that identifies it as a first edition, you get that CGC graded. You're in the money. You're also going to get a campaign exclusive pack of trading cards, and I can announce now a very exciting addition to the trading card pack. Each pack will contain one holofoil card that you will be one of the. There will only be 150 of each holofoil card.
Maybe even less.
Maybe even less, depending on what happens. And there may be other rare variants inserted in the packs. I haven't decided yet. I have to check with my suppliers. But at the very least, you'll receive one limited edition holofoil Superkiller card.
Actually, are the 100% the same guy.
And 10 years from now, someone's going to go, "You have a first edition holofoil Superkiller card? I will trade you."
Are you gonna have
this Rolls Royce convertible?
Yeah, you're gonna have little puppets that go on your finger, and it's a guy with arms.
The
that goes
first edition Superkiller hand puppets.
Are you gonna have that?
Too. I know how to save indie comics.
Man, I don't even think you should put it out at this point.
I won't even.
You had
say.
so much time.
Yeah,
and you just wasted it.
Up. I didn't waste it. We're wrapping it up. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. Don't forget, right now at superkiller.org, you can get in. This is the end of the campaign. We're up to $90,885, another $35. That's another copy of the comic.
And then
has
we never
been
have
purchased.
to hear about this shit again.
Never have to hear about it again, guys. If we hit 91,000, I will never talk about Superkiller
Do not
again.
hit 91,000. I'm not
ever
joking.
again. I
Don't
promise.
hit it.
There's no way. Cypher Suckness for 5 says the guy complaining about his name being pronounced is a loser. Very pathetic and sad. Honestly, don't correct it and tell him to F himself. Steve for 2, what did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? And he follows it up with another 2 saying, I matey.
It's good. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Blablaga Skladlin for 5 says, Cyphers and Suckness is gay. I just wanted to point out Maddox is better at reading. He's a very good reader.
Good.
Cypherson for 10, I have more disregard to my money. I don't have a problem. I'm winning. This guy is losing you. I'm very straight. You should pronounce that loser's name worse. Well, he paid $10, so now I'm going to pronounce his name terribly.
You win.
Buster Rhymes for 20,000 stupid India dollars. First time hearing Red Bar. That boomer's mega boring. I like his explodey sound effect. It makes me laugh every time. We got to get that broken. No, it's better than that. It's better than that fucking sound effect. Cyber Suck This for 2 says, fuck Red Bar. We hate Red Bar here. No. We're apparently friends with Red Bar now. Except for his cunt of a co-host who made fun of my beard. But other than that, we're good.
Who is that?
I don't know her name.
Oh. It's a woman?
It's a woman, yeah.
Oof. He has a woman co-host
She
too?
started making fun of my facial hair because my mustache doesn't connect to my beard.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to break your fucking neck, you little... No, I won't. Let's see. 2 socks, Calzini for 5. Hey, guys, $5 to play the Vito the Team Guy song. That song is amazing. Favorite part is when it switches from gay to fat. Great job, save it. It's too long, and we're not going to play it. Stop looking for it.
Shit. I actually don't know where it is.
No, good.
Vito the Gay Team Guy.
Vito the Gay Team Guy.
Vito the Gay Team Guy.
DEI rules.
DEI rules.
Vito the Gay Team Guy.
Female game characters should look more like men.
Yeah.
Vito the Fat Team Guy.
Fat. Gamergate never happened.
Vito the Gay Team Guy.
Brought to you by
Cut it off
Sweet
there.
Baby
Cut it off
Incorporated,
there. That's
carrying
great.
out
The
Anita
tag's too
Sarkeesian's
much.
agenda since
Send it back in
2018.
without the gay tag. It's the worst. Coup for 2.
More tag.
Go to Hackamania, Guido. It's this month, the 31st through June 2nd. Promo code WATP. There you go.
Nah, promo code the N-word.
Promo code the N-word. Cypherson for another 5. If you got blocked by Vito, you're a loser. If Vito unblocks you, then Vito is a loser. Block Superkiller. That's why you are still shilling Superkiller. I won't buy it till it's out. Okay. And for another 5, he says, I love you, Vito, by the way. The parasocial relationship is hard-lying. I mean, even if you don't...
All right, come on. Read through this Superkiller shit. We're all sick of it.
Shut up. 5, Australian. Not only did Keemstar make videos about David Wood's disabled son, when the kid died, he made even worse videos about their death. I didn't know Woody had a dead kid. And if Keemstar made videos about it, that's pretty fun.
Send me that over email.
LJ Clabarino for 5. Yeah, bring it up on Lolcow. LJ Clabarino for 5. Don't get too rich and famous, Vito. The tiny hats will get you. Then suddenly depression and unalive yourself if you don't play ball. Yeah, they're going to make me put on a dress and suck dick, is what Cat Williams has been saying. Coup for 5. Please talk about Noel talking about the Dick Rackets podcast.
They're making me do this.
Yeah. Pigeon for 5. I mean, are we ever going to get that Noel clip? Maybe next episode. Shameless Superkiller plug from Pigeon. Cypherson for 5. We love Cunny here. I don't know what that is. Koof likes it. Ask him. Jared for 2. Vito, I will do anything for an FLCL video. Anything. That will not get any views. That show's like 20 years old. Cypherson for 5. I'm an enjoyer of them, or a double F. I don't care. Anyone saying it's too big or too small is an F. We love them here. Tosh Hosh for 2. Great show tonight. Joe Ray for 5. It's pronounced Schadenfreude. Say it with me. Schadenfreude. What did I say? Schadenfreude?
You said a bunch of nonsense because you didn't actually
Schadenfreude.
know. So you're pretending like you know.
Well, I know it's not shooting fruity. Cyphers and Suck This for 50. If Diamond G tricked me to double Vito's booty, tell him to F himself. Vito, please tell me what the fuck you ate today. I don't care if this is for the bit. I just want the pirate voice. F you, Diamond
G. Do you want the pirate voice? What did you have to
eat today? I had a cheeseburger and onion rings.
How big was the cheeseburger?
It was a double cheeseburger.
How big was the double? How big was the single? Let's start there.
I mean, it was probably a half.
The single was the size
of a hubcap. It was probably a half pound.
A half pound of cheese. And then how big was the burger?
One slice of cheese. It was one
slice of cheese that was the size of Wisconsin.
It was one
and
slice.
And then it was on a meat.
Of American cheese from my fridge. So
one size.
My own cheese.
And your fridge is the world. As we all understand, you open that you have a label above the door that says the fridge.
And then I add some onion rings. Because I'm sick and I'm just going to eat whatever.
You eat onion rings while you're sick, whilst you're sick.
I was just like, whatever.
Are you fucking serious?
I was like, whatever I feel like I can keep down.
What day do you not? Oh, I got to keep it down. I'm sick. I better eat some onion rings.
Onion rings are like pretty dry, you know? There's not like a lot of...
It's full of grease. You're eating...
It didn't taste like it. I'm doing, you know.
Doing what? You're not losing weight.
Well, I'm not dieting, you know.
At all. You've given up.
No,
you've given up out of spite.
It's the only thing.
To the audience.
It's the only thing I've eaten today. I didn't eat anything
onion
else.
rings and 2 cheeseburgers.
And 2 cheeseburgers. Well, 1 double cheeseburger.
1 double cheeseburger and how many onion rings? You didn't make them either. Where'd you get onion rings
It's
at?
from a place called Hook Burger.
Hook Burger.
What?
So you're
That's
sick.
Good for you.
You're sick and you went out
You know
to...
Mr. Captain Hook, of course.
You're sick and you thought...
No, I had it delivered.
I'm going to go...
On DoorDash. I had it brought to my house.
You had a fucking hamburger delivered.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't want to go get one.
But it's not the same.
What do you mean?
It's
all
wilted and shitty.
I wanted
the
Shake
buns are all
Shack.
shitty.
I wanted Shake Shack.
Jesus Christ.
But the Shake Shack app is like broken, so I had to get a different place.
The Shake Shack app is broken.
Well, it's broken on DoorDash.
So you had to go to DoorDash and get...
No, I tried to get Shake Shack on DoorDash, but for some reason it's not working on there, so I had to get something else.
I think maybe the Jews are right. I think anti-Semitism is a big problem.
It is a big problem. I don't know.
Shake Shack. Oh, my phone. Shake Shack isn't working.
I like Shake Shack. You don't like Shake Shack?
God, no.
What? When's the last time you got Shake Shack?
It's just trash.
It's a really good burger.
Not in delivery, it's not. No burger is good on delivery.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
You can't have a burger delivered. It tastes like
shit. It's got to be like hot right away?
Yes, it has to come out. It tastes like cardboard.
The fries are bad, but I don't get the fries delivered because I don't like fries. I get onion rings.
Oh, my God. You got to stop it. You got to stop what you're doing.
Okay.
Stop doing DoorDash, number one.
Okay.
Okay. What can we do to get you to stop doing DoorDash?
I don't know, man. Buy me a meal plan and send it to my house.
I don't think that'll work.
Get Superkiller to $91,000. Let's take a look. No, we're not there, so I can eat whatever I want. Justin Broddick for 2. Right-wing hat and a Gadsby is the perfect pick. Euthanasia enthusiast for 7 Canadian. Does Dick know Brock Turner is innocent? That's what I've heard. Diamond G for 2.
I don't know. No, I know nothing about Brock.
Yard thy beauty. Thanks to Cypherson. Suck this for making it happen. I don't know, man. I feel like I did pretty good this week in terms of not eating too much because I was sick. So that was good. And I also worked out like pretty much every day.
What do you mean pretty much every day? Twice?
I think 4 out of 5 days.
No, you fucking liar.
I didn't work out today.
You didn't work out 4 out of 5 days.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
What's
I
a
do.
workout?
I get on the exercise bike and I play Final Fantasy VII and I pedal for like 45
minutes?
45 minutes.
If you pedal more than 15 minutes, I will literally eat white dog shit. There's no fucking way.
Do you want me to live stream my Final Fantasy bike workouts?
Yes, literally, yes.
Okay.
There's no fucking. And what does pedaling mean? Like this?
I
like,
break a sweat. No.
That's not breaking a sweat is not good enough.
Well, then maybe it's not working. I don't fucking know.
It's definitely not working.
Then nothing's working. I don't know, man.
Playing video games and pretending to ride a bike is not working.
Well, maybe I'll get a different exercise machine. Feels like it's working.
You are the exercise machine.
What's the point of an exercise machine if it doesn't do anything?
You're not trying hard enough.
I'm getting sweaty.
You can exercise on a pogo stick.
I mean,
not the exercise machine.
Shouldn't 45 minutes of pedaling burn a little bit of calories?
Not if you're not pedaling that hard.
Well, I mean, I'm not like, it's just
breathing hard. It's not difficult.
I'm not going like hard in the pain. It's like action. It's like walking. It's like going for a walk. You don't push yourself and go for a walk.
Why are you even doing it then? Of course you do.
Let's see. Euthanasia enthusiast for $2.79 Canadian. No, really, Brock is innocent.
I can't find my fucking eye patch.
Coup for 2. Hakuna Matata. You don't need the eye patch. This whole bin is pointless.
I found it.
Disciple of Dagon for 5
that.
Australian. Richard getting pressed over Superkiller succeeding gives me life. Get angry, you're a thick boy, Richard, and weigh yourself while you're at it.
I probably weigh 215.
Okay. Cypher's
I saw a bunch of people who are not funny say, "Oh, Dick should weigh himself."
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll weigh myself.
Well, you'd have to have a prize of some sort.
Yeah, I guess. I'll weigh myself.
I think we're running out of steam. Let's burn through these. Let's see. Disciple of Dagon for... No, we did that. Geeks for 2. Can you play 4D chess like Scott Adams? Good question. Cypherson says 4 tacos is a lie. I'm disappointed. It was 4 tacos. They weren't the best tacos. Nate Hall for 5. Hey, Dick. Hey, Fatso. Dick, you're doing great. Vito, keep swinging for the fences, buddy. The special taco was good.
Yeah.
The taco platter, a little dry. On the John for 5 Canadian. After the show, I'll be streaming on Your Man Martian's YouTube channel to suck
there
up
you go.
what
Good
little
for
cloud
you.
I can out of this weight loss game show. Check out On the John. Cypherson for 5. Vito haters have low energy. Vito's lover will inflict more damage on Vito than the low energy can even comprehend.
Very good.
I love Vito for 2. He says, can we get a bit more fun?
All right, what's it gonna be, Vito? You know what time it is. Here we
I
go.
don't know what
What's the
time
game
it
where he
is.
smash on the toy? Oh man, who tweets about little boys? What's in the box? You know you want it. So get on the scaler, I smash it to shit.
I hope it's a mother's milk.
Vito's booty, Vito's booty, Vito's booty, Vito's booty. What's it gonna be, Vito? You've obviously gained weight today because you've been eating nonstop. So
Well, what is the chat thing I should do?
Here you go.
Let's take a look
Here
at
you
this.
go. Googling.
Superkiller. Oh my God, guys!
Refund Superkiller.
Superkiller
Stop fucking
did not
buying
hit
Superkiller.
91,000. I don't know if I can get on the scale for $90,000. It's a lot of money. Guys,
You were $2.95 last week.
All my supporters to know that all this money you've been spending on the comic not only goes towards the production of the comic, but it goes towards making Superkiller a franchise unto itself. We're investing in the future of not
all
only
bullshit.
This,
Everything that you're saying is
have
retarded.
a great Superkiller website.
It's dumber
that people
than
can
Eric
visit.
July's
There's gonna be a
stuff.
Superkiller fan community.
At least he put a comic
and
out.
I'll be setting up, of course, the Superkiller Mac Club, where you and the rest of these
You might
Super
as well.
Macs can get in. We're negotiating shipping rates with China like you've never seen. Every day I'm talking to Chinese people, and it's just the sky's the limit. We're taking over Comic-Con.
We're going to smash it. Are we going to?
Let's do it. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Okay.
I'm curious.
All right.
We're at 295.
You're at 295.9 from last week.
Wow, that's like almost 296.
Well, yeah, but, it's not. It's slightly beneath it. You don't have to take off the rest of your clothes.
Maybe I will.
Please don't.
Let's make it real.
Stop. You should have kept your pants on the... No!
There we go.
You should have kept your pants and your shirt on the entire time. Oh, wow! Oh! Okay.
All right.
What do you think you got?
I saw it. It shows it to me on the thing.
You're back on the camera without your
Let's do
shirt
it.
on.
Let's do it. How are we feeling?
290.2.
Well, that's not
Last
bad.
5 pounds.
It's not bad. We
All
got to
right.
get below 290, folks.
I did give you a good prize this
The
week.
parasocial relationship is back in swing, everyone.
Now
It's back.
Now you want them.
It's back. You get to celebrate, guys. Superkiller almost at 91,000.
Now you want
win.
them to-
We will win. It's like you lost weight. It's like you made money. Isn't that incredible?
Everyone else did lose
What
weight.
garbage do we get?
Now you got something good.
Oh, good. It's a Ona hole, so I can fuck an anime girl. I'm so excited. It's a little
pretty good.
lolicon.
It's a lolly one, though.
Great. I'm so happy. I can't even show. We literally cannot show this.
Wait,
on
why?
Because it's a fucking naked lady. Fucking.
That's not a naked lady. It's a naked little
Bro,
girl.
we cannot show this on
What,
YouTube.
that?
You cannot show this on YouTube.
Why not? There's fog.
It's a fucking naked little anime chick that you're supposed to put your penis inside of.
Well, they don't know that.
I will show the hole for it, which is
Don't show
covered
the
up-
hole's the worst part.
Well, that's the only part I could show. I have to
Don't
disguise
show the
what
fucking
the fuck it
holes.
is.
Show the. Okay. Who knows? That could be
That's it.
anything.
It
That could be anything.
Well, whatever. It is what it is.
That could be anything.
Oh God. Well, Jesus Christ.
What do you want them to get
Who
a better
gives a
view
shit?
of you?
Nothing matters. We won. We did it. Superkiller's a success. We won. Vito lost 5 pounds, and now I have a naked little anime doll
Let me see that
to put my
anime
penis
doll
in.
thing.
I threw it. Hold on.
Well, you better keep track of it.
There, you can fuck it. We'll both fuck it. It will
No.
touch tits.
Look, it's not a little girl. It has huge tits.
It has huge tits. It could be anything. Thanks to all our big supporters.
Oh, that's where you're
over
supposed to
on
fuck it.
Patreon. I have to update that list.
Come on, this is a pretty good present.
It's a great present. I'm very excited. What is this called? This is Cute Pure Angel here to service you. Divine orgasm guaranteed.
Cute pure angel like an adult woman.
Slut Angel. Now, this was made in China, so it'll probably rot my dick off.
That's no good.
I don't trust that at all. But now I have
Here.
a little
Here.
anime. Honestly, that's horrifying. I don't want to put my dick in that. I don't want to put my
Why
dick in
not?
anything. I've tried putting my dick in these stroker things or whatever. I just want to
Stroker?
I just want to jerk off in a Kleenex and be done with it, man. These
Wait, a
little
Kleenex?
those little plastic contraptions that you put they make to put your dick in. Okay, I've bought one. They're terrible. I don't want.
No, they're pretty good.
No. They feel gross.
Why do they feel gross?
I don't know, man. But you know what? How about I'll try it and I'll let you guys know. All right, next show I'll come back. I'll let you know what it was like to put my dick in a tiny little anime doll. And that's isn't that great? I want to thank Mark Brooks for being a part of the show. I want to thank Riley. I want to thank Mike Redbar. I want to thank Andy Kindler, you piece of shit. What a
Is he
great
gonna call
show.
in?
We're going to get Andy Kindler to call in. We might have a great guest next show. We're all going to be at Skank Fest. We will definitely be at Hackamania at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Use promo code use promo code WATP.
The N-word.
Use whatever promo code feels
don't
right.
use WATP.
Do
then
whatever
Carl's
you
gonna
want
get
to
the money.
do.
I want the money.
Well, they should give us a promo code. Hopefully,
just use the N-word.
Sure,
it's coming. It's gonna come in through the point of sale.
I have no idea.
It's gonna come in through the POS.
But then they won't get the discount. They have to put the discount on the website first.
No, fuck them. Use the N-word.
Ask Carl. We'll try to get a promo code. Next episode, we will have a promo code.
We're gonna ask Carl.
Wait till next episode to buy your Hackamania tickets.
Shit.
All right, are we done?
I guess.
Superkiller.org. It ends Monday. This is your last chance to get in. Don't be a fool, guys. I'm going to make you all rich beyond your wildest dreams.
You got this. Has got to be the last one.
Everyone who buys Superkiller is going to the moon, and that's the bottom line.
Is it the last Superkiller shill?
Probably.
No, not probably.
Thanks for coming by.
Fuck.